fucking kill them all. They were so bad.
I'm so hyped for this trailer. And just for the new music in general.
Oh yeah, they're gonna have some new, probably like the new combat theme maybe.
Oh, probably. I mean,
Maybe?
Soken was doing a tweet saying, like, don't miss it, so I'm sure he's got something planned.
Nice, nice.
This is really the 66 live letter?
Apparently. Yeah, apparently.
I always love this artwork. I wish they would release this artwork for like desktops and shit.
Oh yeah.
Like I would use this as a desktop.
I'm shocked they don't. They release all the, like, fan kits and shit.
Yeah, and you only see the live letter pictures once. Only see them during that live letter, and then it's a new one. Like, Alpha Node doesn't look like a bitch. Like, Alpha Node looks like a likable person in that. But in-game, he looks like a fucking bitch. Dude, look at the Nightmare Fuel Rothgar right above the kanji next to the 66 on the left.
Oh, yeah, I think I see him.
Like, look at that Nightmare Fuel Rothgar.
Are you talking about the guy with the horns?
No,
that's
the
a
guy
row.
next to him. That's the warrior. Look at the Rothgar next to him. He just,
What's wrong with it? It's a Rothgar.
it looks like a fucking
You just
pug.
calling all Rothgars like?
No, it looks like a pug. It looks like it's about to sit there and go.
It does look like that, yeah.
Hey, holy shit, dude.
Maybe that means we're getting new Hrothgar heads.
My god. Let's just make him a pug already.
Just Hrothgars as dog breeds.
Next race is going to be original to Final Fantasy XIV. It's going to be a Doberman Pinscher.
Oh come on, it's time. It is time.
Let's go! Come on! I paid my 4 bits to see a high diving act. Whoa, the Reaper head changed.
What?
Wait, what? Did it?
No. No.
No.
Did I just not see the right eye until now?
Apparently.
It's still like loading in pixel by pixel for you.
I don't know. I literally looked away and then looked back. I was like, oh, fuck, that thing changed. It looked left or looked right. What the hell is going on? Come on. Paid my
Maybe they're
full
starting
bits.
late because of those sound issues again.
Maybe. I paid my 4 bits to see a hard diving act. And I'm gonna see a hard diving act. Oh, here we go.
Oh, here it is. Wait, what the heck? Oh!
That's the title screen?
Did he mean to show this? Did he mean to show this?
Yo.
That is sick.
That's insane!
That
I'm
looks
excited.
really
Go to
good.
Twitch.
Yeah.
Twitch has, yeah.
That looks really good.
I don't know. It's not.
Just listen to the music, man. Yeah, I don't mind getting kicked out of the game for being
皆
AFK
さ
too
んおは
long
よう
with
ござい
this.
ます。
Good
Good morning, everyone. 第66回ファイナルファンタジー14
Is that a perfect Alexander t-shirt? Dude.
Thank you
Where's
for
mine?
tuning in.
I want it.
Where's mine?
From the producer live
What
on
the
Burst
fuck, man?
66.
This shit is fun.
皆さんにご挨拶
Dude, I need that perfect Alexander
Thank you for
t-shirt.
watching. My name is Naoki Yoshida, producer and director.
Why is
Are they doing their own
皆
English?
さんおはようございます
No, 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 they've got
IB. No, they got the translator.
ディレクターの吉田です。よろしくお願いします。
はい、そして今日はゲストにあゆみさんがいらっしゃいます。あゆみさんお願いします。
Hi. Hello, my name is Aimi. I'll be helping with translation support for today's broadcast. 今回の通訳サポートを務めさせていただきます。徳竹あゆみです。よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
よろしくお願いします。
And
Yep,
lastly,
good old
my name is
old,
Toshio
theme.
Orochi, also known as
Oh.
Foxclone, your global community producer here. 信号を務めますコミュニティチームモルボルことモルウツです。どうぞよろしくお願いいたし
He
ます。
does look tired.
はい。はい。
Oh, you're. Oh,
He was
yeah.
talking about how exhausted.
まず
Yeah.
I can imagine. Well, it's a big day. It's a big deal, right? Like,
まあ僕がギリギリまでタバコ行ってたっていうのも悪いんだけど、オープニング画面をね、いかにうまく見せるかっていうのをギリギリまで測ったんですいませんでした。はい。
Alexander t-shirt.
So we
Alexander.
started just a little bit late to this time. Of course, Yoshida had to step out to smoke a cigarette,
Ah,
but that's
ah.
beside the point. We were trying to show off that opening sequence there on that screen, and we wanted to time it just right. And we were struggling until the very last minute there, so apologies.
Okay, so
there
we
was
did
a
meet
hot debate here.
Okay.
ケンケンガクガクやっておりました。無事出てきてよかった。いや、グッドでしょ。かっこよかったです。
あれ
very cool.
What? Fucking
結
hell.
構調整実は大変で、まあ巨大なものをこう動かすんだけど、14って可変フレームレートなので、やっぱちょっとやっぱり微妙にその描画精度でちょっと落ちたり
yo,
する。
Sky said it right. It's a
うまい
T-shirt.
速度に合わせるような
Yeah. No, I saw that.
I'm fucking so mad that I didn't think of
フ
that.
ィックス渡すの結
I
構
love it.
遅くなったんで、ご迷惑をおかけしました。
Thank you so much. It was quite a struggle, a big undertaking to make the different adjustments when we're trying to move large objects on screen. Of course, with the fluctuating frame rate, it is a very challenging element to kind of render. And depending on the quality of the rendering, it's quite difficult to get the timing just right. So we did struggle on that. I'm afraid it did delay us in handing over the animation over to the sound.
はい。で、今日はなんですけど、今日の PLL はちょっと特殊な回なので、まず最初に今日がなんでどういう段取りなのかをちょっと説明させていただきます。
はい。
So this letter live is kind of special one. So let me explain what is the setup for today. まず、今日は通訳、あゆみさんに通訳に入っていただいて、
They're giving us an open
日本語と
beta.
英語のバイリンガル放送で
That'd be
awesome.
行います。
That'd be
So
fucking
first and
awesome.
foremost,
That would be
this
sick.
Get an hour to
live
play
is,
with your with
bilingual
everything.
in both
I mean,
Japanese
there
and
is a
English,
media
so
tour. Maybe
we
they
have
just go
Ayu-san
give everyone
here,
access to the.
and she can help translating your system's speech.
It would be fun. It'd be
And
cool if they
during the,
like even an
the
hour,
live,
right? Just an
how it
hour to
works
do
is,
stuff in the new world would be
Yoshida-san
fun.
Basically speaks
Yeah.
in Japanese, and then Ayumi-san translate his comments into English. So まず吉田さんが原則日本語で、もろもろ説明していきます。で、それを、あゆみさんが、随時訳していってくれるというスタイルで進みます。で、私ですけれども、毎回これも言うんですけど、私は自分で訳していくんですが、今日南部化構成なんですけど、最後の最後のお知らせコーナーが来るまで、私からは大して重要なことは申しません。
Oh, and Foxconn has the new pins. I just noticed.
今モルボールなんか
Yep.
通訳し忘れてるじゃんとかあっても気にしないで特にあはって言ってるだけだなって思っておいていただければいいかなと思いますのでそういう
Wow, they
ご理解
they
で
changed the sage pen
お願い
already
いたします。
to the new design.
So and then I will translate myself by myself. But if you notice, if I mistranslating something, but just leave it because nothing important information is coming from my mouth anyway. So until the end at the announcement section.
Thanks, Foxconn.
So why are you there?
He's still such a gem, you
No, he's
know.
great. No, he's great. I love that guy.
He's such a gem.
No, he's awesome.
Letter Lab has 3 major sections. the first part is all about the new jobs. I mean, job changes, adjustments, followed by the battle-related updates, and then we are gonna have some other updates. So
Other
there are
updates.
three major
Other
things.
updates.
Ooh.
Ooh, never would have guessed that. The live letter before release.
最初は皆さんお待ちかね。
Is this the last one? I thought there's one more.
最初はジョブ関連調整の
Is there one
I'm
more?
pretty sure this is it.
続
This'll be
い
it.
てバトル関連、今日は主に PVE ですけれども、
はい
バトル関連の調整のお話、そしてさらにその他のいくつかお知らせがありますので、そういう話をやっていって、まあ、賞味4時間ぐらいですかね。
わかんないな、わかんないな。まあ今日私こちらにニコニコと、
うん
Twitch と YouTube とコメントが全部あるんで、
はい
大概こっちに行ってる場合コメント
For
見
me,
て
it's fun to watch this and see how much I
Just
can
to let you
actually
know,
translate myself,
Yoshida-san has the monitors for
even though I have
Nico
no
Nico,
like
Twitch, and YouTube
actual
broadcasts,
training of it.
and he's following along with some of the comments. So don't mind him if he kind of drifts off to the side of the screen. He's just checking the
Oh,
comments.
the Hades theme though.
で、私のはちなみにこっち側なんで、
Yeah.
私はこっちに
Invincible was
Yeah,
so
my screens
good.
are placed
The
here.
first
was
time
still-
hearing
it's still
Invincible
so
was
good.
like, what the
Honestly.
fuck?
I still think it's awesome.
はい、皆さんのコメント
I
私の方
still
は
laughed a
こっちに
little
あり
bit
ま
the
すので
first time.
私がこっ
It
ちを
just
見て
got
る時は
interrupted by the
なるほど
active
なん
time
かコメン
event.
ト読んでんだなと思っていただければと思います
Oh,
ので
yeah.
よろしくお願いします。
結構ね見てる
Because
から
active
吉田
time maneuver just has that
寝てる
Pagan!
か
And it's like, oh shit, dude. Like,
慣れてるんですよ
It's like, come
あと
on,
結
now?
構ありますね
I still want them to
Well, that's
like
the gong.
Seeing
customize.
comments like, oh, Yoshida's actually looking at our comments. Oh, he
I
looks
still want
kinda
them to
sleepy.
customize the active time
Is he
maneuvers.
asleep? Etc.
Like make them
Yeah.
make them like
あのね
thematic
寝て
to
たら
the
ね
fight.
発売できないんだ
It's still the same thing, but make it like
There's
thematic.
no time for sleep. We won't be able to release the game if we're taking time to sleep.
だって
I wonder if they will
14
do
のほら巨大さはさ
Island Sanctuary
皆さんもよく
stuff, or they're just
知ってる
gonna
じゃない
leave a lot of that
ですか
to
たくさ
just-
ん遊んでいただいてるんで
They'll see it when it comes out.
全部見るんですよ
I mean, it's an island sanctuary. How much can you talk about?
I mean, they've barely touched on any of it.
寝てられないんですよ
I don't know. I kind of have
I
a
mean, you
feeling that
understand
this is
how
going to be
large
like
FF14 is. You all play the game,
3.1,
and
where they took
we
those
have
extra
to
months.
check every single aspect of it, from not just the main parts of it, but even the nooks and crannies of the subquests as well. So there's no time for sleep.
まあまあなので
うん
今日は今モルゴルが言ってくれたようにまあ今日と次回の PLL で 6.0 ドーンとご紹介するんですけど
That's right.
今日は主に PVE、
はい
それからバトル関係のシステム周りだったりとかアップデートの、詳細というよりまあジョブに関してはコンセプトをお伝えしていく回になってます。で例えば PVP の新しいコンテンツとか夜桜とかっていうのは次回の PLL で特集するのでそこはぜひご承知おきください。
Of course, as Hawk
show me the
just
part where we
mentioned,
don't have salt
we will be
anymore.
covering the different elements.
We gave you
with
2
this PLL,
charges
and
of
we
salt.
will have another follow-up.
Oh yeah, this is the
immediately
super
before,
long live letter.
the
That's like
release of
4
Endwalker,
hours, isn't it?
but we will be covering the
Mhm.
different elements of the new
Yep.
expansion. So for this PLL, it's going to be
Well,
primarily
me
about the
too.
PVE items.
What
The
time is it
battle
over there?
system updates and the job changes. We
Japan?
won't delve
Yeah.
too far
Yeah.
into detail
11
for
a.m.
each individual
11 a.m.,
jobs,
yeah.
but we would
That's
like
not
to
that
go
bad.
over the different concept
Yeah.
that went into the different updates that we'll be making. Unfortunately, PvP and Disciples of the Land in Hand information will be next PLL, so I'm afraid we will not be covering it.
I knew
during
it. There
today's
wasn't.
there
There
is
isn't another
another
live
one.
apologies
letter.
in advance.
であと
Yeah, that's
特筆
PvP
すべきなのは、まあ、やっぱり
The one that nobody cares
その
about.
例えば
But craft care updates.
ここがこうなってここがこうなりこのアクションがこうでこれの強さはこうですみたいなのは、まあ、当然ちょっと言ってたら終わんないっていうのもあるし明日からいよいよメディアツアーがスタートします。
うん
でメディアの皆さんには一足早くですね特定のエリアと、全部ジョブレベル90でプレイをしていただいてですねメディアの皆さんとかインフルエンサーの皆さんが、全世界一斉に情報解禁して、インプレッション上がると思うので、まあ、ぜひそちらをですね詳細はね見ていただければなと思っております。はい、はい
And of course, we also wanted to make note that with the different job updates, I'm afraid we won't go into detail. So we won't be like, oh, Paladin's going to do this and the action's going to be like that and potencies is this and this and that. Well, one thing, if we said everything, you would take forever for the broadcast. But we will be doing a media tour where we invite members of the media as well as influencers to get a glimpse of the new content, some of the new areas, and all of the jobs available at the upcoming level cap of level 90. So they will be
So it's
creating
just
information
influencers like last time.
and
That
content
sucks.
to share with you, and they will go live after an embargo lifts. So I hope that people will tune into that information.
Yeah.
まあ結構
I wish I
今回
could
メディア
go
ツアー
to
で
one of
楽
those.
しみな
That'd be so
のは
cool.
海外のインフルエンサーの方も結構
Same.
応援してるので、
そうですね
まあどっちかっていうとなんか久しぶりに MMO 談義ができそうです
But I'm not toxic and I'm not funny, so therefore I can't
まあそ
go.
の辺をね気力にしながら
I mean, I guess it's part of the reason why I want to make
and the one thing
content
that
for the
I'm
game
really
is the
excited
chance
about
for
is
shit like
we
that,
do
but
have a lot of Western influencers
lot of
joining us
work.
this time for this media tour, and so I am so
Yeah,
excited.
Asmon's
to
probably
talk
gonna get to
MMO
go.
shop with them in my interviews. So
I
that's
kind of
gonna
hope
be
not.
Kind of like what I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to.
Well,
I don't think they
he-
invite
throughout
Asmon.
the
No, I
season.
don't think so.
He just started, but look at how much he brings in.
yeah, but he also just started. He doesn't have a frame of reference.
公開され
Dude,
る
is
予
Yoshi
定
P
になっており
drinking
ますので
horchata?
そちらをぜひお待ちいただければと思います。
He has good
So
taste.
the review
It looks
and
like a horchata
articles
bottle.
from this media
Oh no,
tours
those are
will
just
be
the
available
vending machine
globally
coffee.
at the timing of the middle October. So please look forward to it.
The like 2,000
じゃあ
yen.
早速始めていこうとは思うんですけど、
2,000 yen
すいません
bottle of
あ
coffee.
あと2つ確認させてください。まず1つ目、今日お伝えしていく情
Creepy
報
ass
は、やっ
vending
ぱり
machines that have
MMO が
the
行列のフィナーレ、まだ開発中です。最後の最後、本当にギリギリまでバランス調整やってるので、今日お伝えした内容が変わる可能性があるっていうのは、まずご理解ください。
There's Shadowbringers music
So,
coming back.
before we jump into the main part of the show, we would like to bring up two additional points. First of which is, of course, we'll be talking about
additional
Endwalker
points.
today,
Show
but
the
we
job
are
trailer.
still making final adjustments. It is still
Job
in
trailer where we
development,
riot?
and so please understand that some of these elements are subject to change.
そしてですね、もう
Claimer.
一つ大事な
Yes, I know that
ところなんですけど、確かに私疲れております。疲れているのは事実なんですが、怒ってるのと
Subject to
か、
change. No Ishgard housing. Fuck yeah.
そういうのはないです。顔がね、そういう顔なんです。
We picked up the Ishgard housing and we put it somewhere else.
してないので、真面目に話すとなぜかね、怒ってる
So y'all wanted Lala Pal
そこは
houses.
ご理解
Y'all getting
いた
Lala
だきたい
Pal
のと、
houses.
まあちょっとやっぱ疲れ
The new housing region is
言い
Tamra.
間違いとか、ちょっとどもったりとかする可能性があるんですけど、今日はちょっとすいません、ご容赦いただけると助かります。はい。
And one important thing, I am tired. That is a fact. I'm sorry. And people have asked, Yoshida, are you angry? And I am not. I'm not. I'm just. This is the way I look. This is my face.
You
So
look so
whenever I'm talking about
tired.
something serious, I apparently give off the impression that I'm angry. But please understand, I am not. I am tired, so I might. My speech might not catch up with me quite. I might stutter at times, but please understand.
いつもじゃんって書かれてる YouTube。
Yeah, that's good disclaimer.
YouTube comment saying,
Freaking
but
eyes
you're
are all
always
puffy and shit.
いつも疲れてる。いや、言います。You always tired.
さあじゃあ
Ooh,
始めていきましょうか。
Oh, I see papers.
後ろ制限はない
Screenshots.
ゆっくり
Look at that whole stack.
Papers,
Oh, the
please.
first one is just a logo.
Papers, please.
Alright,
Well, it's
I
a,
think
it's a
we are
wait,
ready to
cover.
jump into the
Hold up,
content
trailer.
here. I
Trailer.
believe there isn't a
Trailer.
strict sort of end time that we have to adhere to, so we're just gonna go into it, take our time, and explain as needed.
Oh,
Wait, where
okay.
you get?
Oh, they're not gonna show the trailer?
さて
It's just
ま
screenshots?
ずまあもう
Oh,
今日
there
大事な
better
のは
be a trailer.
関連調整だと思います
maybe not until the media tour now, since they confirmed a media
は
tour.
いまず、各ジョブとかロールとか行く前に、
Depends on how much they show today. It's a long
そう
live letter.
全ジョブに対する基本方針をざっと説明しちゃおうかな。
Their shield looking pretty solid though.
So of course, we are going
We
to
got
be
rid of
discussing about
HP.
the different job updates. And
Everyone has a
adjustments. But
hit
before we
count
jump
now. You
into
take 3
talking
hits,
about
you die.
job-driven roles,
Yeah.
actually,
I mean,
We
they kind of
just-
follow.
want to cover something that encompasses all of the different jobs in general.
They took Thrice Come
ま
Ruin
ず
and
最
just
初
turned that into your health bar.
ベースの方針なんですけど、こちらはシャドーブリンガーズ
Plans built upon
5.0 の、方針をそのまま引き継いでおります
So。they're getting rid of TP again?
So just as a baseline, we are sort of
No MP
building
either.
upon what we have adjusted in Shadowbringers 5.0.
まあもちろんその新たなアクションとかはあるんですけど、まあその新システムとかをね、各ジョブにこうゴテゴテつけたりして、
We're going
そ
from,
のさらにシステムを各ジョブに
RPG to
複雑化させるようなことは
No
して
more
ません。
aggro.
And of course, with the new level cap, we do add some more actions, but we haven't incorporated any sort of brand new system tacked on there or made anything too complicated.
まあもちろんベーシックのコンセプトはまあ5-0を引き継いでってるんですけど、
I think they're gonna wait till
まあ
after
新しいアクション
Endwalker to
っていうのも
redo the
たくさんあり
combat
ます
system to
変
that
わってる
degree.
ところっていうのも各ジョブね、それぞれ第一章ではありますけど、結構あるので、まあその辺の方針は今日お伝えしていこうかなと思ってます。
And of course, with the basic thought
Guess what?
being
Gun
building
Mage is
on
back.
Shadowbringers 5.0, of course, there are new elements that
About
are added.
time. We
leading
heard
up to
people liked
Endwalker,
Heavensward, so we just
and
brought Heavensward
different
back.
Elements that we have changed, may it be small or big. So we would like to go over some of the concepts or the directions that we've taken for these different updates.
Fucking go over
で
them.
こうなんか一部ね、ちょっと複雑にしてほしいなっていう
はいはいはい。
3.x シリーズみたいなのっておっしゃる
Words
方も
went out of
最
mouth.
近ちらほら見るんです
Say so
け
little.
ど、いや、やらないですよ。以前やって大変なことになったんでジョブの扱いは難しいわ、コンテンツは難しいわになってしまった
You
から
get 3 charges of rescue.
やりづらいと思うんで、今が一番安定してるかなと思うので、この方針を
Nobody can
継
move.
続して
Only
いく
healers can
予定です
move everybody.
And of course, there are a small group of you that desire for that complexity of what we've done in the 3.x series. But I'm afraid we won't go in that direction. It's quite
Nope.
a struggle because
No!
not only
No,
does the
'cause
job
it's a baby
actually
game
become
for babies.
complicated, the content themselves make it kind of
Heavensward no longer.
compoundedly worse. So
Yep.
I think we are at a
Heavensward
good
will
sort of
continue to
stable
always be.
place post Shadowbringers. So I think we would like to continue in that direction.
Never forget.
まあもちろんね、個人
Never
個人ね
forget the actual
3-0時代
game.
が良かった、4-0時代が良かった、いやいや、今がいいんだっていうご意見あると思うんですけど、まあ、全体をずっと長くね、法廷見てきた自分からして、まあ、やっぱ5-0の方針が一番多くの人にフィットするだろうという、すいません、判断をさせていただいております。
And of course, I'm sure different players have different tastes. Some people might say, "Oh, I love the 3.0 series, 4.0 series, or etc." But I think looking at it from a
I don't think
general
anyone ever said they
perspective
liked the
and from
4.0.
Yoshida's point of view, looking at 14 throughout these years, we do feel that 5.0
I mean, I
seems
guess
to
if you-
fit as many people as possible. So apologies, but this is kind of the direction we're taking.
さあ、そしてもう一個全ジョブに共通して
Word, so I have no
主
real
に
context
関わるところなんですけど、
for what high-end is like,
主要な
or
攻
was
撃
like
に
back
関わる
then.
ような、シナジーとかも含めたアビリティ
Ooh,
の
everything's gonna just line up
おおむね
flat
60
60 or
秒
120?
120秒の間隔
No more
で
180s?
No more- no more
No more
90s.
90s, no more
90s
180s.
or 180s?
And another thing that encompasses
Huh.
all of the
Really
jobs
complaining
is
about that,
bruh.
honestly.
attacks.
Bro, does that
and
mean
some
Hollow
of
Ground
the,
is
like,
only 2
primary
minutes?
abilities and their
Not like that.
timing. I think we've kind of
Primary abilities.
equalized it.
Not get out
of
So
fucking
we're
jail
leaning towards
abilities.
that
But
60
that,
So
that
things
is
like,
primary
uh,
ability.
So like a
Yeah,
bolt.
このあたりはですね、
bolt is
primary
高難易
that
度コンテンツをやるとき
you
に
don't die to the thing that's gonna kill you.
They're probably gonna make a bolt in the 2 minutes
ジョ
then.
ブアビリティ全開
That
放
would be
して
nice.
こう
Like,
バー
that's
ストするぞ
honestly a-
みたいな
a
時
change I would
に
have
まあ
wanted
バ
for
ースト
Red
が
Mage.
こう一定周期で合いやすい
As long as they take away the
合わせやすいように
fall.
もちろんそれだったりしてるんですけど、まあ要はあと
Because if they keep the fall off and then make it a 120, it's
別のジョブをやった時にも
just
ああサイクルってテンポ感は揃ってくるかなと思うので、まあその辺を踏まえてこうしてあります。
And
It's a few
this
seconds
kind of
ahead of
takes
YouTube,
into
isn't it?
play
Yeah.
when you
Yeah.
go into the high difficulty dungeons and
Because
raids,
y'all react to things a few
where you
seconds
have
before I
that sort
see
of
them.
burst timing that
Yeah,
you
Twitch
can
is definitely,
match,
I think-
with taking your different medicines and then
That's why I
just
swapped
you can
doing your
earlier.
rewind on
There's
YouTube.
different music in the
full on
background.
abilities, and you have that sort of relatively similar cycle depending regardless of what job you would do. So even if you kind of go into your alt job, you'd still have that kind of similar tempo or that cycle
That's new
that you
music.
can keep,
That is new music.
keep up with.
Yeah, because that's not
ただしですね、
anywhere. It's
最
not.
大の注意点でございます。
like
こちら
Was
Of
this what
course, there
Soken was
is a
talking about?
caveat to that.
it could have been. No, not all.
Not
of
all,
those. Okay.
but-
Oh, not all. Okay, okay. So we might still have our 90s.
Yeah, Litany might still be 180.
120になってるわけではございません。
Litany and voice might be
Minus the
180.
忘れずにぜひ ご注意くださ
I
い
could see them keep putting like buffs to
But that
120
being
and then
said, of course, we
stuff like
were
Hallowed
not able
staying.
to align everything. That's exactly 60 seconds or 120 seconds. So please understand that not all of the abilities might match up perfectly or exactly.
I'm pretty sure that's just saying, you know,
Oi,
like,
come on,
yeah, your
Roger,
immunities
you're
are not going to be on a
not
2-minute
Yeah.
cooldown.
ね
Yeah,
こと
probably.
があったりするわけですよ
Or like
あの
Benediction's not going to suddenly be a
残
2-minute
念ながら
either.
90秒リキャストのままなんですよね
It's like
Hollow
the
ground,
ley
2
lines. Oh no,
minutes,
that's
let's
it's not
go.
60 seconds. No, that one still remains to be 90 seconds. Apologies.
Oh, so ley line is 90 seconds.
そう
So
か
it's a black mage.
that's an interesting one for them to. Call
They've
out.
neglected me. I
Yeah,
know
so-
lines
Ley lines is
your
60?
timings.
Ley
No,
lines
it's
is
a
90.
90
It'll stay at 90 apparently.
Well, that's
主
fine.
力
It's
が
not that
アク
big
シ
a
ョン
deal.
がその
That's because
なんか寄せて
part of it is
対象に入ってなかった
this is
っていう
probably targeted at everything that affects other people.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Not
The
self-buffs.
the main job of the producer of the game.
Yeah,
missed out
probably
on
like
having this
buff
balance
alignment.
of his
That's what their
ability,
main
because
You know how
main-
people
one
love
of
to
the
complain about
main
3 minutes,
abilities
2
kind of
minutes in
aligned
bard.
to that kind of cycle.
公平にね公平に
Yeah.
取り扱われてる
For
Yeah.
Brotherhood,
Battle Team treat
as an
every
example
job
of something
fair.
that wasn't part of one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to adjust Brotherhood so that it would
30
line
秒
up
後に
better.
次の魔王を
Yeah,
私
Brotherhood's a
がやったりして
90 now.
あいつ一人で何やってんだみたいな
It's still a
空気を
terrible
調整中に
ability.
も
なるほど
ございま
I
す
just want them to remove fall off from
So
emboldened
like
so it's
everybody else is doing
actually
their abilities
good.
in their nice cycle
If they
timing,
did that, it would
and
just be like a
30
flat 10%
seconds later I
for the
come
whole
in with my
duration
ley
or something.
lines. and
Which is
everybody's
fine.
gonna
It'd
look at
get
me weird,
normalized.
like what is he doing off timing?
ではですねこの全ジョブに共通するまあベースは 5.0 をそのまま準拠してますよ、でいろんな主力の攻撃に関わるようなアクションアビリティのリキャストが
Yeah, that's definitely new music in the
通
background.
ってますよっていうことによって結構変わるものってある
It sounds like
まあ
revamped
それを
ARR
頭の
music.
中にまず入れた状態で、
Which isn't terribly
見ていただきたいものがあるので皆さん頭の中に入ってます大丈夫ですか
Yeah, it's the,
So
it's
again,
the
our
general
base concept is kind
the
of
general
building
battle
from that
music
5.0
in
Shadowbringers, and then a lot of the primary abilities have
It's the new
been
Realm
aligned
Reborn,
to kind of
narratively
fall in place
speaking.
between 60 or 120-second cast timing. So
Although then they
with
swapped to
that
Crystarium.
in mind,
Yeah.
there will be abilities that kind of change in accordance to those updates. So if you could keep that in mind, and there's something that I want to watch, I want you to watch as you think about that.
So are you ready? 皆さん大丈夫ですか
では約
Oh, here we go.
20分ありますので、
はい
Come on.
私もコメントはします
Let's see it.
Trailer,
ぜひ
trailer.
ですねゆっくりご覧いただければと思っております。あゆみさん、ここまでまず一
uh,
回。
it's just going to be an advertisement for
So
their
we will be
new
looking at a 20-minute
coffee
footage.
mug holder.
None of us here
20
will be making
minute
any
footage?
20
So if
minutes.
you could take the time
Yes.
to watch the,
Ooh.
I'm
the
going to
footage,
deafen for
and
this,
he has
sorry.
something to say.
さあ、それでは、
Well, it depends on what it
on
is.
a delay from the rest of y'all.
飛ぶアクショントレーラーとなっております。
Just pop
Here we
over
go.
buttons.
This is the
Here we
6.0
go.
job action
Let's
trailer.
go.
Job action trailer, let's
どう
go!
ぞ
Job
Let's
yes.
go.
Oh my god, that looks so good. Dragoon! Oh my god. Okay, high jump. I don't need flutter. Wah! What are those two icons? Oh! Okay, disembowel. Updated chaos? Okay. Fang and claw. Ooh. Wheeling. New full thrust. New high. Star diver. What the fuck was that? The fuck? The actual fuck.
Yeah.
No more,
No
maintaining
more
the,
balancing.
no more gauge.
Yes. Yes.
It's so good.
Dude. The rush is no longer tied to the gauge.
Yes! Finally!
Oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, the gap closer don't need gauge for it.
What's
What's
that?
a shield?
No,
That's like an
Upgraded
upgraded
nascent?
nascent.
Yeah,
Upgraded
updated nascent.
Ooh. Upgraded golf swing. Let's see it.
No,
Nope,
just regular
no.
golf.
There's
swing.
golf swing.
Inner release.
Okay.
Fell cleave harder. Fell cleave harder. Only
There's
3
gonna be
fell
a new
cleaves?
one. There's gonna be a
Oh, that is
What's
pretty good.
killer?
I
Hey, red
love,
mage,
I
red
love this
mage.
transition. This transition that they're doing is cool.
Yeah.
There we go.
Alright, let's see this.
What do you get?
Okay, AoE. Or core. Molinet. 3 charges of Molinet. Look at that at bottom.
Oh, you get 3 charges. Yeah.
What is
What
that?
the shit is that?
What was that?
Oh, AoE,
Oh!
AoE Scorch. AoE Scorch.
Yeah, that's
What?
what it looks like. Ooh.
You get party-wide
Wait,
mitigation.
what?
And then
You
Scorch.
didn't need 80-80 to do full combo.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, it's a charge now, so it doesn't just fall
And
off
updated Scorch.
stupidly.
What the fuck is that?
Oh, that's cool.
That's so
Oh, it's ranged.
badass.
It's like
Oh yes.
That's
like
more
a-
ranged.
Ooh.
Scholar. All right, say, how are you getting gutted this time?
Okay, but you got 3. You got 3 charges.
you got 3 charges of ether flow.
Okay, spread low.
Okay. The same.
Very
Strata.
Chain.
Bios,
Bios is the same.
Royal.
Royal
Oh, that looks like a new
4?
Royal.
Royal
What's that?
5?
What's this?
Whoa.
What the? Movement speed?
What?
Fire
That
of
looks
War
like
update.
movement speed.
Yeah, it looks like you can just give
What?
movement speed.
What?
You can make us faster?
But here's
Dark Knight.
I
Here we go.
can't run
Here we
fast.
go.
Oh, Dark Knight.
There we go.
Thistle, plunge, blood
Why
weapon.
there's a white mage?
Oh, salt just goes on
Shields, they're
yourself
gonna-
now.
They're gonna do a shield.
Well, Sotiro's still there.
Yeah, but it just goes on yourself now. It's not on.
Boring.
Oh.
What was that? TBN.
That's
like-
like TBN.
Transfer
Oh.
TBN?
Transfer TV. What?
Maybe? Bray.
Alright. Hey, Bray.
What?
Good old buddy.
Hey.
Okay. Okay, regular AoE.
Part 3.
Looks like updated edge.
Looks like
Graphically, it's updated.
for a couple of those, I thought Troy was like in sync.
Actually, no. There's a new one.
Dancer.
Answer.
Because that last thing they
Dancer.
did was Edge, but the 2 before were like
Dance partner.
harder.
Huh.
Okay.
Tech stab.
Yep, technical.
Okay.
What?
Probably the new dance.
What was
That's
that?
the new dance.
Yeah, that's the new thing. So you buff yourself like with the new dance at the start. Looks like.
Guaranteed feathers? What the shit?
What the heck was
What is
that?
that?
Saber Dance
Just
doesn't need
launched a
50
bird.
anymore. What the shit?
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, that's cool.
That's
That's,
improv.
improv.
Yeah, Saber
Improv?
Dance doesn't need 50 gauge
Whoa,
anymore.
upgraded improv. What the heck? That was cool.
Machinist.
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 Machinist. Here we go.
Pew pew.
Bio,
Oh, Bio Blaster.
Flamethrower.
Oh,
okay.
flamethrower is still there.
It does nothing. Still no
Reassemble.
gauge.
Shotgun.
Shotgun.
Yeah,
It gets
assemble
gauge.
shotgun.
Yeah, everything.
Spin shot. Air anchor.
Air anchor.
Yeah. Okay. Wait, another reassemble?
What?
the
What?
fuck?
Ooh.
It was like a
Updated drill,
chainsaw
maybe?
thing. Yeah, updated like razor shot thing or whatever. Where's Gundam?
Robot.
Here's clean.
Wildfire is
Ricochet.
still
Wildfire
Yep.
still there. Okay.
Pile driver. Nope, drill. There's drill. What the fuck?
Oh.
Queen
Just
gets in there.
upgraded pile bunker.
Yeah.
It's an upgraded pile bunker.
Gunbreaker.
Red mage.
Draw.
Oh,
Lightning
three.
shot.
Wait.
Yeah,
three
three
charges?
charges.
Yeah.
Another
Three
charge.
charges.
Brutal shell. Gnashing. The continuation.
There's probably a additional. And a fourth.
The third.
Yep.
Blasting.
Blasting zone still there.
Heart of Stone.
Yeah, that looks like an upgraded heart.
Visually.
Faded Circle. Bow Shock. Yep. Blasting Strike. Oh, Blasting Strike has a combo.
Oh, use two.
Oh, two
Use
charges.
two.
Oh,
charges for that
man.
one. Bard.
Or
Here you go.
I wanted to be fucking.
what's the gauge?
That was raging.
Yeah, look at this gauge though.
Oh, there's three.
Yeah.
Three symbols.
Does
Like
playing all three
songs.
songs give you something good?
Probably.
Side blinders there. That was barrage.
Yeah.
Oh, so you still do barrage.
Refulgent.
Refulgent.
Oh, 45 seconds.
There's
song?
army. Yeah,
Yeah.
45 seconds.
Yeah,
song.
45-second army.
Whoa.
Looks like AoE Refulgent. Bloodletter.
Bring it
What?
back. Bring it back.
Oh, you get 3 songs, and you get like a charge song. Oh, that's cool.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, what's that?
That looks cool.
Upgrade another like upgraded Refulgent.
Astro.
Astro.
Ass.
Oh, it's
There's a
more
Reaper.
like a Stormblood gauge.
It does.
It does look like the Stormblood gauge, yeah.
A card. Malefic 5.
Oh.
Yeah, Malefic 5, I guess.
AoE
What's that?
Lord?
Back
Is
the-
Lord AoE now?
Wait, are they bringing that back?
Looks like it.
Sweet.
Spreading card effects?
AoE Lady, maybe? Yeah, AoE Lady. Look
Oh.
at that.
Oh, they're bringing back some of the card effects. That
Divination
that?
is different. Whoa.
Eight.
Gravity
What the heck
update.
was that?
Upgraded gravity. Oh,
Oh, that's cool.
that's fancy.
Healed.
Yeah, it looks like you have to. It's another addition to
That was Horoscope,
getting
maybe?
the 3.
Yeah,
That
it
looked
looks
like Horoscope.
Yeah, it looks like Time Magic's back.
Samurai. Yep, Makio. What? AoE Makios?
What?
Higambana?
Yep.
Gambano.
That's banana.
What?
Yeah, that's the same.
Bummy.
Tsubame's still there, yeah.
Third Eye.
Third Eye, yeah.
That's back.
Sine.
2 charges
Yeah,
of
Sene's
Makio,
still
maybe?
there. Yukikaze, yeah, still there. All
Part of
regular
the-
DCs are
They're
there.
gonna show off the AoE Minare.
Midare.
Double Midare is there.
Oh, great for me, darling.
Joha?
No,
Asha.
'cause it didn't throw the charges.
What's that? Oh.
Okay, that was
Oh.
cool. That was really cool.
Oh,
White
White
mage.
White Mage. Killing a Pegasus.
Thea. Venison. Rapture.
Glare.
Glare.
Oh wait, upgraded Glare.
Glare 2.
Glare 2.
Misery.
Kill, misery.
Oh. What is that?
What is
Flower.
that?
What?
Is that like an upgraded Asylum? Wait.
It almost looks like White Mage gets their own fairy.
There's no
It's like a time.
Gauge.
Whoa, that was cool.
there's no gauge, by the way.
There's a timed heal.
There's no like
No
timer
gauge.
between lilies. They were just getting lilies from doing skills. Ninja.
Aw.
Ninja. Tenshijin.
Yeah, Tenshijin.
Ten.
If there's CCJ.
Oh.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
they just did a skill. It gave him Huton. They have a Huton
they have
refresh. They have a Huton built into their kit.
Let's see.
Bunshin.
Oh?
That looks so
Oh,
cool.
that's new.
Oh,
Let
that
me
sounds-
ranged attack
Oh,
that.
oh, they have a gap closer?
Another gap closer on top of Shikuchi. Come
Oh
on.
my god, Ninja,
Come on.
please. Black
White
Mage.
mage.
Ley lines. Yep.
Look at the elephants. Look at the elephants.
Blizzard
Oh.
4. Fire 3.
Wait.
What's that
is
thing?
something
What's that thing next to? Look at it. The third
Yeah,
ice
no,
heart
that-
is different.
It's a red and white one. It's a red and white one.
Oh.
Whoa!
Hello. Okay.
Fire animals.
Oh! So it has a cast time, that new ability.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
not
yeah.
like Xenoblade.
Oh.
Oh, Blizzard 5?
Or Blizzard 5. Yeah. Thunder 5 maybe. Freeze.
Free. What?
Maybe
Yeah,
it's a
that's that new
despair you can use in any.
Oh.
Whoa.
That gave it back to them.
Five.
Yeah, Fire 5.
Fire
It's-
5. Yeah, you're gonna
Fire
get
5
Fire 5.
gives them the new crystal too.
triple cast.
Flare,
There.
flare, convert flare, foul, Xeno. Okay.
Oh.
Sage.
Sage!
Here we go.
Why is
the
that
music.
playing?
Dude, this music is awesome.
Oh, look at that gauge.
3 charges.
Wait.
Oh.
I love the sound effects, dude. That's so good.
Okay, so what is, dude? These skills look dope.
They look really good.
Yeah, they look amazing. You
The sound
charge your
effects too are so
battery.
good.
You charge your backpack. That's so weird. Like, look at that. Like you're charging yourself with the fucking Noliths.
Whoa. AoE shields.
Okay, that's just a skill.
What is that?
What the shit? Gap closer?
Get
Or
away!
mover?
Get closer!
Take ya.
You get a little teleporter thing.
It's so cool.
Oh my god.
That fucking gun.
Monk.
That fucking gun.
2 targets. Brotherhood.
Yeah, Brotherhood. Oh, wait, what's this
Wait.
4 or
Oh,
3 charges?
that's a different. What
What's
the?
that gauge?
that a gap closer?
They did a nothing personnel kid.
They did.
They literally did but nothing personnel
Oh,
kid.
look at those 3
Oh.
symbols. That's
Oh.
cool.
Dude, yeah, they're going with the lore.
What?
What?
It's a dash?
Yeah, it's a dash.
It's like a dash between targets.
Yo, dude. Perfect Balance has more than one stack. Because he did in the opener and he just did it there. Again.
That's
Oh.
cool.
Ooh, wow, Monk looks really good.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Here's
Oh, here we go. It's the new summon.
There you go. There's your new.
Oh,
Oh,
what?
look at the gauge.
3
very
symbols.
different.
Do you start off with
symbols.
Bahamut? Ruin 5, maybe?
Here we go,
There's a
Bahamut.
Bahamut.
Look at those chains.
Do they change what your GCD looks like in Bahamut phase now?
What?
It looks like it. Yeah.
What? Bahamut, why are you doing Akuma?
There's Aquamarine.
Phoenix.
He did
Comes Phoenix.
this player too. Why?
Oh, Garuda.
Whoa, Garuda.
Garuda? Wait, you can.
What?
Oh, we're getting 3 of the summons here?
Yes. This is what I want
Finally.
out of Summoner. Hell yeah.
Oh, it
So next
changed.
is gonna be
They
Titan and
all
then
change
Ifrit?
your spell. They change Ruin. Look at that. That's changing your Ruin.
It's
Yeah.
changing the GCD that you're hitting. Yeah. Wait, so next one should
Oh.
be Titan?
This is dope.
Oh, you gotta
Pain Flare.
alternate the summon?
That's cool.
Ooh.
Titan,
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, yeah!
Earth and Fury.
Yeah.
Dude.
Oh, this is sick.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it changes, yeah, it changes
oh,
your
dude,
whole
that's
GCD.
so cool. Yeah, it
Oh, it
changes
changes your
all.
whole toolkit.
Cool.
Yeah.
Probably changes your whole toolkit.
Look at that. That's so badass. You get a number of skills with them. So you get 2
Here,
Ifrit skills.
Ifrit?
Hellfire.
There he is.
So you get 2 Ifrit skills.
Oh, you get 2 charges, you mean? Like,
Yeah, see, like
there.
that's one
Oh,
Ifrit
yeah,
skill.
yeah.
Here's
Yeah, you're
another
right.
Ifrit skill. Now he's gonna be out.
Oh, that is cool.
Dash.
Oh, the gap closer.
Dash.
The gap
my-
closer.
Oh, there's
Phoenix.
a
Next Phoenix.
Wait, that recharges all the
does.
summon?
Yeah, it
So-
recharges.
So no Tri Disaster? No dots.
looks like
There haven't been dots.
I didn't see any dots, yeah. Oh, back to Bahamut. Oh, okay, so that's. Oh, okay.
Reaper,
here you
let's
go.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
Oh, that's cool.
What the
What?
fuck?
What is this?
What is that?
Charging.
What are you charging?
The new
Oh.
music too.
Oh.
What? What is that?
Do I
You
get
gotta pay for the
portals?
laugh.
Do I get fun with portals?
The gate. Look at the gate.
Oh.
There it is.
The buff.
Oh,
That's a
raid
buff.
buff. Raid buff.
Look at that. There's
So
another
it's got
gauge.
support.
Told you it's
That's
not
support.
selfish. It's not a selfish.
It's not 100% selfish.
The gauge doesn't drop.
It is a teleport.
Oh.
So it's like a Shikuchi.
Whoa.
You can leave.
Oh,
It's like a
there
Shikuchi
you
that
go.
you can leave behind.
It's basically ley lines.
Yeah. Exactly. Ley lines with the between the lines. Yeah.
Oh, there's like a
There's double gauge and there's.
25 seconds.
Whoa. Yes. Yes.
My
Are you
gosh,
ready?
Reaper looks so good.
Yes. I am so
There you go.
ready.
There's poster boy.
Okay.
Shield oats.
Intervene. Riot. New Royal Authority. Oh, Goring right after.
Ooh.
Passage.
What? What was that?
Clemency. Holy Spirit. Holy Circle. Infidior. Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa! Nice.
Whoa!
Oh.
Whoa!
Sword.
Whoa!
V pose.
Whoa!
Oh, there you go.
Oh my god, dude. Reaper looks so fun. Reaper's probably going to be more selfish than Dragoon, though. It's probably
I'm
going to
sure.
be
I
like
don't know, it looks
equivalent.
similar because
It
they
looks
have
like
the one.
Brotherhood. It looks like Brotherhood because you get something from your allies doing something.
ちょっと20分ぐらいでしたけど、いかがだったでしょうかね。
So it might be closer
maybe
to
it might be more
Brotherhood.
towards
Well,
monk.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
a 20-minute
the
trial,
buff.
so to speak. How did everyone do?
だんだん長くなって
Oh
おり
my
ます
god, dude.
そう序盤アクションビデオ
They opened with Dragoon. I was like, okay, I'll be like fucking 4 minutes in. Okay, fucking tune out.
It was like a Nastron with,
準拠。
uh,
で、まあ
It's wild.
Gears Gogol mixed together.
Yeah, it was just like, it's like here, we have both cycles. I just like that I don't have to juggle blood anymore. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ah, that's
The
all
gauge
I
wasn't
ever
dropping.
wanted. That's all I ever wanted. Fuck that thing, dude. Yeah, Reaper looks weird. I wonder what he was
So
charging.
of course, as mentioned earlier,
'Cause the
our basis
second portal didn't
is,
take that.
5.0 and building upon Shadowbringers, and so it kind of
Skill
evolved
is a
the
bit
different
like black
actions
mages.
based on
It's kind of
that,
between
and
Shikuchi and
with the
Shikuchi
primary
Shikuchi and black
abilities of
mages.
the recast,
Yeah.
you kind of align towards either 60
No, it's
You
It's
jump
basically-
forward and then you can return back to
might
where you started,
notice that
Yeah, it's
the
ley lines.
skill rotations and the
just without the buff.
intervals between them
Yeah.
may feel
But,
a little shorter. So
No,
we'd
that
like to
that
go
charge
into the different jobs now
might
to
be
kind
like
of explain some of the
Samurai's
concepts and ideas.
meditation.
Could be. Or it could just be like, it could be just their kinky generator.
Or worst case scenario,
I see
you
a
have to
lot
spend
of
5
comments
seconds to
that
hit heavy
are saying,
thrust.
"Oh, the summoner is now a summoner, and we're summoning."
Dude, I want to play Summoner.
and
Yeah, Summoner looks really good.
Looks so good.
Yeah,
Looks
the
like
first
they
thing.
somehow managed to find even more space to cram stuff into.
But it looks like it's less of a rigid location.
That was funny comment.
Well, I hope you realize
That's what it seems like, but I don't think that'll be the case.
you don't
I'm-
have Aggies anymore.
I still
Yeah.
think you want to go through all 3 summons.
Yeah, you don't
have
the
to.
Aggies anymore.
It doesn't
Yeah,
allow you
but
to
it'll-
do Phoenix until you do
It'll
it.
be a loss. Yeah, probably.
Of
If you
course,
don't
some
go
of,
through
some
it.
of you may have noticed
don't have
that
Aggies anymore.
the length
You're using
that
purely
Summoner is being
carbuncles.
featured is a little longer
fine
than
with
everybody
me.
else, and they were like not fair. But I mean, it's quite a
Is it went from
significant change.
carbuncle
So we
to
wanted to
Bahamut
show
to
off all that we can.
Garuda, Titan,
さあじゃあ
Ifrit.
皆さん頭の中にそれぞれご自身のメインジョブの映像ある程度頭に入ったと思 思うので、ここから、ロールのお話で、
うん
それぞれのジョブの話っていうので、続けて全ジョブお話ししていこうかなと思います。はい。
Okay, so now upon looking
You know, they
at
probably got
the
rid of,
job action trailer and having
probably
that
got rid of
mental
Bi-
image of
Hell and
the primary
Miasma.
job, and
They
what actions that we
put us
saw,
into the
we'd
primal
like to dive
abilities.
in. We'll
Oh, I'm
start
sure.
with
I'm sure
the
Garuda
roles
is like
and
all
then
Reduce
we'll
dots.
the
get into
problem of
jobs.
multi-target
さあ、まずは
balance.、
タンクからいきましょうか。
All
パワー
that
ポイン
and
トお
skilled
願い
load
します
as well.
Take
Jumping
changes.
into the tanks on the PowerPoint.
さあ、ではタンク全体的なお話です。
Okay, so tanks overall.
That's stupidity we have to
は
deal
い、ま
with.
ずいいですよ、出してもらって。
We're bringing back
はい
DPS then.
一部の防御バフ
Grant
に関してなんですけど
greater benefits.
Anything like that on
単にね
any- on
それを
anybody?
実行するだけじゃなくて、例えば
Nice,
敵
finally.
のダメージの、
Using
直
defensive
前に
abilities
差し込む
actually
こと
do
によっ
something
て、
besides
より
mitigate
ちょっとメ
damage.
リットを得られたり
Just the fact that I get that Paladin gets like 4 Confidiers after just fucking made me lose it.
That's not even
More config, that's like a whole
防
new
御バフ
rotation.
を入れたりしてます。
This looks like an extension of
On so certain sorry,
defense
certain
optimal
defensive
times
buffs,
grant
sorry,
greater
that you
benefits.
cast.
Yeah.
We wanted, of course,
Maybe
add
looking at
some
WoW's active
benefits
mitigation.
to it. So
I could-
not
I'd believe
just
that, yeah.
simply like
So,
protecting yourself
But
from,
it's-
say, a tank buster or
Does
something
the
like
Dark
that.
Knight get blood
But
spikes
we
back?
wanted to make it so that if you are using it in conjunction with different abilities and kind of using them in combination, it allows for greater benefits and sort of like a technical aspect to some of these defensive buffs.
なんかこれね、ジャストガードとかパリーとかやれてるんだけど、サーバークライアント型のゲームでね、さすがにそれは無謀なので、
So,
すごい効果の短い、例えば効果の短い
tanks not only have to do
なんか
optimal
こう
regular
敵の演習
DPS,
の
they have to
半
do
分ぐらいも
optimal
とりあえず
defensive
打っとけばい
DPS
いや
now.
だと、まあ、
More effort for
軽減
tanks.
10%とかが
Is that what I'm
働くんですけ
hearing?
ど、その後についてる効果がちょっと無駄になる
Yes,
ね
it
みたいな
does.
感じ
Finally,
なので、そこは効果を
using
見て、
defensive isn't just
うま
mitigation.
く使ってもらえるといいなって感じです。はい
I don't know. Increased
Okay, so we're
HP.
not talking about something very exact like a guard just at the right
counter
timing or like a
attack.
parry. That's quite difficult for something that's a client-based MMORPG online. So it's more along the lines of
obviously.
some additional
Especially with
benefit
their
for
shit
a
servers
short
that are-
amount of time after
Slow as
utilizing
combat.
certain abilities. So
Yeah.
before you
No,
might be
I
thinking,
don't
oh,
wanna
okay,
go to
enemy is
Brazil."
casting. I'll just go ahead and activate this ability when it's casting. And of course, you'll still reap the benefit of, say, it's like a 10% damage mitigation, but there is a bit of a waste. And so by combining it with optimal like ability use, optimal times, you can reap even further benefits.
で、あとですね、また効果がね、それぞれちょっと
Such
異なる。
as?
自身もしくはパーティーメンバー1人に付与できる防御バフを各タンク上部持っているようになっているので、MTST の場合どっちでも役に立つんじゃないかなと思います。
Okay, so
And of course,
Sanity,
these different
hard to say
effects
Anmini.
do allow for different sort of effects that are being added to you. Some of these are a defense buff where it applies to yourself and a party member. So I think it does come in handy regardless of you main tanking or off tanking.
では次の項目なんですけど、
Oh, okay.
これはねちょっと近接
You
物理
actually get
DPS も
benefit from
共
throwing
通
TB
なん
on
ですけ
somebody
ど
else.、
Oh,
今ま
nice.
で
No more
スキル
broken
コンボ
combos
中にですね、
from
例えば
shield
トマホーク
lobbing
と
or
か
whatever.
変化攻撃を
Oh, that's nice.
コンボが中断され
Well, there
て
you
た
go.
んです
Just
けど、
shield
そ
lob
れをな
everything.
くしました。
You'll maintain aggro
Next
all the
item
time.
was
So much
and
less
this
of an
kind of
excuse to
applies
not have,
to,
you know, uptime.
melee DPS as well.
If you
But
can do that.
whenever you
It'd
are
be nice
activating a
if,
weapon skill combo and
like that
you
shit
let's
less
Less
say
of
off
a
like,
punishment.
like a tomahawk
for
or
having to be
warrior
out
or
of
something like
range.
that, like a ranged attack that would kind of
Yeah.
break your combo
Please
chain.
tell me
But we've
the
adjusted
range
it so
attacks are
that
off limits.
that chain is not broken.
Oh, did I just hear them right?
各アクションのそのアビリティ
Did I hear that right?
60秒サイクルとかになっていくと
Speak Japanese?
I think she said that it's also affecting melee, like DPS
まあ
melee,
全体が
which means piercing talon's not fucking shit anymore. It's still shit, but it's not
それ
as
に合わ
much
せ
shit.
てこういうコンボが途切れなくなるので結構なんていうの攻撃してる感覚は結構強くなってるんじゃないかなと思う。
So with the different actions kind of being adjusted, so the recast timing leans
Not for
closer
nothing,
to
but,
that 60-second
Did
intervals.
Dragoon actually
your
use
rotations will start to
piercing
feel a little
talent?
bit
Nope.
shorter.
I don't
Um,
think I
than
saw
their
it in that
terms.
job
So,
trailer at all.
Nope.
I think it's best to explain it as the number of times that you are attacking and the different skills are being
I don't think they
activated,
used wheeling
kind of
thrust
goes
either.
up in your rotations, and plus
I think they took a
with,
combo away.
without those interruptions. It does give you that feeling of you are making an attack.
まあ、例え
GPS
ば
no more
ボス中心の
positionals.
攻撃があるので一回大きく距離を取らなきゃいけないみたいな時に、やっぱりちょっとコンボが途切れるのを嫌がって遠隔を使わないみたいなねところがあったと思うんですけど、そこはグローバルクールダウンが無駄にならないのであれば使う局面というのもまあ出てくるだろうし、むしろねグローバルクールダウン中にあえて避けて即戻るみたいな方がいい時もあるし、まあそこら辺は
Okay, well, if they just showed us the
多分
job
使う
trailer,
プレイヤースキル
what the
が
hell
少
is
し
going
ず
to be
つ
in
差が
the menu?
出てくるんじゃないかなとは思います。
Probably people getting a chance to actually
And
try
so, for
shit. Yeah.
example, say
Yeah,
a
you can
boss
actually see, like,
kind of
some-
has
maybe
this
some
ranged,
potencies.
not range, I'm sorry, an AOE attack
Of
that
certain
starts
skills
from
or what have
the
you.
boss and kind of goes outward, and everybody has to kind of disperse away from the boss.
And then someone's gonna
Some
leak
people
all of
don't
it like
want to
last
break
time.
their
Yep.
weapon skill
I said.
combo and include that sort of ranged attack. But with the sort of adjustment here, now we don't have to worry about like wasting our cooldown time, global cooldown time, or in some strategies, you might have to kind of decide when you deliberately need to time your GCD so that you can avoid some of those attacks. So I think this will kind of give the tank sort of strategy a little bit of range.
さあでは、3つ目なんですけど、これもですねタンクのみというよりは、物理攻撃をするジョブ全般に関わってくるんですけど、ちょっと
Physical and
ちゃんと
magical
お伝え
damage
しますね。
attributes of weapons?
And then the third item, and this doesn't apply just to tanks,
Does
but
that
anybody
mean
who
you're
is
actually gonna
making
need
some
different
kind
loadouts
of,
for different
physical
things?
attack.
ちょっと
カメラにしますか。
そうですね生仮面
Increase the number of gear sets we get?
ですね今までファイナルファンタジー14の
Does that
ベ
mean,
ースのバトル計算式
Paladins
ってい
get Rage
う
of
もの
Alone
の
back
中
with
に、
the
ま
physical
あ
debuff?
皆さんねレイドとかやっててもこの攻撃は
No,
物
the
理か魔
strength
法か
down?
みたいなのがあると思うんですけど、まあ当然
Oh,
物理攻撃の計算式と魔法攻撃の計算式っていうのがそれぞれ一つずつね存在してます。
So of course, with Final Fantasy XIV, we have this sort of
There is, so,
calculations
what that
of
might actually
the damage that is being
entail.
dealt, and there's like a
Paladin is a physical
base or
tank.
like a
Dark Knight is a
fundamental
magic
formula
tank.
that is
Warrior
applied,
is a
and
self-healing
I'm
tank.
sure
And
those of you raiders
Gunbreaker is the highest
know
DPS.
When is, like,
to
damage type
discern,
mattered
if
on
an
a
attack
boss
is
or
a
an
physical
enemy.
attack or a magical attack, and each of these have their own sort of formula to calculate the damage that is being dealt.
これは新生14レルムリボーンを開発した時に、まあ作ったものなんですけど、
Oh, they're just making it so that like Holy Spirit
バトルをアップデートしていくか
isn't technically a magic attack anymore. Or it gets calculated the same as your regular GCDs. Sounds like.
And things that you're probably not gonna notice.
Yeah.
まあそれぞれ設定してたんですね。別々に調整できるように。で、こっちが魔法攻撃力だとすると、こっちが物理攻撃力。魔法の方がより複雑な計算をするかもしれないっていうので、こいつの値はちょっと高かったんですね。物理計算式のベースになってる値より。
Oh,
And so
job trailer
with
英語はな
is on
Final
YouTube.
Fantasy XIV,
Was
Final Fantasy
refreshing.
That was
XIV
like-
being sorry.
That was like an hour ago. What the fuck?
When Final Fantasy XIV
still
was
don't see
being
it.
relaunched as A Realm Reborn, we tried to make
I got
sure
the link
that
here.
the programming is
Oh, you mean the separate one?
it allows for future updates in
Oh, there it
the
is.
battles, and we try to leave the different possibilities open. So the
Has 1K views and it was
fundamental sort of
uploaded 2 minutes
physical
ago.
damage calculations were set up so that we have two separate formulas going on. So we have
The only thing
magic
people are going to be talking
damage,
about is Summoner for the next couple of weeks.
damage attack.
I'm gonna have to.
calculation, and then
That
we have
is-
the
Glad I'm
Honestly,
glad I'm
that's-
already with you guys. I
And
don't have
when
to
we
deal
were
with
initially
fighting
thinking
off
about
other
these two
people who want to
separate
play
ones so that we
caster.
can adjust them separately.
I mean, honestly,
the
that
team
is
did determine that
probably
with
the cheapest
the
rework of
magic
a job
attack,
since
it does tend
machines.
to be a bit more complicated.
The summoner
in
rework,
the
yeah.
different calculations. So the base, like the
Oh, I mean,
fundamental
fine.
value is set
Oh, yeah, the
just
monk rework
a
looks-
little bit higher than the physical base
No, but I mean,
fundamental
it's-
numbers.
I mean, Monk just looks
Yeah.
like Monk.
まあレベル
Just, you know,
80になって
with
もこの差っていうのは縮まらない基礎
It didn't
基礎
really
値だ
look
った
like
の
it
で
was actually reworked.
もう今後バランスをきれいに揃えていくためにこのベースに使ってた物理攻撃計算式の基礎値を魔法と同じ値まで引き上げました。完全に同じ数字になるようにしました。はい。
And so, with the characters now leveling up to level 80, this fundamental number did not change as we.
So when are they going to
raised
talk about Blue Mage?
The values, and so
Not
with
till
this
like
update, in order for
6.5.
us to make sure
Huh.
these are balanced, sorry, left, right, we
It's like,
kind
oh,
of
you're
put up
probably-
the physical base number so that it matches the magical damage attack.
で、じゃあそれをやるとどうなるかっていうと、まあ物理攻撃が全体的に強くなるんですね。その計算の元に使ってる数字が上がるので、
So
掛け算を
confused
す
that
る
they're
と
trying to do
当然
with the
その
two hands
数字でかく
thing.
なると思うので、今まで使ってたそのベースが高くなった分、各アクションの威力ってと
Speaking
こ
in
ろに書かれて
Italian,
る数字
using the
が
hands.
総じて下がってます。
Bibba, babba,
うん。
ババリブブリ。
バランスをちょうど揃えるために威力の数字が落ちてます全部。はい。
So what that means is that with the base numbers being equalized, the physical attacks would naturally become stronger by default because, of course, the fundamental number has been raised to match so that both of these are balanced. But that being said, we needed to calculate down so that the potency that is listed out as a number goes down.
なぜこの説明をこんな丁
Is this
寧
about, like,
に
in general, or-
猫可愛いなみたいなそんなつもりでやってんじゃないんだよ。
Are they referring to player
なんで
characters?
こんな丁寧にやってるかというと、この後メディアツアーで各メディアの皆さんからスキルの多分スクリーンショットとか出ると思うんですよ。その時にあれも弱体化されてる、これも弱体化されてる、あの数字も下がった、この数字も下がった、吉田は何近接に何か恨みでもあんのかみたいになるのを避けたいんですよ。なんで全体の基礎計算式が上がってるんで、
But they're talking about the specifics of the stat squish, right?
Basically, yeah.
そこは考慮してください
Yeah.
はい。
A lot of stuff a lot of
You're
people
saying
won't
your
care,
hair looks like a
know
cat,
about, or
but-
care to know about.
that's
Okay, so there's-
that's beside the point.
Those just technical
So
jargon to
with
save
the
their asses
adjustment of the
from getting,
fundamental numbers going up, of course,
nuclear
we
Gandhi
have to
syntax
adjust
to
the
death.
potency number so that even if it's raised, it stays the same. So the numbers themselves look like they're low. So I wanted to bring this up because now that we're going into the media tour and we're going to have members of the media and influencers kind of play the game and
Yeah,
see the
it's like I
potency,
fucking said, everybody
and they would
complaining that,
take
you know,
photos.
I love how
of
the
those
intro to the
screenshots
dog
of
trailer
the
shows
game
the
screen,
party
and
like
people
dodging
might
AoEs. on
wonder,
this
oh my
call.
gosh, have they nerfed some of these?
No, yeah, it's like
potencies?
it's like a
Well,
raid.
no, this
Yeah,
one's
it
gone
was-
down.
it
You
was
have
super
all
cool.
these physical melee
I thought it
attacks,
was
what
really
the
well
heck?
done.
But just please understand, the potency is
I like the
noted
fact
as,
that it
like, a
wasn't
lower number,
just
but that's only
frickin'
because the fundamental
striking
physical
dummies were
numbers
all
have
of them.
gone
Like
up.
Samurai
It's
was
to
on a tiger.
Yeah.
Make it even out. So
I
draw a
if
third
it's
eye.
across the board, you might notice that difference.
Which just straight it gives
は
you
い
kinky
と
when
い
it
う
procs
説
rather
明で
than
した。
giving
こ
you
れは
an
まあ
extra
タンクだ
proc.
けではなく物理攻撃を行う、例えば近接命令 DPS も
We
そ
go
うだ
back
し
and
遠
rewatch
隔
it.
命令 DPS も
The jobs that have
そう
something
です。
alive
同じ
attacking,
ことが起きるので、それはそ
they're
れぞ
there
れの
because
項
they
目で
need
また
they
タンク
need
は触れ
the
ますけど、
mob's damage
ご注
to
意く
show
ださい。
something.
But of course, again, this is not just
Oh my
for
God,
the
they-
tanks, but anybody who is
Oh,
dealing
they didn't
physical
even
attacks.
fucking wait.
So that means melee, like close range
There you go, on top of that.
DPS, as well as ranged physical DPS will
Yoshi
be
using
affected
his
by
hands.
these numbers.
Oh
な
my.
んかそれをヨシニャンって言うのやめろ。
Stop calling me Yoshi Nyan.
48歳のおじさん
Yo,
それはない
I
だろ
think-
Oh, he
Just
just
brought it
addressed it.
up.
Did you hear that, Gear?
I'm
Yup.
already
He
He
just-
just
yeah, he
said,
just
stop calling
addressed
me
it.
Yoshi Nian.
He just addressed it. Oh my
あ
god.
そうかこう
Yeah,
声
he
だ
was like,
けだ
stop
ね
calling me
機嫌
Yoshi
悪いのって
Nian.
何確かに
Dude,
まあ大丈夫
I think they took away
ジョ
life
ークなんで
surge.
はい
And then people start to comment, oh, Yoshida sounds angry.
I think they-
I'm not
I think it's
angry.
built into
Just
full thrust
joking.
now.
はい。じゃあ続けて
Sure, why not?
1ジョブ目ナイトいきましょうか。
Okay, moving on to the Paladin.
はい。じゃあ1行目どうぞ。 まあリクエスカットの、今回は、ね、
Body 67 in mind
気にせず使えるように、まあ、調整したりとか、さらに、さっきね動画でもご覧いただいたと思います。コンフィテオールから
Three attack combo starting with Confiteor.
Confiteor combo.
Oh my god, dude. Paladin's gonna be the DPS tank. It's literally going to be the perfect off tank.
So of course, as you
So
know, or I'm sorry.
So their magic
you see
thing
on
is
the
just
screen,
literally 8
Reckless
hits.
Cat will now
Yeah.
be equally effective regardless of remaining MP.
She said
and then
request
a three
cat.
attack combo starting
She
with
said request
Confiteor
cat.
will be added.
I mean, how many people
you
can
may
say
have seen
Requiescat cat
in the
properly?
job action trailer earlier, but yeah, there's
But she
this
said
really
request
neat sort of
cat.
combo that happens after you launch Confiteor.
They
So
got somebody to say
yeah,
Adloquium.
those are some of the
No,
major
but I mean,
updates.
like,
of course there are other
like,
multiple
look at the
different,
silent T after
adjustments that
the
would make
S,
to the
like
tank,
that-
but those
she
are
went
the
hard on that
main,
T.
ones that we want to pick up here.
まあ、ナイトはいわゆる正当進化で、まあ、何かがめちゃくちゃ変わるっていうことはな
Say,
い
come on, warrior.
で
Dash is
基
no
本ロー
longer
テー
tied
ショ
to
ンは
the
ただちょっ
gauge.
とあま
Like
り
we
にも
always
脳死に
wanted.
ならないように
Yeah,
少し
I
工夫というか
noticed
考える余地みたいなのを
Look, I just want them to go.
これから入れて
Warrior and Dark Knight are not the same. Are no
So
longer
with
the same
Paladin,
thing.
It's just a straight
Yeah,
evolution.
because
kind of
Warrior
keeping in
got
the trend with
Bloodspiller and they took it away
Shadowrunner
from
and
Dark Knight.
Valkyr. So it's not a drastic difference per se, but of course we don't want y'all to be brain dead as you're doing
I
your
mean,
rotation.
literally,
So
that's
there
3
are
fell
some
cleaves into
aspects that will
Bloodspiller.
require some strategy, require some
So I think they
thinking.
made Dragonfire
で
faster too.
突進のですね、インタービーンの、
they did.
They admit that tanks
要
were
は
brain
打てる
dead.
距離
They just
はい
said.
が
Oh my.
Wow.
They just- she just said that. I don't know if that's an accurate translation,
Well,
but
I'm gonna go
True.
pull up
The
the.
gap closer
freaking thing.
intervene has been
I mean,
adjusted
where's
as
the
well.
line?
There's an additional 5 yawns you can move forward, so it's a total of 20 yawns you'll jump in.
oh.
Jesus.
Oh, okay,
can-
well that's... no,
Wait, gap
actually,
closer is
that-
20
that-
yalms further? What?
There's
Or
5
the
yalms
range?
further, 20 total.
That, no,
Ooh.
that,
選手はですね、まあ、
Damage up
範囲
effects
攻撃のロー
Yes!
テーションをやるにも一定間隔で
Yes!
をやらなきゃいけなかったんです
that's
けど、
exactly
Oh,
what I
good
fucking
thing
wanted
intended.
for Warrior.
そもそも
The
バ
AoEs
フが付与さ
do
れ
the
る
damage buff
ようになってます。
Finally.
維持もできるの
That
で
was the
Oh, it
worst
can be
fucking
triggered
thing
by
about
them.
Warrior.
Yeah, because you had to do the 1, 2, 3 in order to get Storm's Eye up,
Yeah.
and then you had to
Well, now you
maintain
don't
it.
have to.
Now you can just start with the AoE, yeah.
And so
Like,
with this
especially
one,
with
first
dungeon
point,
pulling, like,
damage
if
up
there's
It's
can now
annoying,
be
yeah, 'cause you're
triggered
just
and
like-
extended by AoE
yeah.
combos. So I'm sure as you're playing
That's a good-
Warrior,
that's a
at
good
one point
change.
you'd always have to
That's
insert
major.
Storm's Eye into it in order
Yeah,
to
you had to
kind
do
of
the 1, 2,
sustain,
3, and then
but
go into
we
AoE.
have
Yeah.
made it so that
Good,
it
yeah,
can
that's good.
be triggered and extended even if you're doing
I'm
your
just not
AoE
terribly surprised because I
combos.
kind of
So
expected this change.
I think it's just it causes for
Well,
smoother
it was sorely needed.
transitions. If you want to do like
I mean,
a
Warrior
single target
just-
rotation,
if they keep the-
into,
if they
like,
keep
an
that
elite,
the Kono shit
rotation and
in,
back and forth.
Warrior still has the
先
worst
ほど動画でももうすでにお気づきの方がいると思うんですけど、2つ目、
of all the tanks.
オンスロートとアップヒーバルからビーストゲージ消費がなくなってま
Nice!
す。
Upheaval will no
Okay,
longer
good.
use Beast Gauge either.
Well,
And then the
that's probably
second
just on a
point,
cool
and you may have
rack.
noticed this from the job action trailer.
No,
but,
Onslaught as well will not use Beast
Onslaught
Gauge.
and
Yep.
Upheaval will no longer drain
Well, I mean,
the beast gauge.
They could have kept up evil, would have been happy.
オ
Onslaught, that shit just needed to be
They're just
necessary.
gonna be-
まあ、原初の解放の実行後に発動できる
A
新しい
new
アクショ
action
ンが
will
追
be
加されている。
double upon execution of interface.
And then
The
there is
extra-
a new action that will be available upon execution of inner release.
It was like that,
あと大きい
It
のは
looked like
ですね、
Bloodspiller.
原初の解放のリカストが
It did,
with an axe.
50秒に
Because it is.
まあその
It's
分だけ
fucking
回転数
Bloodspiller.
が上がるので、
They
効果
they
回
take
数
all
を
the
3
good
回
shit from Dark
なって
Knight
ま
and
す。
gave it
で
to
まあ
everybody
頻度
else.
は、上がるんで、ダルサマーというの
We're
は
even that big a fan of Blood Spiller as a skill.
And note
I like
with
Bloodspiller.
the inner release,
it's hit or miss,
recast
to be
time for
honest.
that will be adjusted.
So
to
why are you
Sometimes it's
like
just
so hard to
60
popular the
seconds.
Warriors getting it?
You
Well,
will
not
have
bad,
the effects
it's-
for 3 times. And so I think that will
They do
Just
keep
that
taking
thing
stuff
about
from
the-
Dark Knight, though.
like
It's just
the
that whole
frequency
meme about,
to
you know,
be,
Warrior and Dark Knight are
more
not the same
often, so
god.
it kind of reduces that sort of dragging or lagging feeling.
あとはですね、オンスロート、さっきね、ビーストゲージ消費なくなったって言いましたけど、さらにオンスロートのチャージがタンク唯一の3なので、かつ新アクションがあれ結構 距離からも撃てるんで、
Wait, so what's
実は
gonna
機動力かなり高いです
still get the
ね。
Once every minute, but
Huh.
still.
And then we mentioned about how Onslaught will not drain the Beast Gauge. We are also adjusting that to have a total charge of 3.
3.
And then with
3 gap
the
closers.
new action that stems from it, it does allow for a lot of mobility.
あと
So
は
I
現
guess
象
they're
の
gonna
たけ
give
りも
tanks,
今回パワー
all
アップさ
tanks
せて
maybe
あるの
3
で
gap
ST
closers.
性能も上がってます。
Awesome.
Why not?
That'd be nice.
And then
Or 3 charges of it. I
oh,
mean.
sorry.
That'd be
game
sick.
change
This is like
was,
times when I want to plunge and I
I wanna
can't
say nascent.
because I don't have it.
No, that's not it. Ah, ごめんなさい。I'm
いい
sorry.
よ、チェックしてから。
はい、チェックしてください。大丈夫ですよ。
Flash.
アクションベア難しいんですよ。
ごめんなさい、現象の。
ね、
Or you mean
表
Inner
語
Chaos?
全く違いますからね。
Inner.
現象のたけり。
Inner Chaos, come on. Come on, they're working
Inner
on the
Chaos,
same
you still do.
side.
It looked like you still do.
Infuriate.
Sorry, guys. It is nascent
Yeah.
flash.
Yeah.
You probably
Sorry
still
about
don't
that.
want to put it in inner
Nascent
release.
flash
Well, obviously
will
no.
allow for it. So if you're off
There you go, lady.
it will also help you
Hey,
there.
hey.
はい。という感じでございます。はい。あゆみさん
Yeah, it
大
looks
丈
like
夫
there's a 4th AoE combo for
進めて。
Dragoon.
はい、大丈夫です。
はい。で
No,
は
they
続い
took
て暗
out,
号騎士いきましょう。
I took out one of the AoE
Moving
skills.
on to
No, they're all
Dark
there.
Knight.
Doom Spike is still
まず
there.
一つ目
He does Doom Spikes. Sonic. Well, Sonic is still there.
Oh, yeah, here it is. Hold
on.
It'll make a new action available.
Oh, that's that like orbs coming out of the ground thing.
Oh,
So
right,
with,
right, right.
I
Dark
do like
Knight,
that it's not
Salted
targeted
Earth
anymore.
will
That
now
was such a
affect
pain
the
in the
area
ass.
Immediately
Yes,
around you and
finally,
make a new
that shit
action
outta here.
available. You may remember you had to place your
Yeah,
Salted Earth,
the
but
new
now it's going to
action.
appear where you are standing.
Salted Earth
And
combo.
from there stems a new action.
まあ僕もそうだったんだけど、マクロ作ってやってたり。
Salted Earth combo.
もはやな、もはやな、
Salt- salt and
なんだ
pepper.
っていう感じだったんで、もう変えました。
Salted pepper.
So even Yoshida.
Salted
Yeah,
Earth and
the
pepper.
from Macros so that we can
What?
use this.
I mean,
Course.
the little orbs
It's,
that
it
come out,
seemed a
they do
little
look like
pointless, so we
pepper
have made
balls.
adjustment there.
で、続いて、まあ、プレイヤーが新しいアクション、
Here's
習得する
Simulacra.
ので、
Oh, Frey
英雄の英神
will
無
also
双
gain a
アク
new
ション
action.
使うようになりますよ。
Oh, okay.
That just means that Edge will be upgraded.
And so the second
Yeah.
point was your simulacrum will also gain a new action when you acquire one of the new
Not
job
like you can
abilities. So your
make it
living
do
shadow
anything.
is
Like,
going to learn new
not
actions.
do
You
it.
can't actually control it.
まあ、暗黒
Yeah, I know.
綺麗に結構ローテ回せてるんで
Like, bro, take aggro for me.
極端
Take a
に
break.
なんか
Yeah.
変わるってところはないんですけ
Yeah.
ど、ただ、ブラッ
Go
ド
over
ミュージ
there,
アムの
do
リ
this
キャストが、
gag,
こちらも
over here.
60秒になって、
Just turn it into old Titan Eggy.
なのでやっぱりこっちも回転数は上がります。
And so I think with the Dark Knight, the rotations are pretty clean and straightforward.
Sworn the
But
job actually
one of
only
the
had the
other
Dragoon
changes
use a
that are being
3-part
flagged
AoE
is
combo, but
delirium.
I guess I
Recast
missed the
time
missed
will be
Sonic thrust
adjusted
in there or
to 60
something.
seconds, and that would be also affected up to 3 times. So again, I think frequency will go up again.
あとはプランチカットの、
So, Flood of Shadows-
拡大し
Flood
ま
of
す。
Shadows not
で、あ
giving
とは新技で、ブラック
Dark
ナイ
Side.
トとは別に単体
The Flood of Shadows is just gonna be an OG CD.
追加されてます。
I mean,
Huh.
well,
It
And
already
so
was.
with
But it's not
Plunge,
gonna. It's
again,
probably
that
not
is
gonna use
also
mana.
going
Is what I'm
to,
saying. It's probably gonna be like Abyssal
extend,
Drain.
Its range.
Only,
another 5
Edge of
ohms,
Shadow
so a
was giving
total of
him
20 ohms.
Damage up.
And
time.
then there will be a new
yeah.
action
closes are,
that's added separately
adjusted.
from the Black Knight. Would be a single
The Black
target
Knight.
defense buff.
She called it a Black Knight.
はい、暗黒
Okay,
騎士は
so,
こ
yeah.
んなところで、
Three
Yeah,
charges.
just look at the trailer.
3 charges for gap
It
closers.
still has the 4 or the
Adjusted
3
range.
For the
AoEs.
Dark Knight, so moving on to Gunbreaker.
The original 3 are there.
はい、まず一つ目、サベッジクロー、ビケットタロン。
Savage Claw and Wicked Talon will now swap in for
そういう
Gnashing
コン
Fang
ボ
on the
ですね
hotbar.
こちらがですね、
Oh, so you don't have to press 3 different
Oh, you
Yeah,
don't have to
thank
hit
you.
continuation anymore? Oh my god.
Finally!
Same button, yeah.
Jeez.
Why didn't they do that from the beginning?
I know, that's
Red
such an
Mage
obvious
had this.
thing, right?
Red Mage had the same problem. From Stormblood to Shadowbringers. They keep doing
But
this.
basically, your cartridge combo that starts off with Gnashing Fang will be like a one button combo where it will kind of
PvP.
replace the
Yeah,
Savage
they're
PvP,
kind of
Claw
like
let's
and
go,
immediately
That's
let's
exactly what it
in
looked like, yeah.
its place to do the combo.
They already did it in PvP, yeah.
よくわかんないっていう人にとって 詳しく言うと、まあ、ビートファングを使うと2段目の
Do
サブ
this
チ
for
キン
all
を
combos? No, come on. All right. That's a bit too much.
Oh man, that's gonna be, dude. That's gonna be sad.
Make your entire combo one button.
That would be so
Like-
boring.
I
Like,
kind
what
of
the
think
fuck?
that would actually work against one's interests on occasion.
Dude, if they do that, man, like fucking,
So just to
Like,
kind
my
of
hot
The only
bar
reason
is
why
fire.
basically
You wanted it on Gunbreaker
like I
because you
mentioned,
also had
it's
to
gonna be
weave
one
in the
sort of
other the
combo that's
continuation.
triggered when you start off with Gnashing
So,
Fang.
that made it
and
a bit
then in
harder.
For
same
that
slot, you'll
sub
have
combo,
Savage
yes.
Claw,
But
Yeah.
and then once
and
you
this is
trigger
even
that,
exhibited in the
you
job
move on to
trailer.
Wicked Talon.
The
So I
Gunbreaker
think,
doesn't
it'll
use
definitely save space on
the
your
final part of their
hotbar.
regular combo until they're done with the continuation one.
Yeah.
Yep.
その間に
That's how you do it
挟む
normally.
これまで通りコンティニュエーションからのこう
Yeah.
自動機械なので、
Mm.
まあそこ
but
は
yeah, no,
And then for any sort of
yeah, like I'm
things
barely
that are
getting
inserted
2 full
in
hot bars
between,
with Gunbreaker
it
now.
will continue to be.
If they're reducing that, like,
sorry, continue to be
like, they'll just
continued.
put everything on one hot bar.
And we'll be able to use.
さあ、次ファーストストライクの後にコンティニュエーションで、
Following
次
burst strike. Oh, so burst strike's combo is
And the
continuation.
second point clearly
That makes
states continuation will be able to be used following burst strike.
そして、動画でも出てましたね、特性によりソイルが
Yeah.
3体
Max
最大
yeah, we
3
saw
Yeah, we
that.
saw the 3 charges,
出しております。
Just in case you were blind and not
And
looking
then,
at the
Of
gauge.
course, you may notice this in the trailer as
And then I
well.
guess,
A trait will raise the maximum number of
Bloodfest
cartridges
will
to
just will
3.
give you 3, I guess.
I think it did, yeah.
の選択範囲もこれ他のタンクに合わせて5メートル延長されてます。
Yeah, I guess it'd be awkward.
You
Just
mean
kidding.
And
draw?
Red Tide, of course, has been.
Yeah, it should be draw. It should be
adjusted to
called that.
match
I don't know why they
the
called it
other
Bloodfest.
gap closers in the tanks
I mean,
as
isn't it
well.
called draw in the JP?
Yeah, it's literally draw.
Yeah,
in
in
JP.
ソイルの最大サックスの追加点がかなり大きい。
Like Cypher's Bloodfest was an actual attack. It wasn't just like I consume mana.
使い切っていくのか。
I mean, if it did damage, you know, at least
ところは
it'd
結
be.
構ポイントかなって思ってます。
Man, Gunbreaker would
And
be
then
so
with
busted
the,
if
um,
freaking
cartridges
Bloodfest
and
do
the
damage.
maximum
Oh, yeah.
stacks has been raised. I think that definitely adds an element of strategy. So you might want to decide if you want to go in full on and use up your different cartridges.
No, because
during the
someone
timeline,
will
earlier in the
find out the
timeline,
optimal
or
rotation
do
that
you
uses
want
all of
to
them at a
save it
certain
for
point in
later,
time.
etc.
Well, obviously.
There's not gonna be decision making. Don't like disillusion
I think
yourselves.
it's again, it's always about
I
like
think that
how
covers all of
how
the
punishing it
takes.
is. Like they're just decreasing the
さあ
amount of
続いて
like
ロール
loss. You know what I mean?
Melee. Yo, that's a bunny boy reaper.
Is the melee DPS?
Yeah, it is, and he's not wearing the hat.
Not wearing a
ま
hat.
ず LDPS 共通の変更点からです。一つ目、牽制の
Faint's
効果内
effects
容
will
が
reduce
ちょっ
physical
と変わ
damage
り
dealt
ます
and magical damage dealt. Nice.
Oh.
So first is,
Oh,
Oh, the
Yeah.
physical is more
applies to all melee
potent, so it's
DPS,
still better
But
for
you can
mi-
use it for
physical.
both.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Faint,
There you
Yeah.
go. Fucking
Me,
Dark Knight-
Faint
Dark
Girl
Knight
always
uses
has been
Dude.
so useless.
Dark
This is
Knight
gonna make
uses
Ultimate's even easier because now you have mitigation across all DPS.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I was about to say they're gonna say the exact same thing for Adel.
Yeah, Addle's just
Addle
gonna be
will also
magical,
have-
more magical than physical, but it'll reduce physical too.
Just fucking delete
Yeah.
Dark Knight already. You took Reprisal, gave it to all the tanks. Now you're taking it and giving it to the DPS too.
So with this feint, and this is probably applicable to a lot of you who go into raids, and Yoshida being a black mage, he would discuss beforehand with the DPS and tanks and healers to kind of talk about, okay,
Wait,
so
then that
when
means,
are we
like,
going to place this? And they're like, oh, feint.
In the raid
and
tier, you might need
maybe
to
we'll
use
place it where
everyone's
auto
like
attack
mitigation.
hurts the
So
most.
then they're probably gonna do
So we are
reverse
going
with
to
Addle.
adjust that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
that's what Gray was saying. Yeah.
Faint really was just kind
Five
of
or
useless.
whatever.
I mean, if they're gonna do
the
if they're gonna do that with melee DPS, then they might as well do it with range. Oh, by the
Range
way,
does
mitigate
mitigation,
yeah.
with a physical
Range
range
already
gets
has
Addle
mitigation.
too.
I was like, it already decreased all damage taken by the party, though.
けど、
Yeah.
今回
Ranged
まあ、あまり
already
にも
does
な
that.
ので、
Yeah.
牽制の中に魔法ダメージ減少っていう効果も少しつけました。でただ当然効果量、魔法ダメ
Yeah,
ー
like
ジ
I
軽
said,
減
you know,
の
if
効果
they
量
say
はアドル
it'll be more potent for the, you know, base affinity. It'll probably be like 10 and then 5 for the off one.
Yeah.
So I mean,
That's what I think it'll be.
to be fair, with some of these
Bro, I'm just still
bosses,
thinking about how I can like
even
greed
sometimes
shit
the
and do even
attack,
more
the
whack
auto
shit
attack that
with Reaper's
follows
teleport.
after the sort of tank buster or the large
Yeah,
damage.
yeah, that looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks
hurts
like
a
it's gonna be
lot,
really
and
rewarding.
It's immediately after the
You get to
tank
have
has
fun with Portal.
already
Yeah.
used up their defense buff. So sometimes it does.
So,
come in really handy
Wait,
to place
this means
things
that I
right
can
after one of
abandon
those really
Say and get
large
back in time, and then I
attacks.
didn't abandon her.
So
Oh, and then I could just
we
gap
will-
close
Even
back.
we'll do an additional
It's because
Yeah.
Makers.
These guys are get
mitigating
closer or something,
magic
right?
Yeah, Scholar has
Say,
gap
of
closer.
course.
Okay,
So,
that being said,
Scholar
the
has-
proper,
other-
like,
Oh, the
considering
protection that
that,
you
Yeah,
have
Scholar
against,
has a
Reaper-
Peloton for battle.
Is Addle.
Battleton. It has
Reaper
Battleton.
gets
That's what it
the-
is now.
Reaper gets the portal,
Just,
and
just in
Sage
case,
has the gun. Does
I think
this
it's-
literally make the
that's,
expansion
a handy sort
portal
of,
but with guns?
benefit to it.
続いてですね、これさっきタンクでも話しましたね。
What enabled
Oh, here you go,
Mel. That's it. Yep. Piercing Talon's still not fucking worth it. Still not worth it.
You can use the more piercing talent.
It's not worth it. It's less than an auto. It's less than an auto. It's not worth it.
It's gonna be like
is
more than an
similar to
auto.
what we had discussed
That's what I'm
for
saying. It needs to be.
But the combos are not broken by ranged attacks that are
New
inserted in
meta,
between.
ranged Dragoon.
Oh, fuck that shit.
はいはい。そしてもう一個も先ほどご説明しました。武器の
Okay, so same tank shit.
を上げてますので、
Oh, okay,
全
yeah.
体的に攻撃力が上がった分、
What? So I don't understand what.
威
So
力という
they're saying
数
like
字に
that
関してはその上がった分
the
だけ
weapon,
落としているので、直してるわけではなくて、計算式が変
just
わった
won't
の
be
で、
affected.
今までと違い
It sounds like everyone's gonna be basically on the same plane.
That's what. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like so
Third point
eventually
is also,
everyone's.
So it's not gonna be
as we
like
mentioned during
it's not
the
gonna be
technical
like
section,
Black
but
Mage is gonna just
again,
like
with the
completely
adjustment of the
destroy the meta
fundamental damage
because
and
magic gets
calculation
calculated
for physical
differently.
attacks,
So like
we did
Black
have
Mage
to
and
adjust
Samurai are gonna be
potency so that
calculated
it
the same,
appears
is what
that
it
the
sounds
Right,
like.
number
right, okay, yeah,
the
that's okay.
potency number might
just
seem
everything kind
smaller,
of
but it
evens
is
out.
still
Yeah.
the same strength. We have not nerfed it. We just wanted to match it with the sort of upward adjustment of the fundamental calculation value.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what that like Brotherhood skill is for Reaper, like what it does
Yeah, the
exactly.
buff thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
いこうかなと
Hey.
思いますが、よろしいでしょうか。
Dragoon.
Okay, so we are moving on
Want,
to the different jobs within this role.
AoE combo
We're good?
procs the damage buff.
まずは
Yes, please.
Fun-
Please, for
fucking
love of
say it.
all that's holy.
Say you did it for warrior, do it for
Is
the other
the
jobs.
Dragoon?
はい、まあ、竜騎士もね、かなり。
AoE rotation will be expanded. Yeah,
Well,
we.
thank-
Yeah.
Yeah, we gathered that.
まあ今回まず範囲攻撃のローテーション
Watch, they just take out Disembowel and you just have an innate damage
so
up.
with the Dragoon, I think these
As a
also
trait.
have
Yeah.
a fairly clean and straightforward sort of rotation that you can utilize, but we've kind of expanded upon the AoE rotation.
で、あとはウェポンスキルのコンボローテーションをきれいに成功させていくと実行可能になる新しいアクション。これまあすげえ派手なやつが。
Okay, so it's
出
just
てたと思いますけど
it's just Fang and Claw for AoE.
Yeah, that's what it looked like.
And then for
Seems like-
All right.
the second point, a new action will be available upon successful execution of weapon skill combo rotation.
Which gives you
It
that
is
like
twice
that
flashy.
like
You may have
scale,
noticed something really cool
and then
going on
using
there.
using Raiden gives you a scale too. Man, that just means Raiden's gonna be even more important now, motherfucker.
まあ、随分時間が経って古くなった技のアクションの上位版が登場して置き換えになったりしてます。なので、ボタンがね、
Shit like bosses randomly turning is gonna be a problem.
Oh,
So
by
with
the
this
way, we got rid of
of
positional.
course, there are just new actions that are being added with the new level
So
pad.
they
And then with some of the
Well,
existing actions,
figure
and
that
of course,
you have to deal
throughout
with
the years,
Raiden
we've
here
kind of
and in Genshin.
upgraded some of these existing actions to become like a higher version of certain actions, and we've just kind of swapped them in place of the base.
Or maybe
skill.
they'll just make
So
AoE,
it's
like,
not like we're going to be adding like
Buff,
additional,
you know, just like buff its
button presses
potency.
or like additional slots you'd have to fill.
で、青の流血は、今回特性に移動しましてですね、アクションとして実行したり、維持する必要はなくなりました。
And then
Eyes
Blood
are
of the
passive, yeah,
Dragon
that's what it
will
looked
now
like.
become a trait, and
Yeah.
so there will no longer be a need to execute it as an action.
Yeah, I don't
or
need
to
Blood of the
maintain it.
Dragon anymore, which is nice.
で発動
So
条
nice.
Take
件
that
が
off your
それが
hotbar.
発動条件だった技は
Just take it off now.
通常時
Yeah.
で使用可能ということで調整さ
I
れてお
don't
ります
need this shit. I'm an Endwalker.
So for any actions that required for the Blood of the Dragon to be
but-
activated,
Sounds
will
like a
be
positional
available,
will be there.
at all
Yeah,
times
that's
because-
what
Oh,
I'm.
yeah,
yeah.
That's what I'm
Right.
saying. Bosses randomly
であとは
fucking
ですね
spinning is
スパイ
gonna
ラ
be a
イブが
bad
リチャージ
day
になっているので
because you're actually going to
ちょっとね
reduce a
非常に
dragoon's
使いづらか
damage
った
by quite a
と思うんですけ
bit.
どまあ移動用に1チャージ残しておけるよう
There's no
に
positional.
溢れなければねロスすることはないので
One
1
fucking
チャージ
say it.
残しておけるようになってます
I'm
And
not
then
going to.
Spine Shatter Dive is going to be changed
Said that at the
to
beginning of the
2
segment.
charges.
2
and
charges of
some you
Spine
might have
Shatter, dude.
Bruh.
experienced
You
all
can
with
use it as a
Spine
gap
Shatter
closer.
Bruh.
to move over. But
Bruh.
now
You got
have
elusive
that
2
one
charges.
They're just gonna
charge
cram
that
it
you
into the
can
burst
probably
window like they do
save,
everything else.
And
so
then you've
unless
got,
you kind of,
Yeah.
waste
And you still got the
it.
Star Diver.
But as long as you have it, you'll be able to use it.
で、ランスチャージがリキャスト60秒、リタニーは120秒となっております
And then
Lance charge.
Lance charge,
Litany,
recast will be changed to
120
60 seconds, and Blood Litany recast will be 120
Blood
seconds.
Litany.
Oh,
Blood
Litany.
What?
Litany's 120,
Yeah, so I guess Battle Voice, if we still
Yeah.
have it, is gonna be 120 as well.
and Lance charge is gonna be 60. There's no 90s on Dragoon anymore. Interesting.
Yeah. It's like it'll probably be the same thing for Bard as well.
さて、
Potency to be
続い
like
て文句
2/3 of what it
なん
was
ですけど
before.
文句がすいません、またでっかく
If they
調
want.
整
More positionals.
はいいろいろ入ってまして
All the positional.
まず、疾風陣雷っていうその遊びがなくなってしまったので、まず
Buff the,
後期
rebuff the autos.
というシステムを、まあ、低レベルから使えるように、習得レベルを
Chakras at a lower level. Interesting.
That
Okay,
works.
but
So next
that
up is
doesn't
Monk.
and
And
rid of the
so,
problem that they're crit
we
only, they're
wanted
crit
to explain
dependent.
this a bit. First of all, the gameplay element of stacking Greased Lightning will be done away with. So we are going to allow for chakras to be unlocked at a lower level.
No
そ
grease
し
lightning.
てですね、もう一個、新しいシステム必殺技っていうものを、
Masterful
搭載することになりました。
And then we are
Available
implementing a
blitz
new
changes.
system that we call Masterful
That's like a
Blitz.
mantra.
It's
そう
Dancer.
ですねもう全体的に拡張されてるんですけど、
Oh, bad.
まず新しく
Yeah,
3つの
so we
チャクラ
finally
ってい
get our
うもの
Fist of
が、
Water. We're the Avatar
出
now.
てきます。
Yeah.
We
So, I
finally
mean,
got new
it's
fisting
been,
styles.
Adjusted,
Well, I
fairly
mean,
significantly
in
overall,
the
but,
job trip,
so,
they show the
just
4
going
like
into
different
a
things
bit,
before you go into
you will
Avatar
have
state.
3
Was it
chakras.
3?
You only
Oh,
get
was it
your
4?
で、さらに、
Yeah.
陰と陽、2つの闘技があって
green, yellow, red, and blue.
Wait, let me see.
If that's not the
And then
4
so
elements,
there will be like a yin
fuck
and
you.
a yang.
use all of them and you go
そ
into
の組
Ultra
み合わせ
Looks like
によ
there's
って
just 3
必殺
charges.
技の中身が変わります。
And so getting
it?
like a balance.
No, there's you get
of
stuff
those,
for using
chakras and
the
two different
elements
types of
first.
it will allow for
There's
the
there's an
different,
orb on the left and
skills to be
right of
activated.
those 4 of those
Oh, so
3.
there's 5.
Yeah, there's 5 things you have to do. Sounds like Monk is kind of
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
be
there's
like
like a
the
dark and light side, and then
Yeah.
in between, they see.
そうちょっとわかりづらいよ
yeah, they're
ね。
basically going with the,
で、まあ、
the lore from
チャクラを付与する仕組みって、踏み台が起動条件
Monk is gonna be like that super challenging but highly rewarding, I bet.
アクションになってます。
Yep.
So with
Like it
these
was in
chakras,
Heaven's Ward.
Damage
you will
Sam.
need to activate it using perfect balance. But perfect balance is
At
going to be
least.
a charge action
Maybe,
that
yeah.
can stack up to 2.
しかも、
Wait, stack up to two what?
40秒なので。
perfect
Yeah,
balance.
perfect balance, 2 stacks.
Oh.
And stack,
that's pretty good.
Yeah, they
each
clearly showed that in the job
is,
trailer. Like he starts
charged
off with
up,
perfect balance and then
every
like
40 seconds. So it's quite
Perfect balance is
Like
40
5.
seconds. What the fuck?
5
で
GCDs
手
later
数
he
で押す
uses
っ
it
ていうコンセ
again.
プトは変わってないです。ただ必殺技が入って忙しさがめっちゃ上がるんで、聖剣
Mention does have a timer on its buff, but you're never gonna really run out of it
の
unless you
Yeah,
like
it's
die
super
or
long.
something.
方向
Yeah.
指定が今回なくなりました。
Remove.
And so,
Are
of
you-
course,
what?
the concept of
Or
trying
fuse
to
skills.
with the different skills that you activate and quickly going through these different skills has not changed. But with the implementation of Masterful Blitz, it does get a lot busier. So we have adjusted True Strike and Twin Snakes to not have like a directional.
No positionals. They're getting rid of the
condition.
No
position.
positionals. I
Only
fucking
on
told
Monk
you.
though. Only on Monk.
いいですよね。
It's only on Monk
Wow.
right
More
now.
positionals.
They're getting rid of punch a punch a punch to the sides, punch a punch a punch to the back.
So it's gonna make it more appealing for me to play. I never liked that aspect of Monk.
Yeah, there's no more
And,
Parappa for Monk.
I know
Aw.
a lot of you had
I mean,
enjoyed
realistically,
using
it was
this, and
kinda
felt
edging
great,
up to that-
but,
close to
we
that
will be
state
taking
anyway.
Shoulder tackle away.
Shoulder tackle is away.
純粋に新しい移動技、突進技が追加され
Basically
るんですけ
achieve,
ど、
you know,
殴
no
りません。
positional uptime.
Oh.
But in its
Almost
place,
indefinitely
we
already.
will be adding a gap closer or like a rush action per se. It will not be something that you use your fist.
ただ味方ターゲットして移動もできるので、
But it
Oh,
is-
there's a gap closer, but doesn't do
その
damage.
味方
I-
が離れてくれたやつに。
Yeah, they
But
took
you
out
can
shoulder
dash
tackle.
to your ally too.
なるほど。
Dash to allies?
みたいな
Yeah.
使い方ができる感じ。
Personally, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
But with this rush sort of movement,
Just
it is
give it to every
going to
job.
be simply
I mean, really, that's how it
for,
should be.
moving around, but you can
It's
also
literally
Take it-
nothing
fuck it.
personnel,
allow your
kid.
party member to rush over to
Take
them.
it out of being a
So,
job thing and just
say
make it
you
a.
needed
Well,
to
I guess as
kind
long
of
as it's like an off
go
global
towards
thing,
somebody
hopefully.
who has
It sounds like they're
dispersed and went
enabling
off into the
melee to
distance,
greed a
you can
lot
rush
more
over
and
to
have a
them.
way to get the
Kinda
fuck
like,
out of dodge.
There's an action that's similar in
Yeah, because that was the main problem with Monk.
Black Mages.
You couldn't,
kit,
you
but,
couldn't really do
um,
that.
It was
you
a
can go
problem
in
with
there to
Ninja
kind of
too, if you think
closer
about it.
distance with your party member.
What do you mean, dude?
Well, Ninja
Just
has
fucking-
Shikuchi.
It has
And
Shikuchi,
AoE.
yeah, but like you had to like place it, right?
ボルボルにステップした後、魔物に戻る。
This sounds like it's targeted too, so you'll still need a macro for it.
味
But
方へ味方から敵へっていうの。
Ethereal
Just-
monk manipulation.
Fuck
Yeah.
that. Just
They're
stand in
monkulation.
AoE,
Manipulation. Ethereal manipulation. There you go.
riddle of earth.
So, I
Fucking
mean, with the
survive.
Black Mage, though,
That's how you do
you would place the ley lines and then take a step and rush into your party member and then just go back to the ley lines. But with this new monk action, you can target where you're going to be moving to. So it's not just like a going back and forth. You
Oh,
can
so Shikuchi.
target your ally to rush
No, you
over
target
to
your
them
ally.
and then
So it's
maybe
like- yeah, it's like
run
ethereal.
towards the enemy. So because of that, and you will be able to
I think you
target
still
your
get
party
shoulder
members.
tackle.
You don't want to shoulder tackle your allies.
No, there's no
maybe I
shoulder
do.
tackle.
Maybe
Oh, they
I
got
want to
rid of
tell
shoulder
that healer.
tackle?
Yeah, it's gone. Maybe I want to
Oh,
tell
wow.
that
What the
freaking
heck?
tank that he's a piece of shit.
So-
必殺技だけ
Dang.
実機で。
やったぜ。
That's a little awkward. So you have to like sprint in on opener.
Oh, they're showing
Oh, they're gonna just demonstrate it.
their
説
masterful
明書が
blitz.
Nice, nice. They're gonna
We want
demonstrate
to
it.
show off an example of Masterful Blitz on the gameplay screen because I think just explaining it with words might not
Nice.
be
Yeah, this is good.
optimal in
It's really
trying
good.
Look at how it
trying to
works.
get the message across.
Yeah, it's really confusing the way they're explaining it.
Wow.
Oh, come on,
Still
Yoshi.
talking
on
about
the
AM for
Lollapalooza.
monks.
すべてが
Of course, he's not
こ
a
れに見える。
That's basically all the skill is, isn't it?
Nice music
Right.
though.
He has 44k HP.
that.
新エリア使う
44k
That's-
and what, 90?
新しい
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like at 90.
ニューエレメント
Well, I assume it's at 90 if he's
Yeah.
using this.
Well, at the top, it says 90 at the top.
デノミネーションって入ってる状態なので、
はい。
So wow, that's some huge adjustment.
Yeah, that's a
Just,
Kind of what we
70k.
expected.
Downscaling
70K
has been
downscale?
already implemented in this build. So,
Wow.
please
You
don't
have
be
to consider
surprised
this
if
is
the numbers feel
if it's
a lot more
base
compact.
90, then it's gonna be 30 eye levels above what we have now. But you'd have to do the scaling on that to figure it out.
Wait, so
What
you
the
didn't
exact
need to have a
amount
target?
is.
See, that's,
Yeah, you do.
No.
3 stacks.
Oh, you do have to have a target?
you
I
have
was
to
about to
check
say they
target.
just gave Monk the
まあテクニカル
Anavant?
では
Yeah.
Anavant, the dancer thing.
yeah.
30秒でチャージされますね。
30
で
second
必殺
cooldown.
技だけありますよ。
These are ally.
Quite technical with a 30-second charge. So let me show you the
Looks like it works
Masterful
on anything.
Blitz.
Ally or.
Oh,
Yeah, it's supposed to. It works on everything.
海なり
Oh, we're here in some.
You get three
Area
things of
view.
perfect balance.
And perfect balance.
ここにこれ溜まってんの見えますかね、3つ
Three.
Can you see the
Dude,
three
listen
to the new
glowing
battle music,
glows
this
at
new
the
battle
chakra gauge, kind of glowing there?
はいこれがチャクラですねでここに必殺技が出てるんでおおこれ3
It's like a
つ違う
phoenix stance.
チャクラをでつけた時
Dude, the new
出せる
battle music sounds so good.
必殺技
And so once you have those charged, up to
Yeah, then your-
three
your light and
chakras
dark
that are opened up,
chakras.
you can unleash your masterful blitz.
Yeah, the little light chakra.
Yeah,
The
light
light chakra gave him formless fist.
はい
陽
陽
陽の
いい陽の陽ですねはい
陶器がついておりますね、
はは
Oh. Oh,
So, of
okay.
course,
It's like
once we have
continuation,
used
kind
that
of.
stack of
So you use
three, we now
your
have
skill
an
and it
element that's
changes
associated
your
with it,
element.
between the yin and the yang, it's yang at this time.
Oh, yin and yang. Cool. All right.
例えばね3つとも同じ
Tune this bit out. Monk is the last job I'm gonna level to 90.
Oh no. No, Elixir Field is tied to your combos now. Oh my
Oh, it's not
god.
ability anymore.
Oh yeah, you're right. It's not an off global that you just
Yeah,
hit.
it's not off global.
うん、
Hmm.
今
And it looks like so it's
That's
kind of
gonna
like a
change.
melee that
はい
has the
That-
Uh,
No, that's gonna change.
yin.
People are gonna bitch about it too much.
陰はいいんです
陰の陶器が
so you actually have to pay
Oh, they're
attention.
removing it
It's
outright.
like Astro. It's like playing Astro, but
The
on
yin and
manga.
yang.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It wasn't in
Well,
my
it's,
glossary,
something
so I'm
different.
going with yin and
そう
yang.
ね
But
まだ
Yeah,
ない
look at those autos. They're only doing 1200 damage.
この状態で
4.7
I mean, look at his
4.1.
abilities or his GCDs are hitting just like 6k crit.
おお
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
14k on
like,
their
you
big
could probably
skill.
dock your eye
then
level
have
to
the
whatever
other
these
side,
stats
and then
are
you
supposed
stack
to be,
your
and kind of
three chakras again, and then
44K
you
what the
unleash,
difference actually is.
a pretty
I mean,
flashy
44K
move
is like-
there in your masterful
I want to
blitz.
say somewhere in the middle of Stormblood
Naruto.
currently.
というわけで忙しいのでまあこの、聖剣好きと、総称だだけ方向指定が
If I had to
なくなる
guess, or
まあ
maybe
他は
around
残ってます
370.
なるほど
はい
Just
Can
off
try
the
and
top of
queue
my
in.
head.
Yes. So as you can see, it is quite busy.
DPS
With
will be
kind of
not
maintaining
gonna be
that
even 10K,
gauge,
I guess.
So that's why
Yeah.
we adjusted the two,
Earth.
True Strike and Twin Snakes to.
I don't get
not
how people
be
can play with their
restricted
fucking
to,
drop
a
gauges in the middle
particular
of the screen.
direction.
He's just doing it for example right
で
now.
はこれ以上
Yeah.
But I mean, like people that actually
Yeah,
play
see,
like
you
that,
need a target to do that.
ちょっと奪ってしまう
So I think we will leave it at that. And we don't want to
Either
take away
allies
from
or
the
NPC
media
target.
and influencers content. So.
はい以上となります敵視リセットしてもうパワポに戻っている
はいパワーポイントです
はい
Yeah, no, the
では
elixir field shit, that's obviously gonna
続いて
change.
侍行きましょう
It's gonna be
Samurai.
people can about it.
Next up is Samurai.
一つ目
The Scamurai.
人風と私風で付与できるバフを範囲コンボでも付与できる
Okay, you
バフなので
fucking
これは
assholes. I
選
hate
手
you
と同じ
already.
です
What?
Yes, thank you.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
me annoying though.
I
That's the other-
understand
yep.
it's annoying, but Dragoon still doesn't get it.
So first one is effect.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Dragon God enhanced like rotation, right, for AoE?
Well, look,
That
it's a-
still
not the
doesn't
full
mean that
list of
if I have to do
enemies.
single target to do fucking 4 AoE combos, I'm gonna be pissed.
It won't be so like
It says this is not
Fuck
the full list of
you.
additions and
God,
adjustments.
fuck that. Oh
because
my
the
god.
effects are applied to AoE combos.
Well,
as
look, if you get the trade-off that, you know, Dragoon is now the highest
まあつまめ
melee
ないしコント
DPS.
ラクション新たに追加されており
Reaper's gonna be the highest melee DPS. What are you talking about?
A new EI jutsu. And,
They're gonna make it monk.
An action in the
They're
vein
gonna
of
fuck- they're gonna
Tsukame Gaishi will
Fuck it
be
in the
a
ass
hit
like they
roll.
did Ninja in the beginning of Shadowbringers.
It's a good time.
待ってね
I mean,
At
people
first
are
I
not
thought
gonna
it was
know.
temporary, but it was nice to see Ninja on the bottom.
Well, I mean, that's the thing though. People, it's a new job. People aren't gonna know how to play it like innately.
もちろ
Yeah.
ん、ゆきしもね、ちゃんと範囲、書きましたね。範囲のローテーションちゃんと拡張されてるんで、
そうです
リュウさんも大丈夫ですよ。はい。
People seem to be concerned about the Dragoon, but I did mention, right? I did write it down. We have expanded upon the AoE.
パポに書いてあるんでご確認ください。
Yeah,
Oh,
you should be
It's
saying,
on the
don't
PowerPoint.
worry.
Don't worry. Please check.
okay. Yeah, she just said yeah.
Mm,
で、
She just didn't mention it in the Dragon
侍なんですけど、
preview.
やっ
So,
ぱピュアメレー DPS として思いっきり正当進化
Shows how much they care about Dragoon.
I mean, like I
So with
said,
the
he's
samurai,
always
of course,
said he
we
fucking
wanted
hates the
to
job, so.
expand upon that pure melee DPS.
新技追加がまあ主なんですけど、ツバメ返し、それから名教止水のが2チャージのアクションになってるので、
お
コンテンツに合わせてのね、開幕バーストとか。
シスイラのツバメ is charge.
And
Tsubame is a
of course, with the
charge?
samurai,
Yeah, makes sense
based
this
on
is
what I
just
saw in
a
the trailer.
That's actually a really nice thing.
evolution, from the last
Ah.
expansion. We have just primarily added new actions, but the Tsubame Gaishi and Meikyo Shisui have become stackable to 2 charges. So
That's nice.
Whenever you go into a particular content and you want to go into a fight with that sort of burst of attack, there is a bit of wiggle room if you wanted to like make adjustments there.
で、名教止水状態ではですね、コンボの3段目に該当するアクションを打つと、
It'd be funny if the Reaper AoE isn't a buff and it just steals from your allies.
そんな風になってるんで、使い勝手自体も
No,
No, it might be like what you were saying before. Is like if your
And then
allies like
when
use
you
something
are
and then
under the
you
effect
kind of
of
gain from
Meikyo
that, you take
Shisui,
something from
and
that.
then
Yeah.
you go into that
Like Brotherhood,
third
yeah.
What's
phase
this? You
of
gave
your
everybody
combo
lightning? Oh,
rotation,
mine.
Is
you
it mine
will be
now?
granted
That would
the
be so
effect of
fucked
that
if like it
second,
stole buffs.
combo action. So
All right,
Nobody gets
everyone, it's your
litany, it's
burst
all
window.
mine.
Reaper, I swear to God, if you use that fucking
either
AoE
use
skill and take
the,
everything, I'll kill you.
No, you're gonna be like that.
What you do with it is wait until the buffs are almost gone and then use it.
Okay, so
That would be nice. Yeah, wait till like the last second, then
But
steal it.
people would just troll
で
with
は
it.、
Yeah, no,
Of
you'd
course.
be like, you give people the option. You
こ
like,
ちらまず一つ目ですけど、
you're gonna be like that. That guy sweating,
Actions
like
linked
pushing the 2
to them?
buttons.
まあそれら
Oh, that just means that
Wow.
that skill they use to activate Huton immediately is there.
So with this one,
I didn't
actions linked to
see-
Raiton,
oh, yeah. They
Doton,
still did
and
gang signs.
Futon will be added.
Well, yeah, because TCJ is
で
still
あ
a
と
thing.
はですね、
Yeah, but
アクション
TCJ
で
could be-
布団
They could make it so that TCJ only gives you fucking Doton now.
布団
Yeah, see, there it is. Easier to apply Huton. You don't need the Huton triple anymore.
And
And
from what
then
it looked like,
action making it
TCJ is
easier to
actually
apply
faster.
Futon would be added. So whenever you do want to sort of apply or keep
Maybe.
Futon, and it should allow for you to do that.
まあ結構すでに忙しいジョブですし、まあそもそも忍術なんてミスして
Also, I just tried
やれない
doing it
し
to like a I360,
これ以上忙しくならないようにしてあります。
and looks like that's the closest to.
So about
and of
okay.
course, with the ninja, it
HP
is
well, yeah,
quite
the current
busy,
system
and of course, you can't miss any
it
of
looks like
those
we're gonna be at that
ninjutsus
level.
that you are doing. So we tried our best not to make it even busier than
This
it
game
is
like
already.
dark.
ツイッチに4因は勘弁してくれって書いてあるんですけど、残念4因はございません。
なるほど。
はい。
People
for
are saying,
Sputra.
we don't want the fourth sigil, but don't worry, we do not have that.
For low level, like sub 50.
かつですね、今回映画がなくなっております。ですのでドットがなくなりました。
Okay, well, I don't give a fuck about
Oh,
And
DOT
of course,
anymore.
we have done away with Shadow Fang, so the
No
dot
more
will
DOT.
be
No
gone.
more Shadow Fang.
Basically,
ド
almost
トン
took
や
it
ライ
out.
トンの
took
追
it
加
out
で、まあ、
already.
新たな
Yeah, it
まあ
was
これ
kind
動
of-
画にも
it was-
ありましたね。
it was really, like, extra. Like, it really
I
felt
don't know. I like
weird.
I like the animation on that though.
I like
Shadow
the
Fang was
animation,
really-
but it felt weird to use it, right? Like, because it's like,
It
where
was
do
just
you use
arbitrary.
it? Yeah,
It's
it's
just-
just,
see that you have to get in there, but yeah.
it was just like, it was,
It wasn't part of a combo anymore.
As
Yeah,
you may have seen
Yeah,
in the
it had a
video,
60-second
and then,
cooldown,
when
it was
you're
just like,
using
oh, okay.
the,
yeah. You couldn't like
machine-
double
sorry.
dot with it.
it was really weird. It just felt awkward, this whole
Yeah.
expansion.
Well, because it used to be part of a combo, right? You
Yeah.
Whenever you're using the Bunshin, there is going to be a specific action that will be added to that as well.
はい。
Oh, so the dash forward is tied to
ありがとう
Bunshin.
ございます。
That should
Ah,
put ninja.
okay.
はい。そして、近接メロディケース最後は、こちらでございますね。
出ました。
新職
There it
リーパー
is.
でございます。
All right. Let's
Last
go.
but not least, this is our new melee DPS job, Reaper.
まずですね、お伝えしていきましょう。両手釜、
Right to attack
新しい
in
武器
tandem,
両
yep.
手釜による攻撃
Serve as
に
Avatar's
まあ
vessel,
自
yep.
分自身の攻撃と、まあ自分
The
A job
Yeah.
HUD looks really nice.
アバター
It looks-
という
yeah, it looks
キャラクター
clean.
との連
It's like it's
携を
already the
攻撃
simplified version.
で最後
Yeah.
Yeah,
にアバターを
we already fucking know that it uses a scythe and avatar.
音ができます。
So of course with Reaper, they use the scythe, like a double-handed scythe.
Development
to
screenshots
attack.
are
So you
subject
have
to
your
change.
own attacks that you are
It's literally
unleashing, and then you
information
have
we
the
know.
avatar that will also attack at the same time. So you're attacking in tandem, and then plus you will be able to service the avatar's vessel, and so you allow for it to kind of possess you to unleash even more powerful attacks.
So
It was
Reaper is a
interesting
pet
because
dog.
they get
続いての項目
they get,
で一個だけ
like 5 dots,
まあシナジー
and some of their skills use 2 dots and some of them use 1.
Just one,
Oh,
But,
it
like-
would use enhancement.
Okay.
Job
So
that
it
does
isn't
this,
selfish.
part-
Damn.
There's
Well.
it's
That's
able
one.
to grant enhancements to party. One. Sorry, this is the only like synergy related action that this job has.
Yes! No more sight! Haha! One less thing I have to fucking worry about. God.
They didn't have sight in the Dragoon trailer. Maybe it's
You may
getting
have
removed.
noticed in the
Yeah, they gave it to
video, Reaper was trying to take something.
It says able to
out
grant
of
enhancements to party.
guard. It looked kind of
What the fuck else
ominous.
could it be?
で、まあ移動結構特徴的だったりもするんですけど、どうぞ。特定の状況でまあ結構役立つアクションとか、
Reaper is
Okay, that
just, you
doesn't
know,
tell me
your-
anything.
アクションが結構豊富ですっていうのはちょっと
Reaper
Wait,
is just,
give them
you know,
an edge
your
in specific combat?
And you
Hmm.
may have also noticed this in the video, but some of the movements that the Reaper does is quite unique as well. And so it says here unique and specialized
we're about
actions give them an
I360.
edge in specific combat situations.
ざっくりですね、流れのイメージをちょっと口頭でね、まずご説明しようと思います。
So just a very rough and
So
sort
they'll
of
just one-shot
general
duels then?
explanation of the flow here.
Yeah, I wonder what that's gonna do for all that. I don't think they're gonna go back and adjust those, so yeah, it could just break everything in the old content.
So if you take a look at the job HUD there, you see two different sort of gauges, but one of them,
gauge.
the top one, is the soul gauge.
で、まあソウルゲージを貯めて、アバターと一緒に攻撃ウェポンスキルを使う。そのソウルゲージを消費してね。
And then, so you would charge up the soul gauge in order to unleash different attacks. And this also applies to some of the attacks that you unleash together with your avatar. And that would sort of deplete some of the charge that is built up in the soul gauge.
で、そのアバターと一緒に戦うと、シュラウドゲージっていうのが今度は溜まるので、
There's no timer, that's all I care
溜
about.
まると、アバ
I
タ
wonder
ー
if
と
they're
融
gonna show
合
it
で
in
きるよう
game
にな
like
る
they
の
were
で、
showing the
最
middle
終的
pages.
にはアバターと融合して、さらに特別な
maybe not.
バラしていくみたいなのが基本になります。
And then once you unleash the weapon skills using your own attacks plus the avatar, then a second gauge starts to fill up. That is the shroud gauge. And with
Shroud.
this accumulating charge,
Wow.
then it will eventually allow for you to kind of let the avatar kind of merge with you. You would become the avatar's vessel, and then you are able to.
So I
unleash
become
even,
queen. This is
stronger
machinist.
special, combos.
This is
So
melee
that's
machinist.
Kind of like the basic flow.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
Yeah, it's not a bad thing, but it's just
DPS に近い
it sounds like it's gonna be use it as you have it
そうなります。
So
potentially.
because of that, I think we lean towards that sort of pure melee DPS. Kind of resulted in that way.
侍の方がピュアではありますけど、侍と同等のピュアディメレ DPS とは言わないですけど、ピュア寄りです。
なるほど。
はい。
Of course, our samurai is definitely a pure melee DPS. So it's not quite as extreme as the samurai, but I think it does skew towards that sort of melee, pure melee.
There you go.
Okay, so the enhancement's not going to be like major. It's going to be like it's going to be like a 5% thing or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
But still, right?
That's all I
A
want.
little bit
And I
selfish.
think I see a lot.
Yeah,
of
it's
comments,
semi-selfish.
in YouTube, I think, saying that, oh, but we won't understand unless you show it to us, please.
Mhm.
Show us just a little bit. So
Oh,
allow
he's
us
gonna do a
to
demo?
show it on the gameplay screen.
Hey, we're gonna get a demo.
Yeah.
こちらが
Tiny.
Tiny Reaper. Wait, we can see what it looks like when a Lalafell has the thing. The
she has size.
It's gonna be a tiny avatar.
the tiny avatar.
どっかのプロデューサー兼ディレクターがステージで来て
That armor just looks so good.
並んで写ってる写真で
Yeah.
なんだこの会社って言われてた
Oh, this reminds me of a certain outfit that a
Find
certain
myself using that,
producer director
the,
of the game had
job armor.
worn at a certain event and
How's
stood
the
next to our
Way too much of a stereotype.
CEO.
Oh,
And made
it's
people
clipping.
wonder, what kind of
It's
photo
clipping.
is this?
Where? What?
It's clipping under the eyes.
Well, I mean, it's not Lalafell, so that doesn't really take much.
Everything's gonna get.
Yo, look at those skills though.
しますね
Look at the way they look.
Yeah, the
Like,
job abilities look
Just
really
a
cool.
yeah.
overview,
Dude, you know what?
and kind of
I know
take you
in lore
step
there's
by
supposed to
step.
be angry farmers, but that literally half of that looks like
ビ
the
デオします
Whoa,
Wait,
whoa,
what?
whoa,
You have a
whoa, whoa, that's a
stand?
perma
Oh.
buff?
You have to have a
The
stance.
preparation.
アビリティじゃね
Wait, wait.
シナジのやつ
Whoa.
かけました
What is that?
Huh.
でなん
We
か
have applied the synergistic
デバフを
ability
入れました
and applied a
Dude, I
debuff.
love the music.
Oh, the new battle music is so good.
Yo,
oh, it's still a
8K.
big avatar.
That did 8K.
What? Gluttony?
No, it doesn't scale with the Lalafell.
I'm sorry, side attack.
Yeah, it doesn't. scale
11K.
Harvest Moon.
Harvest
No,
Moon.
no, sorry.
Ah.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Oh, there's the teleport. There's the
It looks so
teleport.
good.
殴っていくとまず
Yeah,
さっきのソウルゲージだ
it's like reverse ley lines.
So as you can see, when you continue to hit the enemy,
It's
the
like
voltage,
Machinist. Like, look at that. It's got
kind
the
of goes
same
up.
kind of skills.
Oh, like the heat gauge and battery gauge. Yeah.
Yeah.
I do like the portal a lot though. It's almost
Oh, it
like
looks
they
like I have a third
combine-
eye?
Oh,
Looks like we have a
You have a
third eye
shield,
kind of
yeah,
thing.
you have a
Yeah.
shield.
I love.
Wait,
Dude,
did
this.
技を使う
It has positionals. It has positionals.
でこんな形で
Why not? It's melee.
No, I'm happy about that. I'm glad it has positionals. Fuck yeah, dude. Let's
It's kind of
go.
hard to jump in with the translations, but
でこれでシュラウドゲージが50に
54 seconds of
That's
watching
the
next
the new one is the Shroud Gate.
Yeah,
but again,
that's
just a
shroud gauge.
reminder, once you
Why is it
attack using your
shroud?
avatar, the shroud
I mean,
is
that's queen.
supposed to fill up.
で、これですね
Right. Yeah. That'll be Queen when
This is
you can
Mars.
summon the avatar.
Yeah, you become the
And
avatar.
transform.
こんな感じ
Tiny.
It looks so good.
これちゃんとね皆さんのキャラ
Does it
が
count down?
このモードに
He's not worried about it going away. I don't think it counts down.
But
No,
yeah,
it counts.
it's-
It does.
each of your characters will take on
He's just not worried about it.
its own form, or not its own form, but I'm sorry. It's going to take form, and it'll still be your character.
Yeah, it does have
Oh
a
yeah, it
countdown.
does have a timer.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I can work with that as long as I'm not juggling it. You know?
it doesn't look like it. It almost looks
Yeah,
like you're
it's-
doing that for a
it's-
burst phase.
Yeah, it would be a burst phase. You wouldn't
これ
lose.
はいい中に
It wouldn't be something you could hold on to it, right?
英語にする
So like during perfect transition, you'd hold
this
it
is
and then
very,
you'd go
very,
into it. You might get more
emo.
based on more shroud too, you know?
That's true, yeah.
Or you could have two of it back to back because it only costs 50.
変わってまして
So if it's like inter-release, right, where it uses 50,
に対して前に
and then you could get two of them, that'd be really handy.
後ろに移動するアクションがあります
So as for a gap closer, there's a move where it'll allow for you to move towards like forward, and then there's a way to move kind of backwards.
で
So it has elusive and it has
ゲートを
Spine
It
shadow.
essentially has both of
勝手に残る
Red Mage's movement abilities in one skill.
これでここにゲートを
Except
Oh,
for
that
the-
gate lasts
You
7
did that.
seconds.
So
Give
you'll
the
be opening
gate.
You don't need to target
automatically.
either.
rift that you can go through.
Oh, but
and
you
it
have a
stays
time
open
limit on-
for a certain amount of time.
Oh, but you can use it, I assume.
Yeah, it's ley lines.
戻ることができる
Yeah, it is essentially jumping.
But
between
after
the
it
lines.
runs
So
out,
if you are
yeah.
able to
You can't
move before
after
the gate
it runs
closes
out.
up,
Yeah.
you can go back to.
Yes,
So
you
you have a
can
time
move
limit.
backwards and
So
then
you gotta time it well. Yeah. Okay.
I'm okay with that too.
Yeah, it's just
yeah,
ley
you can
lines.
move backwards too.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
it's like 8 seconds. That's,
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
まあ僕
That's
I mean,
enough to
yeah.
get.
メインで
Yeah.
別にリーパー使ってるわけじゃないんですけど
For
You
most
do a
of
couple
it,
of these
Yeah.
and you come back.
It's not planted either. That's
アン
good.
チにあらかじめ
Yeah.
一旦
Man, that's
置い
awesome.
ておいて
Yeah. So you could use it like get in greed, then use the teleport to get away, and then hit it
Of course,
again and
now
go
we're
right back
just,
in.
Making
Or vice
adjustments to it,
versa,
so
you
it's
know,
not
like,
this is a
Back
bleeding
out
edge,
and then.
but you would a way to
How do
go
you
about using
control
Can you-
whether it's front or back
leave
though?
it where it's
Can
done
you
so
actually
that
get-
an enemy
Get
can start
closer
to
forward and then falling
close
from the
gap
edge
towards
and
them,
then
hit
still
them,
coming
hit the
back.
That'd be funny.
Oh!
That'd be funny. Put your teleporter
Teleport
off
you,
the
like,
edge.
as you're- Yeah. If you do it right, yeah, probably.
Okay, what is
Well, there you
this?
go,
What does
full
that
Titan
say?
upgrade.
It looks like I don't. It's hard. Japanese tell, but it looked like it was charging.
Yeah.
Okay, there's 70.
早いです
Yeah, it's only 50, so you can store 2 of them, and it lasts 30 seconds. See, it's converting them to red, and then you use another skill, and it eats 2 of them.
take over.
Oh, the buffs though. Oh, that's the cast?
すごい。
That's the
You have the
finisher.
cast.
Wait, it has a cast? I didn't see that.
融合すると
Significant
あの
cast,
ちょっと
yes.
プレイ速度
Oh, wait,
変わる
the-
ので
The buff or the
結構
final hit?
テクニック
Final hit
Technical
had the cast bar.
で今まで
Significant
のよう
cast
に
time was
そ
at
の
least 3 seconds.
なんだろう単
Okay, so it's just like
体技
it's just like
ゲージを貯める
Midari
っていうよ
then.
りは
Yeah.
ソウルスライスとか
That's fine. I can work with that.
And yeah,
割とチャージアクション使って一気に
That this is basically like if they gave Samurai a raid buff. Like, that's about it.
What was the charge thing?
どんどん切り替えていくことになるんで
You need to
プレイ
have
が
it
今
before
まで
pool
と
or
かなり
what?
違います。
I don't know. It looks like it
But
like.
with the
I mean, I
tempo,
guess you would want to have it
But
before.
what
pool,
is
'cause you
these?
don't have
What are
to
these buffs?
charge it.
What are they?
It is quite fast, so it does require a lot of like technical aspect of it, and it's not necessarily.
I can't take it
like a
seriously when
single
he's making
target
those
all
cat
the time.
noises.
Sometimes it's like a soul slice, and adding some different abilities in there. It's not like an endurance thing. Like you don't
Omnio.
like build and build and build and build and unleash at one time, but it's quite fast. So I think the play style is quite different from what we had previous with it compared to any of the existing jobs.
So it's gonna be fast paced.
なんだろう
I like
一通
that.
り当然全部触ってますけど
I mean, I would be shocked if it
すごい気持ちよく
wasn't.
てね楽しかったっす。
That being said, looking at the different jobs, this one included, the tempo does feel really good. So I think it is quite interesting.
これはね結構やり込んでいただけるんじゃないかなと思います。
And so I think the more
I hope you guys have a shit turn.
get your
Wait,
hands on
he
it
didn't
and
teleport
try
when it ran
I
out.
think it's something that you can
No,
kind of
It
master
actually choose
and
not
try
to do it. You can
to,
just leave if you want.
Try to make the most.
Oh,
out
you
of
can
it. It is
cancel
quite
the-
fun.
You can just
Yeah,
let
he
it run
said-
out. And
But
then
I thought
it's
I thought they said it ran. I thought they said it auto teleported when you ran out.
No.
ガス欠に
No,
な
it's like
らないようにしていかなきゃいけないんでね。
Dude, I'm gonna have to sit there and just like stare at these skills.
Yeah, it'll take some time to, I think, figure this one out.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's okay.
なんだろういい感じの難しさになったかなとは思う。
Yeah, we're gonna do dungeon grind until you hit 80. So
Yeah, I'll figure it out eventually.
But of course you have to.
But the
be
best part is, I hope you
mindful
guys
of,
have party effects turned off
like
because I
resource
feel like the
management
avatar is gonna
and
scare people
making
for
sure
a
that the
few
gauges are up and,
few
Honestly,
days.
not worse than,
going through this properly,
than Unleash on Dark
it
Knight.
properly.
Yeah.
And of course,
Although
we're
I
watching
think-
a new job, very flashy.
Unleash
very
looks pretty
sweet.
scary as an AoE if you've never seen
Expect
it
to be
before.
very popular.
although
And
just
so
based on
we
looking at that, when
were
I'm
thought
running
about
dungeons with
making
you
it,
guys to get
a
Sage
little
and
bit less
Reaper levels,
challenging,
I
so
think
to
I'm gonna go
speak.
Warrior.
But I don't know. I think it's a good kind of difficult.
Oh,
and
they said
again,
even though it's going to be
something that
popular, they
would
didn't
be
want to
fun
make it like brain
master.
dead.
And the more you
Good.
delve deeper
Let's
into
hope
it,
so, huh?
the more I feel like you can get out.
It
of
looked
it.
like they were trying to.
まあベースの
They've been seeing the
コンボに
feedback
は
and they're trying to go away from things being brain dead, which makes me
アバターってある
more curious about the
技
new
みたいな時は
they did
公式が存在
Red
するもの
Mage.
もあります。なんかそこはどっちかっていうと味付けです。はい。
Yeah, Reaper, like at a
Of course, the
glance,
base
right?
combo,
At a glance, Reaper seems
doesn't
like it's a
require any
combination of
sort of
every
directionals,
DPS
but
class
once you
we
start
have.
involving your avatar, there will be.
Oh,
So
yeah.
be careful of that. But I think it's just it
Balance,
adds
like,
flavor
some
to
aesthetics
the
from each
different
one.
abilities that you're unleashing.
簡単じゃんってコン
It
ボ
seems like
コンボ
it
があ
plays
るんだ
like
けど
Machina as far as
高
its
速移
jump
動
gauges
しなが
go.
らなんだろう高速で回さなきゃいけない中で出てくるん
It's
で
got a couple
さ
like
さっき使ったのどっちだっけとか出てくるんで
Think
そんなに
Samurai.
簡単ではなかったですよ。はい。
And then we also have those people saying, "Oh, but it's an easy job" in the comments, which is not true. You are going to be moving around the battlefield pretty quickly, and you're
Fucking
also
push
trying to get
buttons.
through your rotations very
So
quickly.
hard.
So, and you also have to remember, okay, so I've used this skill, so where does it connect to next? So it's,
Oh, I
it's
can't
not
wait.
easy per se.
I can't wait. Give it to
今
me.
ね YouTube でね LB3 を
I mean, there's no way they don't
そう
show
そう
the
そうそうなんで
Sage
すけど
stuff too.
残念ながらですね、僕今日今使って
Give me a challenge. Give me something other than Brain Dead Dragoon right now.
LB3 フリーが使えないんですよ、残念ながら。
Skill
Oh,
speed.
yes, guys, right? The server name, if you see
I
the top
also see
right,
comments
Media
saying,
Tour
Yeah.
2021.
Yeah,
break
I mean-
free,
Yeah, I noticed.
Which is
but
essentially
I'm
this is the build
afraid
they're gonna
this is-
give to the
in
media
this
tour within the next couple of weeks.
world that we created for the media tour, we don't
He's almost
have the
got a
debug
million
command
gil.
to
They
unleash
cannot
the
show LB3
LB3.
now.
We don't have the debug command LB3 free, so sorry, I'm not able to show it to you.
Oh, we can't see
ただです
LB3.
ね、
State of the World
Oh,
is free
wow.
もうすでに
MSQ
公開している
because of the tower
ベ
in
ン
the
チマーク
background.
トレーラ
Yeah.
ーの最後にゼノスが使ってるなんかすごいやつがリーパーの LB3 です。
ああ、なるほど。
はい。
Oh,
yeah,
they
no,
just.
Xenos. Yeah, like
Yeah,
Xenos
Xenos.
does it in the
You may
trailer.
have seen the benchmark trailer, but when you see
Yeah. Xenos
Xenos
does
at the end, and he does this really flashy move, that is the Reaper's LB3.
Oh, and
な
confirmed.
のであ
So
れを
that
ご
was
覧いただくと
LB3.
LB3。
Oh, what they showed in the-
Yeah.
Just wanted to see
In the
Sage
benchmark.
one.
The giant
So
scythe
I think
coming
that was a
down.
good reference
Yeah,
if you want
that
to
was
see
the
what
LB3.
the Reaper's LB3 looks like.
はい。
What about Sage?
ではちょっと。
I mean, they're
これ
still
は今終わりに
finishing
しよ
up
うと思
melee
うんですけど
DPS. I'm sure
ま
they'll
あ
get
2時
to.
間になるんで、
そうなんです。
3休憩と。
はい。なので、
Well,
コーラで
intermission.
一旦ちょっと手短
Oh,
に
intermission
10
now.
分ぐらい、10分休憩ぐらいを
はい
一回挟みたいなと。
はい。
で
Are they
休憩明けたら
going
残り
to
の
show us when we can buy that T-shirt?
シリーズの DPS とヒーラーに行こう。
全
The
然4時間
T-shirt?
後じゃん
Yeah.
あの
Yo, dude, what if that
数字で言いますと
T-shirt
当初思っ
you
てたより
get
今40分ぐ
the
らい
code for the
かかるもんです
perfect
Oh,
Alex
So,
Mobius
we have
Orchestra.
actually
Mobius,
talked about
yeah.
Yeah,
that.
I would buy it. I would
We
pre-order it
haven't
the second it
gotten
goes up.
I mean,
Dude, if
yeah.
that's the case,
we've
if
gone
that's the
through
case, I'm making a fucking square
melee
account
DPS,
and
but I think
I'm
we would
buying
like to
that
take a
shit.
10-minute break, and then we'll jump
Should
back
probably
into
do that
the
right now
remaining
since it's going to be difficult
DPS.
to do. Get one
Yeah,
when it comes out.
we're on about a 40-minute delay at this point, so I think we want to
40
take
minute
a
delay,
quick
dang.
break.
Whoops.
Oh wow.
ですので、ここから10分間
Sounds
休
about
憩
right.
取りたいと思います。予定外のマジ休憩なので、音も特にございません。本当の休憩でございます。
はいはい
So now we want to have a 10 minutes break. It's pure
Alright.
break, so
Ready check.
no video
Ready check
to show
at,
during the
10 after.
this break, so, 10分後にお会いしましょう。では、
It's
let's
for a
see you
while.
again in 10 minutes.
tell you, man, Sage is gonna be like fucking
I have
Pulp
to check
Fiction.
the trailer.
Yeah, I wanna take a look at the
Marvin in
trailer.
Yeah, I'm
Shot
gonna watch
Marvin
it
in the
again.
face.
Go to bio first.
Yeah, I'm gonna bio get a drink.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
fresh my drink.
Wait, yo, is that supposed to be Alphino?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he's traditionally been blue.
That's his new outfit.
Yeah, Shiro's right. The red mage could start doing melee combo at like 50 gauge.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. It definitely looks like. I'm waiting to see.
Just straight up gives you 50 of each mana now.
Yeah, it looks like you can just Matification and then you can just go right into combo.
I'm still waiting to see if they show it, but it looked like they added a lot more depth to the class. Exactly what I was looking for.
For
They
red
didn't.
mage?
They didn't add anything crazy. It just looked like they added more depth to it and changed up how some of it plays.
I felt like it just looks. They added the like the extra, like I don't know what that is, like the sword.
Oh, there goes fucking Xeno already has his job.
It looks
action.
the same though to me.
Trait.
Aside from the gauge change to start melee combo, there's no dot or anything like some people were thinking. I don't think.
No, it doesn't look like there's a dot. I'm curious how the three little icons work and how that changes up how your finishers work. But that's also why it seems like they at least added a bit more optimization and depth to the class. It just doesn't look like it's going to be anything too crazy. But it looks like it's just not going to be as brain dead as it was. I mean, I don't know how it's going to play at a low level, but like I said, I just want more that I can
It looks
optimize.
very similar. It looks very similar to how it plays now because it has like engagement. And I think what it's allowing you to do with the 3 points is just you can hold that third hit. The end of the melee combo.
Essentially, you can hold your finisher because of all the situations that have even come up in T of just, hey, look, your finisher is so long, Alexander goes away. As
so you
Scorch
don't
is
want to go into
casting.
exactly. So like for example, like in Liquid, right? You have gauge up ready for a melee combo, but you don't want to use it at all because then you won't be able to finish with Scorch.
Yeah, and then I don't have it for.
Yeah, so instead you can still do the melee combo and then just save the 3 charges for after the transition.
Which would honestly, with that, be the better way to play.
Yeah, that just it's more of like almost like a quality of life thing where it's just like you can just actually do stuff.
Yeah,
instead of holding everything all the time.
Yeah.
Instead of holding and overcapping, you can actually like use things and pre-prep a hell of a lot more. Like I said, it's going to be a lot more just optimization tricks.
It'll be less, you know, how lucky did you get with getting your melee combo in?
Procs.
Yeah, because that's
well,
my
it's
biggest
nice
concern.
It's nice being able to start at 50 instead of having to go 80.
Yeah, and that's a big quality of life thing. Because
So it's like you can
it's less randomness. It's less relying on procs.
Yeah, so that way you could also, if you have like even more gauge, that you can go into melee combo, you know, more frequently.
Right. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of just like ways to optimize it and ways to tweak it on a per fight basis.
Oh, by the way, the Molinet builds those 3 little gauges that you spend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw. I'm interested to see, and I'm interested to mess with it. But I'm definitely going
Wait,
to be
is
messing
that
with
big
Summoners.
shield thing actually like an upgraded Emboldened?
It could. I don't know.
Maybe it's just, yeah, I don't know. It seems weird. It looks weird.
It looks like a barrier, but I feel like it should be like maybe an Emboldened because I don't see Emboldened.
I mean, honestly, it could just be.
I think it's an upgraded Emboldened, honestly.
But once again, it like, depending. I mean, I guess we're gonna find out way more once it comes out. But it seems once again, they're rewarding players' skill.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Oh,
That's
I see
what's
what-
drawing me to Reaper right now is because like they're taking a lot of the, a lot of the skill out of Dragoon. Because it Dragoon's already pretty popular for new players, and it's a starting job, right? It's like Lancer's a starting job. So I would almost picture like Reaper as the upgrade from Dragoon for people who have like gotten tired of how static Dragoon is and want something with a little bit more variety, but also rewards you for playing like a crackhead.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just looking at it, it looks like they've been doing what they can to keep the skill floor as low as they can, so that people can try whatever job they want, so they'll be able to do content with it. But it looks like, at least for some of the stuff, Dragoon, it was hard to tell. For Monk, absolutely, and for what they talked about for a lot of the tanks too, it seems like they're finally raising the skill ceiling.
Mm-hmm. If they made Dragoon like the intro melee, I wouldn't necessarily be upset.
Okay, yeah. The Dark Knight ability that's not Flood, it's something else.
はい、戻ってまいり
Because
ま
the
した。
animations have
96
two
回
very
の私
distinct
プロデュースされた
graphical.
ライブ
But it could be an upgrade.
情報のご説明を続けております。
The thing that I noted was that it didn't extend your dark side.
Yeah, no, but if you look at
explaining
the
job
when he brings Frey out, it goes through the same actions.
Yeah.
Just that one gets
行きましょう
thrown in.
か。
That's what I noticed.
続いて
It's
は
like it almost looked like he was copying you
遠
ability
隔
for
物
ability.
DPS です。
Physical ranged.
So,
What is with that
physical range
surprised
DPS
face on Bard?
They're surprised they're still in the game.
They're all female too.
じゃあまず共通点からなんですけど、まあ遠隔物
All the melee were male and all the
さっきお話し
physical range
した
were female.
基本的に性能を上げてるんで
Monk was a female Highlander.
Oh yeah, you're right.
になっております。
But of course,
Yeah,
the
same
dancer
thing.
has like the
for
bunny
physical
butt there.
range
Like,
DPS, and this goes across all of the jobs within this role.
Yeah, the surprise face on the
parity between the physical and magical damage
Of the
attributes of weapons
Yeah.
will be at the same. And then yeah, it's just similarly to what we had explained about how we're bolstering the
yes, we get
physical,
it. The parity is going to be
damage
across
calculation.
everything.
I know
You
they
don't
have to say, but they gotta say it for every single one of them.
Interesting.
Yeah, because someone's going to come out and be like, "Nah, but you didn't say it."
Going to the later point in the
And
stream.
each job is just they have been updated accordingly in a fairly orthodox manner. So we'll just jump into each individual ones.
で、共通してるポイントとしてもう一個あってダメージ軽減系の、バフですね。パーティーバフは3ジョブともリキャストが90秒になってます。
But there's
Isn't
one
it 90
additional point
second
that
already?
What?
Like it's Robadon
applies
and-
across the physical range DPS jobs is that any sort of buffs that mitigate damage,
They said
the
it
recast
became
timer
90
has been adjusted to 90 seconds.
さあ、
They're-
で
they're
は銀融
120.
詩人からいきましょう。
Oh.
Okay, so jumping right into
Wait, what?
That's
Bard.
actually a good change. We can use the
Bard's
negation
getting a
bit
lot
more.
of changes.
Oh.
まず既存3種類の
Make
戦略
available a new action party-wide enhancement.
追加しております。
But will Bard also get that party
Says
wide
each of
enhancement?
the
Yeah, that would be
songs
fucked.
will make available a
Well,
new
we get a new
action
action,
that
so
applies
that's
a
the trade-off
party-wide
maybe, if we
enhancement.
don't.
Already buffing action?
Man.
によるね、支援を
Because
結構
the
リクエ
new
ストされる
action
機
I
会が
saw like a
多
whole
かった
bunch
の
of
で
like
Increases
So
party crit rate
basically-
by amount of crit percent that was
効果
applied.
内容がね、こうさらに上昇してい
Okay,
く
so
みたい
so
な
basically, all your songs are foes again.
So of course, there has been a lot of feedback and requests for more like abilities that would allow for like support using songs. And so we wanted to take the existing 3 songs that the Bard has in its kit and kind of add a sort of party buff and something that would enhance its effect.
で、まあ、エイペックスアローから発生する新アクションが追加されてたりします。
And then
It's gonna
a
be
new
another
action will
GCD.
be available
It's
upon
another Apex
execution
arrow where
of
the arrow
each
yeah,
comes back.
it just probably upgrades it and then I hit the
余震のメ
GCD
ヌエ
again.
ットとか
You hit the button and the arrow comes
が
back.
リキャスト120秒合わせになるなど、細かく調
You're
整
gonna
が
turn
行われます
into the blue guy
And
from
then other
Guardians
adjustments
of the Galaxy.
include,
You're just gonna
Wanderer's
whistle and the
Minuet
arrows are gonna
and
fly
Battle
around.
Voice. various
Dude, that'd be
fast
awesome.
timers have been,
And have the trail, like the
adjusted
laser
to
trail.
match,
Yeah.
120 seconds, and other various adjustments have been made.
That actually would make Bard pretty cool.
Yeah, actually. So they're kind of built around a 120,
Sorry, one moment.
120 seconds.
Song duration, maybe.
What's happening? Are they?
はい大丈夫です
Wait, what?
They're having-
まあ詩人はそんなところですね。はい。
There's
で
nothing
続い
else.
てコメントでも変えるとこあんまねえだろうって言われてる貴公子なんですが、はい、貴公子に行きたいと思います。
That was it. That was the
The
only
next
thing for
step
Bard.
is just
Okay.
the comments that
Who
well,
cares
what else were you
not much you
expecting?
can change with the machinist, but we'll talk about the machinist
Typical
anyway.
Bard.
The song buff at the end of the three symbols. They didn't talk about that.
一つ目、機械をモチーフにした新アクション、回転のこぎりが追加されてます。
Chainsaw.
そう
Chainsaw.
Okay,
mechanically themed action called Chainsaw.
Well, I mean, yeah, that was in 6.
で、あとはですね、
おー
動画にもありました
はい
が、
夢ってボタンです
に新しい攻撃アクションが追加されてます。
New
And
action for
this
Queen.
was featured in the
Oh,
video
it's
as
just gonna be the
well, but
upgraded
a
pile
new
bunker
action
thing.
Yeah.
will be added
So,
to
Yeah,
the
that's what I
machinist limey confirmed.
そうですね、他だと整備が、2チャージのアクションになってます。
I think Venus
Britain.
changed, right?
Oh,
and
two
Insignia.
turns.
and other changes.
I think Tribo Machinist is probably the most
reassemble,
successful
reassemble.
rework in the history of the game so
chargeable
far.
up to 2 charges.
で
Oh,
こ
just
ち
wait
ら
till
は
we
で
get
す
the
ね、管
summoner.
理が必要なので、
Like I said, you know, so
溢れないよ
far.
うに適時使っていただく必要が出てきます。
2 reassemble charges?
Yeah.
Of course,
So you can
with
reassemble
the
drill and
this
reassemble
ability
air
being
anchor.
charged,
Ooh.
You probably
But
want
do
to
you need to
reassemble
use to the
chainsaw
saw
and
to
drill.
waste once it's charged up. So,
Probably reassemble
just make
chainsaw
sure
and then
that you
reassemble
are,
drill.
kind of strategically placing
Oh,
it
like-
Oh,
and
Just-
just
what about
allowing
just
to
play,
Shotgun.
play 6.
build up.
Well,
as
the shotgun
needed.
looked AoE.
あとは
Yeah,
本
so
当
you
主
would
に
see
新
me if
技
you're an
追加
AoE
で
and
まあ
then
少
you'd
ない
want to
言
reassemble
葉
the
で
shotgun.
快適にっていうところ
Specifically
は
a cone.
変わ
Yeah,
らな
because
い
you didn't really
形
have
に
anything
してあり
good to
ます。
reassemble in AoE.
No.
And then
This is
most
auto-
of the adjustments
auto
are
crossbow.
primarily
Yeah.
just
Yeah,
new
Bioblaster.
actions being added. We
What?
have not changed the concept of trying to keep the number of abilities that are assigned to your hotbar and still play comfortably.
What? Machinist was crackhead. Leave it a crackhead.
So that's it for the
Oh,
machinist.
see, they got the fucking, they got the
続い
Great
て
Britain
踊
flag.
り子ですが、
Dancer's thing is bigger.
Next up is the dancer.
You share it across single target and AoE?
カスケード自己化とかのバフがですね、
Weird.
単体と範囲で共有化されるようになります。
Weapon skill effects such as flourishing
Machinist had, like,
cascade
the
will now be shared
weakest-
across single target
That was
and
like the
AoE
least of
skills.
Machinist's problems, I think, is
Eh,
hotbar
what do you
space. I think it
think?
had the lowest amount of buttons of any job in the game.
インプロとかですね、
Machinist, yeah, it's pretty
攻めの単語
it's pretty
から
well
さらに発生
condensed.
する
New
そういうのが
actions
今回
for
追加されています
doing improv, technical, and
New
devilment.
actions will be available upon the execution of technical.
Nice,
finish,
they timed it so Dancer
improvisation,
has this
and
music.
devilment.
Of course they
踊
would.
り子はバファーのね要素が強い DPS としてまあそのまま進化してます。はい。
I wonder if Devilment you get that
So of
like
course, with the
those
dancer,
chakram
it does allow for
Probably.
Different
pro
buffs
things that you
to
saw.
be,
Like,
Yeah, like the
applied
bird,
to
like the
be
birds, and then the
allowed for,
fucking
applying different
daggers.
buffs
Oh,
to your
yeah,
party
the
members,
birds,
and
yeah.
So we've kind of kept
It's
that.
Actually,
funny
technical might
that,
give you the birds.
The update.
Yeah.
here.
Like, Dancer
まあ、単
and
体とさっき
Abner,
お話したように、
like,
単体と範囲で面倒だったプロックの管理を統一して
derivative
あり
of
ます。
Turkish culture.
And then as mentioned
But their
earlier,
language is
different
derivative
buffs that
of
are,
German.
applied sometimes, and it was rather a hassle because you had to differentiate between like single target versus AOE and.
Well, that means
buffs
Flourish is
had to be
gonna
managed
make
between
less
those,
Noise.
was made or is going to be made
Basically.
simpler.
Flourish is just gonna activate 4 skills as opposed to like. 12. I remember the first time we saw Flourish, we were like, "What the fuck? Look at all those buffs!"
今回範囲攻撃も同様にステップアクションに置き換わるようになってるので、ホットバーを切り替えね、範囲と単体で分けてた人は範囲側でもそれができるようになるので、かなり楽になるんじゃないかなと思います。はい。
And so, because we tried to make things
Do
a bit more
the AoE
smoother in
procs.
terms of like
And because they were higher
executing your
potency than a regular
different
single target, you
rotations.
had to use them.
Previously,
Yep.
whenever
Yep.
you were doing a single
Now all the
target
AoEs look
attack
like they're
and
lines.
your hotbar switched to the different step actions, and you'd have to
Except
switch
maybe
over
Fandits too, I don't know.
because AoE does not have that kind of simplicity. We actually updated it so that you don't have to worry about it with the AoE attacks. It's in a similar system where it'll switch into that sort of dance step action mode where the buttons will be replaced by the necessary next steps. So I think before, if you had sort of had to manage like 2 separate hotbars for single target versus AoE attacks, I think it makes things a lot more simpler. Yeah.
Oh my God, Shirachi
であ
was
とは
right
です
on
ね
it.
ダ
That
ンスを
shit's
成
so
功さ
good.
せると付与されるエスプリ
Me
っていうのがあるんで
posted.
すけど、まあ踊り子本人だけ今回から、確率蓄積じゃなくて、本人だけ確定で
That was literally me watching it. It's just-
And
it's
then,
like, yeah,
of course,
okay.
there's a spirit.
Oh, the paladin
which is
one,
applied
yeah.
sometimes when a dance is successful, and it's applied. Sometimes it's applied to yourself at random, but we've changed it just for the dancer themselves. It's going to a spirit is going to build. It'll be guaranteed to build.
Guaranteed to build how?
と大
Just
体踊り子そ
over
んな
time.
感じ
Just guaranteed to build.
Yeah, it's probably just like
Over
whenever you
time.
get a proc, it gives you a feather now.
Bob the Builder.
It sounds like they want to take out a lot more of just like the randomness of procs.
Yeah, that's-
That's the king of procs.
はい
It was a little coin
People
toss
were
every time,
talking
50% on
about
every
with
single
the
GC.
Bard,
Yeah, and it
doesn't
sounds like they're
seem
trying to get away from that.
take any-
Well,
mean,
and then you
that-
had the
that's really
50% on top of the
helpful, I
50%.
Yeah,
I'm
it's really
afraid
helps
we
with
are still
balance.
making adjustments.
Probably
still,
makes
so
parsing with a
I'm,
little less
I
of a hassle.
can't
Oh,
confirm
yeah.
or deny on that point.
Yo, but legit
Right.
though,
あのごめ
if
ん
Machinist
Well,
is
parsing
getting a
on
chainsaw, they
Dancer is
better get
based
the
on
Jason
your-
mask.
Your partner.
そういう問題じゃない。
僕ら別にそう
If
いう
your
のを
partner
調
was
整してる
good,
わけ
you
じゃ
would
ない
parse well.
That just means that you got a
People are
partner me
commenting
now.
that, oh, maybe we can negotiate. by
Because I'll get more
commenting
GCDs
on-
off.
I think it's a little too late for that. That's
Best as
not
fuck,
what
boy.
we're- what we base our decisions
It's gonna
on.
be skill
I'm
speed.
sorry.
I'd actually be okay with it now, seeing its kit. It looks like the GCD, the OGCDs aren't nearly as bad. They're like kind of like use them as you need them instead of spamming on cooldown.
別に全体バランスから知ってるんですけど、ね、
Fucking
踊り子も、
Korean
ね、
button
本体回
measure
復
fighting
低
game
な低い
This is
バー
fuck boy.
はい、そこはバランスなのでご容赦ください。
casters now.
Oh,
And
do no
I
Bard
do see that
adjustments,
people
so hold
are
your horses
commenting
for
on,
now.
"Oh, why is it just Bard? Why? It's not fair." But I mean, this affects the damage that is being dealt.
Because
and
y'all
we do need
motherfuckers
look
get
at
to
it
play
from,
guitar,
a
okay?
balance
Fuck you, that's
perspective.
why.
We also
Wait, what are people
made
saying about Bard? What?
adjustments to the dance
Like, I'm
retriever
I'm on
as the
the
damage,
translation
has been sort of
thing. They said,
adjusted as
do
well,
no Bard is
so,
still under
these
adjustment, so
adjustments-
hold your horses for now.
Oh, okay.
では次いきますよ。
行きましょう。
はい。
Ah, the section I care
遠
about.
隔魔法 DPS
They
タイプ
put
です
in
ね
the healer at the very end.
こちら
Healers at the
共
end.
通項はですね、シンプルに。
We gotta keep saying the
Oh,
whole
here's
time.
parity between blah blah.
Nope, Addle.
Oh,
Yeah,
here's Addle. Addle, there you go. Yeah.
と言ったのと
Same thing for
今
Addle,
逆で
except
アドルには、
reverse.
物理ダメージの
Dark Knight doesn't
減少
even get
少
his
しだけ
reprisal
入れる
anymore.
ことにしました。
They're just getting rid of reprisal.
So with magical ranged
giving it
DPS,
to everybody.
Of course, there
Fucking
is
bullshit.
The major change would be to Addle, kind of similar to what we've done with Feint, where it adds just a little bit of magic damage.
Well, look, if they're gonna be making
a
this
reduction, with Addle,
know,
it'll allow for just a little
disparity
bit, but
between the two
some
types
reduction
of
of damage in
damage,
physical attack.
there better be more than two things that do physical damage.
まず黒魔導士です。
Wait,
So So
You could
going
prob
into
so you could just
individual
stack them
jobs
as well,
versus
right?
the black
So you,
mage.
if there wasn't that much
If it
rate by
does-
まず一番でかい変更点がですね、エノキアムが
Yeah, so you could
特性
stack
に
two of
変
them
わりま
together.
した。アストラルファイヤ
Yeah.
ー
Oh, here it
Automatically
is.
applied.
Oh,
That's
why they
nice.
didn't have it.
が付与
That's
されると
nice.
自動的に
But
Oh, you don't have to, like,
oh,
maintain it?
okay.
Yeah, it just happens now.
So I think one of the most major changes
Oh, so,
is
yeah,
that
get rid of the-
Inokian will be
Well,
a
I
trait
mean,
that is
Black Mage.
automatically
If you really-
applied while
if you
under the
really
effect
wanna
of
think
Astral
about it in
Fire or
terms of
Umbral
lore,
Ice.
ここは
As a
ちょっと
black
悩まな
mage
かったわけではない
gets stronger,
んですけど、
you would think
やっぱりこれ
that
が
would be the
分かりにく
case.
さを
They
さら
just
に
know
You
how to
eventually,
use
yeah, just have it innate.
It's honestly pretty fine, you know, like
プレイヤー
you
の
never
間の
dropped
こう
Enochian as long as you remain control. You're in control of your character and you didn't die or do something really bad.
And this was actually a very
It's
hard
pretty much
decision,
effortless to keep up.
Or like,
Yeah.
it did require a lot of thinking, because it
I think this is just their way of getting
while
rid of
it
a
was,
button, honestly. But I'm okay with it.
it was causing
Because
dis-
you
a
never used
disparity
Enochian's
with
button for
the player
anything else. You used it once in a
skill,
fight
so,
and ideally, and that was that.
we decided that we were going to make the update.
で特定の状況で続いて
Yeah,
です
unless
け
you
ど、
like
アスト
died
ラ
or
ルフ
something,
ァイヤ
right?
ーとアンブラ
Yeah.
ブリザードを切り替える、まあとさらに特定の条件がある中でアストラルファイヤーとアンブラブリザードを切り替えると発動できる、すごい魔法が炎と氷が合わさって最強に見えそうな魔法が追加されてます。
Oh, huh.
And under certain conditions, swapping between Astral Fire and Umbral Ice will
Well,
make
we saw, like,
new actions
Blizzard
available.
5
One
and
of which is
Fire
a
5.
really cool looking.
That's not what
like a
make Black- that's not what
combination
makes
of
Black
fire
Mage
and
hard.
ice kind of a spell.
No, no, I'm just saying like that's
まあ、
the
黒魔同士
conditions,
はやっぱ
right?
り
Of
サ
Astral
ム
Fire
ライ
and
同
Umbral
様
Ice
に
with the
ピ
new
ュア
actions.
DPS として、まあ、戦闘進化
You
して
gotta
ます。
remember, I'm a
蘇
few
生も持
seconds
ってません。
behind y'all.
はい。
Oh.
And with the Black Mage, of
I do
course,
think, like, from
we're kind of
a-
like the
from like
Samurai,
a progression
if you wanted
standpoint,
to
like
kind of
Black Mage
evolve it,
has the most
as a
lore-friendly
pure DPS,
progression,
of course,
right? Like
no
between
raised
expansions for skills.
capabilities.
Whereas like Dragoon is just like, okay, we got, you know, we figured out how to do a move that we probably could have done at level 1, but whatever. But like Black
And
Mage
of
is like,
course,
you have
going
to
back
practice with
to,
a spell, right? And you have to learn
it was
to control the
quite
spell, and then you
grasp
can make a
for,
stronger spell.
certain
So it
players,
makes, I
especially
think from
those who
a
are,
progression standpoint,
unfamiliar
Black Mage
with,
makes the most sense.
The different
Yeah, so I'm
Black
saying this
Mage
whole
actions,
deal with
and
Enochian.
it did
From a lore
cause
perspective, it's
disparity
understandable.
between,
Yeah.
Yeah,
the
you just become
damage
so
dealt,
in tune
so
with
we
the
have decided
astral.
Well, the
to
same could be said for
change
Summoner,
Enochian
right?
to
With the new
be
one, with
a
how
trait.
what they're doing with Summoner.
True.
Like, you know, it comes to a point where like you don't need the Eggy anymore because you can control the primal itself.
を伸ばしてあるので、まあ、ちょっと折り返しでやらなきゃいけないことが今回増えてるので、その分サンダーブロックの継続時間を伸ばしたりしてます。
Spam the field with
I'm
the,
surprised there wasn't a lot of people freaking out over where's my Ramu summon,
And then the
because everyone lost their
Well,
shit when there wasn't a Ramu Eggy.
Well, I mean, what else can they really do?
Or I'm sorry, Fire 4? Sorry, Faiga is Fire 4, sorry.
I mean,
And
at,
Thunder.
at this point, it
and
would
the part
literally
that is
just
applied
be
whenever those are in
like
effect
the
has been
carbuncle
extended.
skin.
Yeah.
Because,
If you wanted to do the other
it
three.
helps with the rotations, and there are more things that you need to be doing in your different like skill sets and going back and forth, and some of the repeated steps that need to be done has kind of increased. So I think it helps with if these procs are on a bit longer, so that there's room to kind of make use of that.
あとはですね、ファイラとブリザラどうなったんだろうっていうコメント見ましたけど、ファイラとブリザラはですね、上位の魔法が登場してですね、範囲焼きのローテーションが変わります。はい。
And then Fire 2 and
Blizzard 2 got upgraded.
Blizzard 2 is going to have like
Brings
a
the most
one
useless
step
button on
higher
Black
to
Mage's
that, so
toolbar
that
after, like, level
your
30.
Yeah, you basically never use
AoE
it.
rotation will change.
ついに魚が登場するのかっていうのが
Free space than you would in B2.
Use freeze.
Oh, you
Yeah.
have a 4 or 5?
そうだから日本語名だとね、英語とかはね、4、5とかなんですけど、 日本語だとね、どうすんだろう。これ実は
Man, I wonder
ですね
if you still just go with
FF
freeze
委員会で議論しました。
まあ
どうしよう。
Maybe.
So you gotta understand with the Japanese names, and you may be familiar with this, like Fai turns into Faira, Faida, or Faiga, and then we have different tiers and different suffixes that we put in the Japanese language. And once you get to a certain point, you have to start making up some of these suffixes. And we had to bring it up to the Final Fantasy brand committee and make sure that they're kosher with it. And we had to like
The
debate
brand
about
committee.
this.
この
Wow.
系統を増やすってだって FF の歴史上結構重要なわけですよ。
うん
で、
Fire Bunga.
Fire
委員長に
Bunga.
行くの14ぐらいだから吉田さんは思い切って作っていいよって言われて、
マジか。
うん
And you know, because the
They told him
franchise
You could just make up one.
is very
No, we go with
we
Yugiri.
have a
Fire.
long
Yeah,
time
yeah,
in
yeah.
history
Yeah,
of
right.
Having that sort of additional tiers to these magic spells is actually a big deal because it's kind of breaking history. But the current sort of brand executive, Mr. Kitase, was very kind to say, well, the only people who go a higher tier beyond what was already established is 14. So, Mr. Yoshida, I will trust it. I will trust your judgment to come up with a nice suffix.
そう言われた私、
はい。
14 breaking the boundaries of
Yeah.
Final Fantasy.
で今回
Breaking boundaries
我らの
intensifies.
勝利はハイファイヤー。
わー、ひよったー。
High Fire.
But that
High
made me
Fire.
scared.
High five.
It just freaked me
Sure,
out.
whatever.
On the
Well, they're
flip
gonna call it
side,
Fire
so
5 in
I went
English, but
with
that's funny.
High Fire.
Dude, just give us, give Black Mage the fucking the Shantoga skills.
今回じゃなくて
Dragon Forward.
In English, it'll just be Fire 5.
Yeah.
And
That's the benefit
one
of
these
English is they
things,
just
yes,
gave it a
we will
number. They just
eventually
gave
have
it
to
fucking
expand further
numbers.
out in our tiers, and we will have to
Which
come
is
up with a
especially
nice sort of
interesting
suffix
because
to
in
add
a lot
on
of
here.
English
But this time,
Final
I, you know,
Fantasies, it
I
actually
kinda
does
took it
have
out.
the Japanese naming convention.
Yeah.
みんなね、見損なったぞ。
That sort of thing is actually harkening back to like the
ひよってんな
like
とか結構
vintage
コメントあるんです
English
よ。
names.
いいっすか？
Yep.
でも僕が
Yep.
ね、仮にですよ、このためにファイ行ってしたとしますよ。
うん。
そしたら KR 行とかですかね、今後全部。
そうね。それは困る。
いいんですね、それで。
よ
And I see comments on the Japanese
Of
side.
course he
Oh,
would.
you chickened
Of
out.
course he would fucking
Yoshida."
meme with his favorite job.
But let me, to be fair, like if we add like say a gyo suffix and like it's by gyo, anything that's like a tier 4 or tier 5 magic is going to be like tier gyo, you know?
ね。
そうなんですよ。まあなんで、まあ今回はちょっと、私いろいろ考えまして、
なるほど。
そこに無難に落としときました。
So after much thought, we have decided to settle on that.
あとはまあまあちょっと話を車同士に戻すと、激セーマが2スタックの
So, you know, synchronization between the different like
で30秒でチャージするんで、こ
Good
れも結構腕に差
Sharpcast.
が出てくるかな、使いどころ。
2 charges of Sharpcast?
I still don't know when to use that properly.
Same.
Or Thunder.
It's like you want to have it up before
Like,
something
There's
that triggers
another
it.
charge action.
Yeah,
for
Thunder-
Black
So,
Mage
Thunder
that
fire
Ideally
has
Thunder.
been,
Okay.
Yeah,
added.
Thunder's
Another
the
Like,
recall.
charge
having
has been
2
added
charges
to that
means you
stat.
maybe you can you have more freedom of when you
ゴ
use
レン
it.
マは一応言ってみたんだけど、却下されました。
And then there was comments about, well, what about an additional like
Ensure that you have an
like
F3
a
proc
multiple
if you happen to
casts,
need an F3.
like a five consecutive casts, and
well, I mean, didn't
I
they say that
proposed
they're
the idea, but it
extending
was
the
rejected.
timers on that?
まあでも黒はタイムラインに合わせていく面白さが一番面白いところだと思ってるので、そこはそのまま残した感じです。一緒に苦労していきましょう。
But with sorry, going back to what Yoshida-san said about Gekisima, that's Sharpcast. Sorry, Sharpcast has an additional charge now with the update. But in any case, with Black
Like, we're
Mage,
not
it
getting
is
double
trying
cast.
to match your different spells according to the timeline of the
That
battle.
would be
So,
silly.
that challenge still remains, and I think it still sort of lives up to that.
さあでは続いてのジョブ、赤間同士に行こうかなと思います。
はい。
Red
Okay,
Mage.
next item is the
Second
red
sharp
mage.
should get enough in mobility, I feel like.
赤間同士はですね、まず1個目、スコーチから、派生する新アクション。
No action wave available upon exit. Another
Go
finisher?
from sports.
First one
Yeah, it was
is
the
a new
sword,
action
like-
will be
Yeah.
That was
available.
the
shooting the swords things.
pierce.
The vines or whatever.
Yeah,
Maybe
the
so
Rose
long.
Pierce or whatever.
Wait, Scott is still there.
であとですね、
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like. But I don't like the fact they're just extending the summoner. Okay.
Change to
範
AoEs.
囲攻撃に変更してあります
Finally!
なので範囲ローテーションからも
This should
Oh,
have been
yeah,
like
that-
that
that
at the
changes me.
beginning.
That changes T like crazy.
And then
Oh,
the
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Clear, your Holy, and Scorch will be changed to AoEs as
Wow.
available as part of
Yeah,
the
that new
It's
action.
Red Mage's time to shine.
Yeah, and you
Mm,
know,
Yeah,
Hard
that's
Gold
そう
it.
ですね、
Dustin.
ちょっと防御バフの結構パ
Yeah,
ーティー
defensive.
Well,
That was
Oh,
a
it's
shield.
defensive, so it wasn't emboldened.
Yeah, it was a shield.
Oh, huh.
It was actually a shield.
イメージ
Sure, why not?
Wait, so you have Addle plus a shield? What the heck?
Yeah.
Plus
And then the
emboldened.
third point is a defensive party-wide.
Maybe they took Embolden away and gave you defensive
Is
instead.
pretty powerful,
I don't
so,
like that.
You can also
see that
help
the
out
new
with the
action
support sort of way.
available after Scorch is going to be called Scorchaga.
あマジック
ダマジック
But it's a ver barrier.
今英語名調査中です
Defensive party wide.
Versoil. It's Versoil.
出てるか大丈夫
Uh huh.
That's all it is. It's just another soil.
バマジックごめんね発音悪くてバ
Bomb match.
Ooh, if they called it Phalanx, that would be cool. That was a red mage thing in 11.
Oh, Phalanx?
Magic barrier.
Yeah.
Surprised they didn't give Red Mage chain spell.
普通です
When it's the 11 trait.
Oops.
But you're,
Well, I
you're-
wanted 11, or I wanted red mage to have the end spells to enhance your sword with like end fire.
Yeah, end fire and arrow and-
調整されてます
They have it in the game though. Enemies have it.
なんですけど
Only in AR.
you're not going to get that because
ブラックマナー
they
ホワ
need
イ
to
トマナ
give
ーの
that
消費量
to
が減ってます今回
Yeah, Rune Fencer might have it. Yeah.
So with the red mage, there are a lot of granular changes that have
Yeah,
updates.
it's basically
that
just gonna be
have
the caster
been made.
version of Dancer.
Of course, we have added new spells, but we have also adjusted the weapon skills and the different sort of the magic sword, the black mana and the white
We've been
mana
gathering for the last, like,
depletion
2.5 hours.
amount has been reduced.
I'm up to
マナフィケーションを使ったらもうそのマナフィケーション1回分で、フルコンボまでいけるようになってるので、開幕のバーストはかなり速くなりました、はい
And then with manification, you are able to do like one combo with it. So the burst that you can have at the start of a battle definitely is quicker.
ただまあそのままだと魔法剣の回数が上がりすぎて、まあ、それはそれでキャスターっぽくなくなっちゃうので、各、魔法を使った時のホワイトマナとブラックマナの増加量っていうのを下げることによって、全体の頻度は変わらないようにしてます。
But that being said, if it's done as is, of course, the spell blade frequency becomes a lot. So we
Yeah,
made
I
it
was
so
gonna-
that we adjusted the
More frequent
the,
melee
the
combo.
white mana and the black mana, like the increase of those
You don't gain much either.
those two different manas.
で、なのでまあ魔法剣の頻度が上がりすぎる
Well,
って
then
いう
again,
ことは
with
まあ
all
も
these
ちろんない
changes in mind,
ただマナフィケーション使うと一気に増えるし、まあ
are
溢
they
れさせる
referring
こ
to
と
the
もない
changes being done as they are now, or is this shit that only affects us
So
at night?
hopefully this doesn't make it so that the spell blade frequency goes.
Oh, I see
like,
what you mean. Like
way
it's a
too
trait
much.
that makes Verflavor
But
Holy
still with
Scorch
the
AoEs.
manification,
Yeah.
we do have the mana kind of
I don't
filling
know.
up.
So it wouldn't change
and
anything at level
you,
80.
you should hopefully not
Yeah,
waste
kind of.
the mana that
That's a
is
possibility too.
accumulated.
It's not like it's already
でです
automatically
ね、
become
ス
AoE.
テージによってまあ使いづらいというのと、まあ、フィードバックも多数あったので、 ようやくかって言われるとは思ってるんですけど、でプラスマンとアンガジマンの威力が同じになったので、移動に必要かそうじゃないかで使い分けてください。
なるほど。
はい。
Give us a scoop, say.
Displacement and
Of
engagement
course,
attack power
there was quite a
became
lot of feedback about this
exactly
and
same.
Mention about how it's
Oh, they're making the okay.
difficult
Cool.
to use at times.
Good.
So displacement as
What
well
one?
as
They're making engagement the same as displacement. It
Oh.
sounds like.
That's nice.
Sorry, I'm starting to like nod off on my computer, so I'm like
engagement.
paying attention is very hard for me right now.
The potency of these two will become the same.
already talked about
エンボルデンのリキャ
my
は、120秒で、モナフィケーション110
Well,
秒
I'm sure you can catch up with the rest of it later.
まあそこはエンボルデン変えてないですね。はい。
And then embolden,
Alright.
recast
Alright.
timer is 120
Let's address
seconds,
the
and
elephant
then
in the room.
magnification is 110. So embolden should not have been changed.
いや
Oh, they're
Embolden
insane.
is 110? Or not 110.
120.
Manification. Manification is 110?
アンガジェマンの
Currently
アク
is
ション入れなきゃいい
110,
んですよ
yeah.
Why?
でプラスにこだわりがあるから
That sounds like why?
The people who are complaining about like
You have everything in 60s, 90s, 120s. Why is there a
and
110?
engagement, swapping
Extension
between
to 100.
and choosing the proper one.
But yeah, they did
Well,
make
if
embolden
you
120.
are particular about
Uh,
displacement, just
It's
Yeah,
already
it's always been
Yeah, it's already
120.
been 120. Yeah, it's a 2-minute.
Yes, it'll always line up with litany and voice now.
Yeah.
so that covers the red mage.
さあそして、ほぼ新ジョブになった召喚師をご紹介します。
I wonder if they didn't mention
Summoner.
battle
Next up
voice
is, I
because
think
they're
it's,
changing what it does.
Changed to basically a new job, and that is our summoner.
Since they're changing how songs work, I wonder if battle voice is getting a
すいま
change.
せん思っていただければと思います。
Because everyone might
Again,
get
yeah,
already
if
really
you
good buffs
could
anyways.
Look at
Yeah.
this from a completely new perspective.
That's
It's
possible.
changed quite a lot, so I think you can consider this a new job
Okay.
almost.
まずはというわけでジョブのメカニクスを大幅にリニューアルしております。
Every expansion.
Of course. So that being said,
I wanna
significant
play,
changes
though.
to job mechanics.
I don't blame you. It looks fun.
さらにです
Like the
ね、
Phoenix music.
ドットが全部なくなりました。
What? No,
No
don't.
dots.
Applying
No
damage over
dots.
time
Oh,
will be
no more
removed.
dots.
Okay, stop dots. Stop dots.
Well, I guess that,
No more.
以降ですね。
guess that means
Poison
no
mage.
more,
ではないドット紙だと
no more temporal prison
続
wins.
けておりまして、ついにドットが全部なくなります。はい。
I mean, Bard still got dots.
Since a realm
I'm pretty
reborn, a lot
sure.
of people were saying
Rip
this
dots.
is not a summoner, it's just a dot
And no
placer.
painful part.
And so we've removed it.
No try disaster.
I see leader already
そして
kind of
ですね
disliked the fact
駅
that
ではな
Summoner
い
was moving away from
イ
dots.
フリーとガルーダ、タイ
He's
タン
probably never gonna go
を
back
召
to it
喚
now.
可能になっております。
I mean, they're getting actual summons, so.
Able to summon Ifrit,
Heaven's Word
Garuda,
Summoner,
and
though.
Titan, and not just Eggies.
ただこれですね、
はい
イフリートルビー、
I want them
タ
to
イ
do
タ
a
ントパー
demonstration of this.
ガルーダエメラルドと言ってですね、晩神読んじゃいけないからね、そんな気軽にね。
なるほど。
What does that mean for
なんで
Arcanist?
まあそこ
though?
にその力を
That is true.
Mm.
They're gonna have to change
移して
a lot of the
みたいな。
opening
なるほど。
story.
But that being said, these are Ifrit Ruby, Titan Topaz, and Garuda Emerald. So we are not literally
Emerald's
calling forth
demis in terms
these
of narrative.
primals, of course, because it's too dangerous in the world of 14 to be summoning primals. So the concept is we are sort of transferring their
Demi Ifrit, Demi
energies, so to
Garuda,
speak,
Demi
into
Titan.
these different sort of jewels, so to speak, and sort
Okay, but
of
is this like
calling
corresponding
those
to
forth.
the carbuncle you have out?
で、
No, it's an order.
Yeah, there's
You
an
have
order
to
on
use
the, there's like
Garuda,
an
which
age.
unlocks Titan. Titan unlocks
but she-
Ifrit.
本体、本人、
That's weird.
本人に
She's saying
持ってる
that
属性が付与されるので、
the
その力で召喚師自体のモードが変わるようなイメージ。
Right, but that's how it is. How it used to be.
By summoning these different
Right now,
sort of
to you,
No,
you
I
get
know that
certain
they're-
actions
the
with each
summoner,
summon, and then that one unlocks the next
herself
one.
will gain
No,
this
but I
sort of
mean, like-
elemental ether and sort of switch
Like you can't
into,
have like
different
Ruby
modes.
Carbuncle then summon out Titan.
Yes, you can, because they had Emerald
で
Carbuncle the whole
で
time.
すね
It's independent.
I don't know, just the way that she's saying it sounds like
They're just associating the color with it and what it used to be, what it's not going to be anymore.
So with this update,
But
we
also,
really tried
I wonder
to
if
bring
that
out
just means
that
we
sort of
have an insanely, if it's an
of a
insanely long
traditional
rigid rotation
summoner.
again.
で、流れなんですけど、まあデミバハムートを召喚すると、まあ今まではデミバハムート召喚、フェニックス召喚、なんかこうダウンタイム、なんかもうひたすらルイ打つしかねえみたいな、ルインジャーみたいな状態だったの
Changing
が、
the faster to something else
大きく変わり
too.
ます。
Just the name,
So,
not the
in
potency
terms of
necessarily.
the rotation or the flow of the summoner, of course, up until now, you would
Just
have
like how,
called forth the Demi Bahamut, and then it
Just
goes
how
away,
Convert
and then you
became mana
call
font.
forth the Phoenix,
Wait, so then
and
what
then you
the
have
hell
some
did-
downtime where you're
Arcanus is just going to be a ruin
ruin 3
camp
or
for like
doing that
30
until
levels.
you've accumulated enough to summon them again.
で、デミバハムートを
unless
まず
they
呼ぶと
decide to put
属
something
性エ
in
ーテ
at
ルを
those
3
lower
つ
levels
もらうので、
to make up
そ
for
の力を属性エーテルを使ってさ
Miasma
っき言
and
った
Bio.
イフリート、ルビー、タイタントパス、ガルーダ、エメラルドを
Like
召
you're literally
喚
just
し
gonna
て、
be
その
spamming
属性の力でまず
for
戦い
30,
ま
40
す。
levels.
And so with this updated
You know,
flow, of course, you will
definitely
call
something to
forth the
think
Demi
about for low
Bahamut,
level.
and then you will obtain this
That's a-
elemental property, so to
Major
speak, and then you
backbone.
will be able to summon Ifrit Ruby, Titan Topaz, Garuda Emerald, and then you would fight using the elemental properties of those.
Yeah, I don't know why they
different,
just couldn't just call them
those different
demis.
summons.
で、その後フェ
Yeah,
ニック
'cause
ス
they're
を召
like-
喚すると、
They're
We
like
have
soul
demi
crystals.
already,
エー
and
テルを
demi.
いや
もらえるんで、
It's like
また
it's like
3
using
種
soul
を使って
crystals.
というのが
なるほどなるほど。
一連の流れになります。
And once you've depleted those 3, and then you would call forth the Phoenix, then you would receive again 3 elemental properties, and then you are able
Yeah, if
to
I
summon these
level scholar,
3,
then I can use Summoner right away.
I don't want to call them primals, but they're the summons that you can.
Oh, you can
utilize
skip.
those
Yeah,
3
once Scholar's
elemental
leveled, you can
properties.
just skip
Yeah.
the leveling for
で
Summoner
イ
and
フ
go
リ
right
ート、
into
タイ
it.
タン、ガルーダってどの順番で呼んでもいいです。でそれぞれ召喚
I
して
thought you were
くれ
playing
る特徴
Sage.
が違うので、ボスのタイムラインに合わせて先にこれはタイタンから入れて
Sad.
今回はイフリートにしようとかっていうのを考える余地としてのも入ってます。
なるほ
And of course, we have these 3 Ifrit, Titan.
I just
and
imagine
Garuda,
this,
but
like,
there's no
Short,
specific
angry
order that
Aura
you need
woman
to
running
call
around with 4
forth.
guns
So,
on her back.
Depending on the battle timeline, you can choose. Let's say you want to
Yeah,
do
let me
Titan
heal
first,
you.
you can do that. Or
You son
like
of a
chasing
bitch! If
after
you
you.
don't take this shield, you're gonna take hell. I'm gonna have to heal you, and I can't blast these fuckers.
で、置き換えアクションを駆使した結果、
うん
COI コン数は激減しました。
It was kind of
And then
weird that
also
they
part of the adjustment was to kind of
that Sage, like,
consolidate,
charged
some of these
themselves
actions, and so
to use shields.
the icons that are being
They, like,
used
shoot
in your
themselves
hotbar,
with the knowledge.
will be quite significantly condensed because
They're
these will
injecting
switch out
themselves with
depending on the different
As we
actions
all
that you're
know,
taking.
で
knowledge
め
is
ち
the
ゃくちゃ
most
悩ん
powerful
だ
tool.
末に、
はい
リザルクアドを起こし
An
ました。
angry botanist would say otherwise.
So you're gonna have
And
videos
so
of
after,
Sage
um,
mains.
A lot of
They're gonna be
debate
like,
and
"Hi,
a lot of
here in my
discussion,
garage."
we did decide that we will keep resurrection.
Oh, they can still res.
Oh, you can still res.
変わったんで、
Well, why would they
言
take
った
that
の
away?
になくなんだかよって言われ
No,
る。
they were well, they were thinking about it apparently. They were
Yeah.
thinking about removing
今
it.
回は首の皮
Why
を
is it
一枚
option to remove it?
It's literally built
And
into the
with the
base
significant
class.
change to Summoner,
It's the only thing that's still
Yeah,
there
people
between
are
the two
being-
of them.
I don't know.
Mhm.
If people
Yeah,
would be
pretty
shocked with the
much.
changes,
They're
but, like,
very
on
different
top of
now.
That, having resurrect,
Well, they both have energy drain.
resurrection being removed, people might really get upset. So
You can still, they can
it
both
lived
still
by the
physic.
skin of its teeth.
Yeah,
Resurrection.
there's physics
The
too.
ability IDs are different between them
フィジック
too.
さんで残ってます
No, they actually changed.
Yeah, he
his-
said it. Something about
It's
physics.
kind of stayed behind too.
Is physics actually gonna be?
まあじゃあもう分からんと
They left physic. They left physic.
Why would you leave physic?
They let
And I'm
physics
sure
stay.
There's
people are
kind of-
wondering,
there's
well,
some kind
I
of spaghetti
don't
code reason they
understand
can't just get rid of it.
So let's look at it on the
Just
gameplay
pull up the
screen.
potency.
Sure. I
This is
mean, you know,
all
Megan said it
iron.
actually it has effectiveness.
Oh, they're gonna demonstrate it. Yeah.
Just give it Vercure.
Make physics as much as like a Valkyr.
Yeah, just give it Vercure potency.
What the
That
hell is
book looks
that?
kind of cool.
ですね。
I like that
Oh.
book.
召喚師です。
Nice.
Is that a new pose?
アマナ。
No.
It looks like it.
What?
でここで
That looks like a new
実際
pose
に
because you usually hold it
エ
out.
ギミラプリの話
Oh,
を
yeah, yeah, yeah.
してもいいですか
Usually hold it out. That's a new pose.
Just seeing
Before
it
we
on a
dive
Lalafell, that's
into
why.
actual
Oh, is it?
gameplay, I would
Oh,
like to
okay.
talk
Yeah.
about Eggy glamours, actually.
Yeah,
It's
I'll,
literally why it looks
Wait,
different. You're
hang on a
seeing it
second.
Lalafell.
Check.
Holding out,
まあ
right? Usually.
Yeah, I think that's a new pose.
が増えるということで
はい、
すべての召喚獣に対してまずサイズの変更ができるよう
Oh
に
no,
な
that's
ってます。
the idle pose.
And so with
Oh, it's
the
the idle
number
pose?
of,
Oh, I see.
summons you can call for, we have made some adjustments, one of which is to change its display size.
ただこれあくまで自分から見た時のなので、術者というよ
Oh,
り
you
は
can
周り
change
の
display
人
size
が
of all the
Those
all the
summons,
summons.
guys.
Thank God.
good.
But that
Good.
I just had to
affects
say
Make
tiny.
them all
you as the
giant.
person, like,
Look at the
calling
abilities
forth
though. It
these
looks a lot more
summons.
condensed, which is nice because
So,
all the
Oh, yeah.
dots are gone.
Mhm.
Yeah, it only affects how you are able to view these.
Rain 3 is still Rain 3. disappointing.
Oh, no Ruin
今実は
4.
ここにカーバンクル出てるんですけど
I mean, there is a Rain 4.
Yeah, it's right there
I
next to
wanna
Energy
get
Dragon.
five.
Not Rune 5.
ここ
Rune
が
5,
イ
I
フリ
mean.
定義になったりするんですけど、
Wait,
ま
so
あ僕はカーバンクルの方が可愛くて好きなので、これエギミラプリしてありますカーバンクルを。
あ、なるほど。
はい。
So of course.
oh, is it because all the summons
with
do AOE
the-
that they
right
got
now
rid
we
of
see
like
the
outburst? I don't see
carbuncle,
outburst.
Appearing on
No, I'm
the
not
screen, but
that either. I'm seeing
uh,
like
you
a
may
couple of new
remember as
icons. The one on
player
the
character,
Pain Flare is
goes up,
still there.
this
Yeah.
Eggy would turn into like
Uh,
an
what
Eggy,
is
but
what's
then,
the
right now I
Fester is
like
still
the
there?
look of Carbuncle, so
I don't know what
I
Fester's gonna do.
know.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
Fester's gonna be weird. Is it just be a regular OGCD?
It's probably just gonna be base damage.
こ
Yeah.
んなもんですかね。
Physic.
Physic, yeah, still there. Stop.
Stop.
Right?
まあ呼びますよね。
Oh, I changed it to this
だ
player.
から出ましたね
That's cool.
Where's this thing go?
三つ。
Oh, so you don't have.
You don't.
Look
Ruin
at
3
this.
changes. Yeah.
はい、
Ruin.
解放
It's
され
no
ました
trance.
こうなるとこの三
It's
つ
just
の
straight into
Astro
Bahamut.
Impulse? What's that?
関心が呼べるよう
Oh,
に
you can choose. Yeah, you can choose which one to go. To go with first.
That's what I
Oh,
thought.
okay.
That's
Yeah,
what
look
I
at it.
thought.
Yeah, it's all proc.
But it's still, like, you can only get 2 different ones. So
Yeah,
2
you still only
different
get 2
actions.
charges.
Look at the tiny difference.
And
Look
so
at the
that
tiny difference.
shows that you are able to summon,
So
if we,
small.
Oh, you have 20 seconds to use those as you see fit.
エーテルが付与されてカウントダウンが始まります。で、2スタックのアクションが付与されているので、イフリートの技を
You
使
can
います。
just
What the heck is that?
なるほど。
prep for intermission. And then
Oh, that's the
Would
new.
be
Oh, I see. The GCD becomes that. Yeah.
Crimson
you
Cycle?
do get that
Yeah,
sort
like
of
the way Phoenix
ether,
changes it.
applied to you,
Yeah.
and you see that
Yeah,
there's
so
a
essentially you
two-step
empower yourself with
action,
those
and so you
abilities
are able to execute,
for your GCDs, which is
different
exactly
actions.
how I wanted it.
all that's the way summoners
今
should.
のはイフリート
Yeah.
を
Yeah,
えーと
everyone I
も
think.
らったので、
Yeah.
詠唱時間が長い代わりに強力な
Oh
炎
yeah,
の
see,
魔
there's
法が
no, there's no cooldown.
であと
So this is cool too. Yeah, you can
突進
hold
追撃
the gems
Yeah.
too. Whichever.
攻撃が
Yeah.
使えるよう
Ability
に
will suck
なります。
then?
イフリートのモードとして。はい。
And
No, no,
so
'cause it
we
looks like it
were
was-
looking at Ifrit's
was that not
actions,
instant?
But with the elemental properties or ether
The
ether
buffed
obtained from
Eggy
Ifrit,
or not Eggy.
while cast
Jewel
time
summon-
is long,
summon
it is a
thing.
very powerful
Yo,
fire-based,
Devotion's gone.
spell that you can cast. And then there's
Oh,
also like a rush
Yeah,
you're right,
sort of
Devotion is
attack
gone.
that you can do.
Well, of course,
This
we
is
don't have
one of
Summoners
the
now
Ifrit actions that is available.
Selfish.
It's on that
Oh
bar,
yeah,
though.
Summoner's now
栄
total
唱が
selfish
必要
DPS,
なアクション
magic
になってるの
DPS.
で
You know what else is on that bar though?
リ
Sleep.
ンク処理をしなきゃいけない
Sleep
タイ
is
ミン
on
グ
that
で
bar.
イフ
Sleep
リー
is
ト
still
を
there,
やるとボスになるので
It's still
他
a
のも
useful
のにしましょ
utility.
う。動かなくていい時にイフリートを使うよう
Summoner
にしよ
never
う
had
か
sleep.
そのあたりはうまく考えていただけれ
Yeah,
ば
only Black Mage had it.
That's
So
the
this kind of
notable
ties into
thing
what we
about
mentioned
it.
about
It's that means it's a roll action
timelines,
now.
But with Ifrit's action,
Huh.
one of this
I wonder why.
requires for you
What
to
are their-
cast, and it's
what's
a
the two
fairly
charges
long
there again?
cast time. So say you're in some kind of fight where
Did they talk
there's a
about that yet?
mechanic where you have to
I don't
move,
think they have,
then
no.
you would lose the opportunity
Oh yeah,
to
see,
cast
no,
the magic.
see
So,
where the
Oh.
perhaps
see, it's
you'd want to
Garuda,
train it
Titan,
so
Ifrit,
that you
Phoenix, and
you don't
Bahamut.
need to move
The little
around to
icons.
process some kind of mechanic. Or
So
you'd have
Ifrit
to
doesn't have
be,
mobility.
pretty mindful of
So
when
if you're
you
moving,
activate
shouldn't choose
these.
Ifrit.
Oh, that's devotion.
Oh, there it is.
They just changed its icon.
So
So it is devotion.
It's
like upgraded devotion.
And then,
Okay, so
of course,
apparently you
when
can't
you
move
are
when casting
calling
it.
forth these summons, it's an instant, but there is usually like a starter move that it unleashes when it's first summoned.
で、まあ、タイタンを呼びます。
Yeah, he does Earth and
now we're
Fury.
calling forth Titan.
Tiny Titan.
Titan, look at he looks like a little brownie.
A little brownie.
Small,
で、今、タイタン
so it's small.
使えるようになったんで、こっちは。
Titan
Oh,
is
change it to large.
instant.
Change it to large. Let's see it.
Take a look at what we
挟
can
むんですよ
Okay, so it looks like they are
So
instant.
Titan, yeah, Titan's instant.
これは
Ifrit's not
回
because
数
it's
じゃなくて時間
stronger.
なのでもうひたすら
Yeah, Ifrit is
打ちまくる
stronger but
でこれはもう
long
全部インスタント
cast.
なんで
That's what
移
this
動がすごい。
That makes
How about
sense.
Garuda?
And with
Just
Titan's moves,
probably,
it's actually interesting because it's
like
within a
in
timed
between.
section that you can unleash unlimited numbers of times of his moves, and it's all instant. So you can move around and cast at the same time.
で、ガルーダを呼ぶと、
Okay, so
No small.
so if you
Garuda's a cast.
Extreme.
look at the little bird.
設置型のダメージ有価を
Oh,
置きつつ
Oh, Garuda's dot.
Yeah.
インスタントキャストなんで、これも移動かなり。まあ、機動力がだから高いです
It also has instant cast. Okay.
so Ifrit is the
But
only
with
one that
Garuda,
you cannot
hers is
move
more of
around.
like a
Well, Garuda has a
poison,
cast on its first
damage,
on the circle.
and this is also instant.
So the AoE that it
So
drops has a
you can move
cast
around
bar,
as
but everything
well.
else
Like,
is
the Summoner
instant.
does have like a good bit of mobility.
Look at that tiny phoenix!
This
is giant chicken!
また3つ付与されるので、フェニックスが終わった
So
ら
tiny.
使っていく感じ。
Oh, you can activate the fucking regen now.
Once you've gone
You
through
can
that
hold
round,
regen.
And then you call forth the
Ooh.
Phoenix. You will
Oh, that's pretty cool.
obtain the 3 elemental properties again, and so you can utilize these elemental.
So yeah, you just
primals
cycle.
again.
ちなみに
Okay,
この
yeah,
3つの、
it's cycling.
サザンモードは、
Oh, that's
That makes
cool.
sense.
That is really
タイムライン
cool.
内で3つともそうは言っても
So
使
you
わな
can
いと
time it out however you
出ない
want in the
ので
fight.
Yeah, so it's not a.
とりあえず
It's
タイタン
not
だ
as
け使ってみたらいいやみたい
rotation
なると
anymore.
目も当てられ
Yeah,
ないことになる
because you can get it after. Yeah. as
Dude,
soon
look
as
at
you
that. The regen is still going.
フェニックス召喚の間に、やっぱ
Phoenix's
ちゃんと
regen is still going even though it's
Long
gone.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that region is
Oh.
insane.
Dude, that lasts forever.
必ず組み立てが必要になってくるので、
なるほど。
はい。
With these 3
Wow,
summons
Summoner
that you
looks
can
really
do,
good.
Of course, you need to utilize these in the battle timeline, or else, of course, you won't be dealing very much damage at all. Like you can't just lean towards. Oh, I like
Bahamut
using
came off of
Titan, I'll use
cooldown,
all these
and they
Titan
still have all
or
3.
You
Yeah.
you will not. Be
Yeah,
able
so it
to
seems like you
deal
want to
much
you want to be able to
damage at
cycle
all.
through all 3
So,
before Bahamut so that
whenever you do
you can still
cast
use it
your
without
Demi
losing any.
Bahamut,
It's basically
then,
Tri-Disaster.
the Phoenix
Yeah,
and
because then
the elemental
using Bahamut
properties
will put
that
them all
you
back up.
attain in between those
yeah, that's kind of
is something that you don't want to put to waste.
I think using
Make sure
Phoenix
that,
puts them all.
you are
back up,
utilizing
right?
these.
Phoenix
No.
puts them on.
No.
Well,
strategy,
Bahamut puts them up
so
and
that
Phoenix
you
puts
can
them up.
utilize
Oh,
those
okay, yeah.
within
So you
Yeah,
still want
so
to.
you're
the
cycling through
recast.
you're cycling through essentially your 2 stances, but each one refreshes. It's the same way
Okay.
how
Hmm.
Trance would refresh.
かなり試行錯誤
Yeah, you're
して
Tri-Disaster.
Yeah, it would
たんで
Yeah, yeah, there we go.
ruination.
落ちた
So
のではないか
basically,
な
your
と
3 summons become your tri disaster.
当然
Yeah,
そのドットが
exactly.
なくなった分はね、通常の栄唱火力へ全部持ってってるんで。まあちょっと機動力
I like how they kept the Aggie
思ったんです
icons for Titan and Garuda, but then they have an actual Ifrit icon.
ここはちょっとやっぱりもともとね召喚が好きで使ってた
Yeah, 'cause before it was just like, what, summon
たくさんいる
2?
と思うんで
It was summon 3.
Summon 3.
Yeah.
Summon 3, yeah.
とか考えつつ、はい。
Oh, here's Ifrit's music and all of its horrible glory.
黒の巻き添えにしやがってって言われたくもあんまないし。
Hey, I liked the version. I think it's just called
Yeah,
Primal
with the Summoner,
Judgment,
there
that the
was
one
a
that they
lot
played
of,
during.
trial and error
Uwu.
and
Yeah,
a lot of
the banned
debates
version.
to get it
Yeah.
to where we got it. But I think
It sounds
we
less
were able
generic.
to get it to good point,
Which be
of course,
slamming
with
that
the removal
Hoshada.
of all the dots, we
Come on,
did try to
Yoshi,
skew back
break out
to
the-
having the summoner
Break
have,
out the sombrero.
their damage
Full party with
kind of
Soken,
come from the
since
different casting
Technically,
of
Soken is
the,
Mexican.
not the spells, but like the different summons that you're bringing forth. So, and we also looked at just how mobile
I
the
still find
summoner
that
is,
funny.
but at the same time, it is the charm of a summoner is the mobility of it. So I think we were, and there were people who were choosing the summoner because of such mobility. So that was another point
Yeah,
where we had to rack
Yoshi's
our
really
brains.
tired. You can
But
tell because
we didn't have
takes
we
off the
didn't want to
glasses,
make
looks at it,
spec
blinks,
for
puts glasses back
casting
on.
all the
That's
time
a
either.
that's a
I can
tired
already
person with
imagine
glasses if
comments
I've ever
from
sing one.
players saying, "Oh my gosh, you're
Yeah.
turning us into
Like,
a
I don't need these glasses. Nope, 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 nope.
Nope,
you're
definitely
kind of
need them.
dragging us into this, Yoshida." So I wanted to avoid that as well.
さあでは、以上でキャスターでした。
はい、ありがとうございま
では最後
す。
ヒーラーロールのお話いきましょう。
Healers.
Finally.
Healers.
Dude, this sage art looks really
Look
good.
at that. Yeah, it does. I was
まず
gonna
ヒーラー
say.
共通項なんですけど、
It's holding up that crown like sunglasses. Like.
Well, yeah, it's holding the visor up.
Yeah.
反対バフですね、これ。
Femro Scholar is actually kind of
So
interesting.
the first thing is new actions that apply single
Buff
target
what?
buffs will be added to each healer, and emphasis on single target.
Like a
buffs.
shield, like Benizin.
で
and
それ
stuff.
からですね、全体的
Maybe.
にヒーラーの攻撃魔法の詠唱時間が
Probably
短
not,
く
but it
なっ
would be
て
nice to
お
get
り
no
ます。
actual
Ooh,
solution.
one
Everything
second.
1.5 seconds.
Overall,
One second?
We did reduce
Slide
the
casting is
cast
better for
Yeah.
healers.
offensive spells.
そしてですね、全ヒーラー
More
また
glare.
リミットブレイクの効果範囲がですね、50メートル拡大さ
Oh,
れました。
that's awesome.
Oh
Oh,
my
so
god.
that we won't have people
Pieces.
outside of red.
We'll be extended to 50 yawns.
Cover the whole
and
fucking
I
arena.
hear Foxconn clapping.
For offensive spells will be reduced.
届いてねみたいな。
So we're all gonna be
ナイスレビュー届いてねみたいなやつがなくなるんじゃないかな。
Yeah, Astro's Malefic. Yeah.
We will finally
Light, everybody gets light
avoid
speed.
situations where people are like, "Oh yeah, great LB, but I was not in the area that."
In range of the.
I wasn't in the circle.
Are you talking about diamond weapon?
Diamond weapon,
Oh
yeah.
god, diamond weapon is a good example. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that means that if you die,
Break
if you
area.
die outside
Yeah,
the wall,
I mean, you know, that's good.
But also with the
That's a good
healers
change.
welcoming
if you die outside the
new
wall,
sage
you're still
job,
gonna get
we
resident
will
in
be
the death
splitting
wall.
it up with
Well,
two
yeah.
jobs being a
That
pure
doesn't
healer
change.
Just
and
now,
two
you don't have
jobs
to
being
be
barrier healers.
And the range to it.
基本攻撃魔法の詠唱時間は
Yeah, Astro. You can. They've separated up by the
Yes,
two roles already.
1.5 second cast.
Oh,
That's
they
nice.
confirmed.
Offensive
1.5
spells,
What?
like the primary offensive spells.
I can't weaving
they're,
anything.
In general, going to be a 1.5 second cast time,
It's nice.
which is pretty quick.
Hey, there you go.
What about Ruin 2?
アビリティを使う機会が多いので、まあグローバルクールダウン
Ruin 2 will still be instant, I guess.
すごい気持ち悪いスト
But
レス
you'd have no
I mean,
need
what
for
is
it.
the for?
You have no need for
Yeah, you won't
it.
need it anymore because you can slide
詠唱時間
cast.
を短くしてあります。
With needing to execute abilities, it tended to, or like casting tended to sort of eat into the global cooldown time. And I'm sure people were very frustrated or would have been very frustrated with it. So we're hoping that by sort of reducing the cast time for basic attack spells to 1.5 seconds, that would reduce the frustration and stress.
それでは白魔導士からいきましょ
And
う。
before white mages start doing
Jumping right
more
into
DPS
White
than
Mage.
dragoons.
白魔導士はですね。
Why did your section is so tiny
正
for
当
white?
進化オブ正当進化
They're not gonna change much,
Lives up to the meme, they already do that.
効果も見た目も特徴
Well,
的
it's
な
tiny because it's a
リリーを設置するという設置型の回復アクション
It's a Lullabelle, so the box is
Yeah,
smaller.
restored.
You gotta place Lily.
Field
Restorative
action.
Yeah, that's
White
that
Mage,
big
this is
flower
just
thing that
Yeah,
we
it's
saw,
the
right?
bell.
They as simple can be.
Watch it be Nimia Lily.
Let's see. It reads a functionally and visually distinct
Okay, so
restorative
they're just gonna
field
placement
action
regen.
will be added.
ピュアヒーラーに該当します。
And of course, White Mage will fall under that pure healer category.
ホーリーのジョイ。
はい。
氷蛇だったかな。
Basically,
が
Holy
で
Priest's
そい
light
つでも
well
リリーが咲くっていう。
from WoW.
なるほど。
What do you mean fall
I
under?
guess
Three to the holy.
Place it.
And then a higher
It's
tier for the
literally
holy
always been
spell,
a pure healer.
will be added, and so that will also contribute to the accumulation of lilies.
Hey,
で、
Holy
非常に残
too.
念なお知らせなんですけど
Holy two?
Holy
アク
Aga.
アオーラさん
Upgraded to holy.
逮捕されてしまいました
Holy 2, blind
That's what
more.
it was,
And
essentially.
then one unfortunate news with the
That's
white
Hol-
mage
that's
is
Holy
that
Aga.
fluid aura
Holy
has been relieved of its duties.
Finally got rid of fluid aura.
Oh, really? They're getting
あ
rid of
と
it?
はですね、ディバインベリゾンがチャージアクションに
うん。
なってます。
Oh, Divine
Oh.
Benson has a
Check,
charge.
5 minutes.
And then
So
another
two
update
charges?
would be Divine Benison will become a charge action.
How many?
まあ、白魔導士に関してはもう本当に今までの操作感のまますんなり扱えるアップデートになってると思います。
But yeah, with the white mage, it's pretty straightforward. I think
What
the
is-
controls will
uh-huh.
feel as it was, and it'll be a fairly smooth transition with these updates.
はい。
They said
では
holy
先へ
gives
進みます。
lilies?
続いては先生術師です。
Yeah. Upgraded holy
On
gives.
to Astrologian.
Uh-oh.
先生術師はピュアヒーラーに寄せることになり
Astro
ました。
final.
So they're encouraging
So
people,
with the
like healers, to
Astrologian,
holy
we
spam
are
in
going to
dungeons
skew
and
it more
stuff.
towards a pure healer.
ダイアナルセクトとノクターナルセクトを削除して基本的な回復アクションの性能をダイアナルセクトの
Yeah,
時の効果
goodbye
に、
sects, like
変更してい
completely.
ます。
Goodbye, sect.
So the diurnal sect and nocturnal sect will be removed, and basic healing actions will be adjusted to have the same effects as they would have while under diurnal sect.
ただこれ、ニュートラルセクトってアクションあるんですけど、そのニュートラルセクトの効果中のみバリアアクションが使えたりっていうことが先生術師の特徴として、あったりします。
But that being said,
Still
there is
neutral
going to be
sect
an
will be
action
there.
called neutral sect,
Hmm.
which
Still can
while
shield.
you're under its effects, there will be some barrier actions that you can
Second
use.
was always better from the diagonal side, anyway.
で、あとはディビネーションの効果を変更してます。
And then we've adjusted the effects of divination.
まあ、ディビネーションによる範囲よだめ上昇バフが、まあ、カードの引き運にすげえ左右されるっていうのが、まあ、ストレスだったのでこのあたり条件を見直しています。
Enhancements
The effects
applied
of
to
it was
self?
really affected by the luck of the draw, so to speak.
Hey, you don't have to worry about being in
so
range.
It has been adjusted.
You're out of my divination.
まあ通常で使えるようになるって
Yeah,
感じです
Gecko.
はい
Basically speaking, you can use it in like
Well, now you just put it on yourself.
normal circumstances.
Yeah, it sounds like
で
it.
その代わり、
うん
カードシンボルに依存する効果を持つセルフバフが付与され
It
る
They
almost-
got tired of
なるほ
they got tired of you being out of range.
So while you can use it at any time,
It really sounds like
what
they're
the-
trying
what
to
will
give this
change is
medium
that,
to
depending
from
on the seals
Stormblood Astro and
used,
Shadowbringers Astro.
it allows for enhancements to be applied to yourself.
で、リドローはですね、チャージアクションじゃなくて、
Legit, like
ド
why are
ロー
all
を
the
するたびに
why are all the
一回
healers
使えるっていう
female?
アビリティになり、
うん
あとはマイナーアルカナにも変更が入っています。
Dang.
And then redraw will
I don't know.
become will no longer
jury's
be a
still out on that
charge
scholar art.
action, but it will be
Well,
changed
that's
to an
ephemeral.
action where every time
Oh.
you draw, you can use it once. And then there will also be
Why
a
is it
change
once?
to minor
Well,
arcana.
I'm surprised you didn't know it was
あ
ephemeral.
とは
Easily recognizable.
動画にもありました
I couldn't tell.
攻撃を結
Oh,
構
normal
兼ね
sleeve
備えた
No, no,
範囲だとか
redraw. The
Oh, huh.
it's no. Well, there
And
there is
then,
redraw,
the other
but
update would
it's not
be, You
charged.
may have seen it in the video,
Okay.
but
Sucks.
there will be
Yeah.
an AOE spell that kind of has a healing capabilities as well as an offensive element to it.
まあやっぱりちょっと ID 行くときに、
ん
まあ、白魔のホーリーが強す
Basically,
ぎ
you
る
just give them
だ
back
ろうって
spread
いう
cards.
ところが
Say it.
結構言われていた
It
ので
really sounds like that's what they were
一回
doing is they were giving back.
他のヒーラーにも
Instead of having to figure out which card you're gonna get to
ちょっとそれぞれが
rank to
特
the
徴違うん
melee,
です
you
けど、
just give it to
はい
all of them.
持たせてます。
Fucking don't have to. You take the headache out of having to choose.
This is kind of based on.
I'm curious if they,
some
because it was hard to
input
tell if
that
they gave back
we've noticed,
some of the old action
whenever
types.
people go into instanced
New
dungeon,
AoE spell has a healing capability.
holy
Okay.
that the white mage can use is quite
Seem like
strong,
it.
and so we wanted to allow for other healer jobs to have something similar. Of course, not their characteristics differ from each other, each of the different jobs, but we did want to have some kind of AoE spell.
まあこう議論したんですよ、ここは。本当に全員にもういっそスタンをつけるかとか。
なるほど。
いやもちろんホーリーからスタンをなくすかとか。いやだけど、でもなんか特徴どんどん削れていくのも違うと思うんですよね。なんか全員スタンつけるのもなんかもう大雑把すぎるし。なので、それぞれになんとか特徴を持たせて、なるほどね、こういうニュアンスねとか結構苦労したので、それぞれ特徴が違います。はい。
This was really quite a point of debate, actually. Like, do we want to add stun to this, or do we want to remove the stun effect from Holy, or? But we don't want to like kill individuality either. But if we add stun to all of them, then it just seems to be very sloppy. So we wanted to make sure that each job had its own sort of characteristic or like a signature like difference between them. So we're hoping that when players get to try it out, they would understand, oh yeah, this is the kind of nuance that you're going for.
はい、じゃあ続いていきましょう。はい、続いては学者になります。
はい。
Next up is the scholar.
学者はですね、ここからバリアヒーラーになりますが、学者は改めてバリアヒーラーとして、調整されてます。
Of course, we're moving into the barrier healers now, but with the scholar, we have sort of made adjustments so that they are leaning more towards that sort of barrier type healer.
まあ学者もですね、なんかこう大幅に変えるところがあるかと言われると、まあ多少ねペットの曲をまた調整したりはし
Yeah, I was gonna say leaning towards. It was always the barrier.
学者で今回一番でかいのはどうぞ。戦闘時にも効果あるパーティー移動速度上昇っていうバフが渡されます。
Yep. An in combat peloton.
Did it bring the Swift out?
Wasn't really much we could have changed like significantly. I mean, we did make adjustments.
Yeah, being the shield healer, it's
and part of
already
it
a shield
was
healer.
People can jump into the wall.
The behaviors of the head, but I think
Yeah,
one of the most,
they're already running
major
away.
changes to Scholar would be a unique job action which can enhance the party's movement speed even during combat.
いやいや、当然永続じゃないんだよ。
Comparing that artwork looks like it's making some run.
永続だともう学者必須になるやん、それ。
Yo, Gecko.
The buff is
What's
not
up?
continuous, perpetual.
Rewatching the job trailer, that monk skill where they like go ape shit reminds me of Star Shower. Tifa's Star Shower.
そんなわけないじゃない。さっき動画でも最後に召喚じゃないや学者チャチャチャって走ってると思うんですけど。
The last one, it literally is Tifa's Star Shower from Remake.
But you may have noticed in the video, like the scholar was running just
Yeah,
a
I'll have to
little
go watch
faster
that
towards the
again.
end of that job action, and that's to signify that enhancement has been applied.
まあいわゆるスプリントと同じ速度が一定時間使える。でスプリントとは重複しませんっていう感じですね。
It's sprint levels of
So
AoE.
it's basically
Like the speed boost?
like sprint.
So it's impetus.
Where your movement speed is
Yeah, basically.
That is
faster for a
busted.
certain amount of time.
Well,
But it will not.
There's
So
like
it gives
people
everyone
running into the
essentially if we
wall.
have scholar, we have essentially two charges of sprint like in
パーティ
between.
ーメンバー一人を対象とした結構ね強力なバフが
Well, hey, now you can dash out of
And then
different dashes.
another update would be there will be a
More
person
changes to the UU meta.
enhancement that can be targeted to a single party member.
That's
で
kind
ち
of
なみに
busted,
今お話し
honestly.
したその移
Double
動速度
sprint.
上昇が付与されるの
Oh, that's kind
は
of funny.
一つサブ効果で
Just
範囲軽
thinking
減
of
の
a Lalabelle
なんで
doing
す
it.
ね。それは。
Oh, dude, Mel, you're right.
でさらに移動速度が
It does like the. She,
上がります。
なるほ
It does the
Speed
teleport and then the final
Speed
hit.
up buff is
That we
actually
mentioned earlier
mitigation
about,
too.
I don't know, but I'm just
quickening
like, I'm just
the
picturing
Does like
things
that
in my head that,
diagonal like
is
dash
actually,
hits.
Yeah,
like a
it's
friendly
literally
benefit
From the
Star
air,
Shower.
does like
the
the
action
the
itself.
heel.
It's actually meant to be like a
Like a
damage
heel
slam or
reduction
whatever.
buff that applies
Seriously,
to
it's gonna be funny
like
seeing
a
Lalafell
range, an area of range.
まあスプリントとは重複しないんでね。
salmon
そこは
potato all over the place.
But of course, it doesn't overlap with.
Dude, what if it is called Star Shower?
That'd be fucking hilarious.
That'd be
What's that
awesome.
one? All
Sorry, that's
Down
about
below.
all we can share. That's significant for
Well,
this.
they're gonna
scholar.
go in and
さ
show
あそれ
sage
で
stuff
は
in game.
残る
They-
一条
they
目
should.
こちらに参りましょう。
The last but not least,
はい、
Let's go.
本田でございます。
Here it is.
our sage.
はい。で、こちら、バリアヒーラー
AF
として、
just looks so
必要な能力は一通り所持しております。
I think the AF looks great.
So the sage
Yeah, I
possesses
like it.
all
I like it a lot.
abilities essential for a barrier healer.
possesses.
ちょっと変わってるのがです
どうぞ
ね、
はい
敵を攻撃すると同時に指定しているパーティーメンバーを回復するっていう
Simultaneously?
特徴があります。
Yeah, I was watching it in the
And what's
trailer
really
again, and I
unique
noticed that
about the
when they're really
sage is
close, they can do an
that,
AoE that
while
also
you are
heals.
attacking an enemy,
And a
you
whack.
can specify or
That's
target a party
cool.
member to heal at the same time.
But it just
あとは回復とか
doesn't mean attack heals,
あの
right?
回復用のリソースと攻撃用のリソースっていうものが、まあ、今回存在してます。まあ、ジョブハット出ると思いますが。
And then it draws
Like,
upon
does the
unique
heal, like,
resources for
based on how much
healing,
damage you do?
enhancements, as well as attack magic. As you can see in the job HUD example here.
これがですね、じゃあ、
はい
No, you can see one of the laser hits. It heals the Dark Knight
味
in the
方一
video.
人をまず指定して、
うん
メインでヒールする対象を選ぶ、
うん
でかつ敵を攻撃するとまあ対象にヒールも走るよっていう特徴がありますまず。
So it's like
So,
a
again, to
region, but you
reiterate,
have to
you would
attack.
designate a party member to sort of heal, and then as you attack your enemy, then whomever you designated will receive healing.
Right, that's what I saw in the Dark Knight.
まあ
Yeah.
カルディア
I don't know if it's any
なん
strong.
ですけど、それで
Almost-
パーティーメンバーを一人 MT さん
It sounds like either a
と
drain or more like Sinistry.
ヒール受け持ちますみたいな状態にするって感じです。はい。
So yeah,
And
it's,
this is called.
Yeah, I guess it depends on how much the regen potency is.
Cardia. Oh,
well, that's
sorry,
the thing too.
Cardia,
It's like
and
if
then
you designate
you
is
would
it like
typically,
the like
I
the
think it would
dancer
work well if you
designation or-
specify like your main tank, off tank.
Yeah, it looked like that.
as
So if you
your
look like
yeah,
in the job
does
trailer,
he have
it
to
looks
do
like
it
you have to
like-
choose
特定
someone
のア
as
クション
your
を使うと
like. There's like a little that's the barrier.
単に
Not
攻撃
barrier actually. It looks like squares that you
魔法だったのが
throw at
ド
the person.
ット付与に切り替わったりっていうちょっと変わった
Get in the
box.
ものもあります。
And then there's another unique characteristic where sometimes an action that you execute might be like when you're hitting somebody, an enemy, it turns into a dot also, like a damage over time.
で時間経過で付与されるアダーガルっていうリソースを消費してインスタントバリアヒールも豊富にございます。
And then there is a resource
Basically,
that
designate who
Sage
you're gonna
uses,
heal
which is the Adder's
and do the
Draw,
thing, you drop your dots.
that
and
kind of
attack.
accumulates over time, so that you can execute your instant barrier heals.
あとはイカロスっていう動画でも
So
飛んで
it's
た
it's equivalent to
移動があるん
Indom,
でまあ、テクニカルバリアヒーラーって感じ
Indom, Lustrate, and that stuff like that. It sounds like.
And then in terms of like a gap closer or like a movement type action, we have Icarus. You may have noticed in the video that the sage is kind of flying. So it's kind of positioned as a technical barrier healer.
これね、ちょっと実機でも説明難しいんだけど、一応出してみる
Another healer that requires brain.
So explaining this, like even on the gameplay screen, might be
Well,
a
I
bit
would hope the
complex,
job
but I
named
guess we should
Sage
try
would
it.
require some
Try to
degree
see
of
it on the game
thought.
screen.
Yes, please.
4。
はい。
Yay, examples.
There it is.
Yep,
Oh, oops.
that's
they're on
Reaper.
Reaper.
560.
560.
こんな感じですね。
So 560 will be the artifact, I guess.
Oh.
560, huh?
Yeah, look like it.
Look at those little daggers.
When he yeah, when he switched jobs, it was 560.
Look at the
Here's that.
toothpicks.
Those are like little freaking turkey carving knives.
Just
Change
looking
something
at
about what I
this
was writing down earlier.
You can't really distinguish. Like, wait, what kind of game is this again?
この剣具
It does look
When they're on
like
your back, it
it
looks
does
like
look like PSO.
Yeah, I know
We were very
specifically what it
particular
looks
about how
like.
these newlets are sheathed.
結構多いっすよ、アクション。
There's
So
quite a
many
lot of
actions, oh my-
available.
Jesus,
To be
yeah.
honest,
で
that's
まず
probably a
この
Whoa.
パルティアっていうアクション、まあ特徴
パルティア
的なんですけど、これを使ってまず誰を主に回復するかっていう、まあパートナーっていう言い方だとちょっと
The healer only has 4K less than a DPS
して
HP
いく
wise.
必要がある。
What kind of DPS?
Melee.
So going back to Cardia, this is quite unique. And so you'll be designating
You have to
whom
you have to
want
consider
to
it's a
um,
percentage.
to heal. It might not be
So it's
fully
about what,
accurate to call
10%
it partner,
less?
but I mean,
Oh,
you're
it's
pointing out
permanent.
you're designating somebody you will be healing.
Permanent Legion, oh my god.
So it's dance
Permanent
partners.
regen? What the heck?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a
Whenever you
regen
attack.
partner. Regen
No,
partner.
except for me.
So it's like dance partner,
Oh.
but
So usually, yeah, put
tank.
it on main tank all
Main
the
tank.
time.
Oh, while you're yeah, just while you're attacking.
So you're rewarded for also doing damage, but you also heal. What the heck?
Okay, so yeah, it's a drain
Whereas
healer.
you
I did
are
kind of figure they'd probably
attacking,
put something like this
because,
into it. You can
I
set
designated myself.
new
Yeah,
level,
drain
something
healer,
else.
yeah, you're right.
An attack, the heal.
Set a
kicks
newlet on
in.
somebody and
to
it just
heal
kind of works
me.
passively.
That's pretty
スタッ
cool.
フ的にどうですか SE ってい
Your dance
う
partner and your regen partner.
あらやだ
People comment
SE
Oh yeah, SGE is
コメントが
the
非常に
abbreviation.
出てますね
You
A
can
lot
see
of
at the
people
top
comment
there,
on, Oh, the
SGE.
sound effect. The sound
Oh
effect.
yeah,
The sound
so that's
effect.
confirmed.
SGE.
How is it sound to you?
Did anyone pay attention to what it said on Reaper?
For you?
I can go back and check it, yeah.
It's only going to be one of two things with Sage. What's it going to be SAG?
初めて俺も結構衝撃
The
だったんですが
GCD sounds really nice.
It was quite
Yep,
surprising.
Reaper is
when
RPR.
I heard it when
Okay.
I was doing my
Reaper
chat.
is RPR.
I kind of
そしてですね
figured,
こ
but
の
yeah.
エウクラシア
See if
アク
it's
ションを使うと
SGE, they're
技
missing
が
the
ね
A.
一気に変わったりします今単純な攻
Yeah,
撃
so
魔法
confirmed. There you go.
これがアクション使うとモードが変わって
Oh, so that you have to charge that, and that changes your damage or your heal.
So the
I see
one
a
which
tosses.
we were talking about where an attack turns into something that can place a
Wait,
dot.
so you're telling me
that
it's
would be
cleric
the
stance?
Euphrasia. So once you cast that, an attack
There's no
changes into something
cooldown
that
on
would
it.
Allow for damage over time.
And it doesn't cost mana. But it changes. Oh my god, it changes what your skill does.
Okay, so it's a stance
Hey.
dancing healer.
Is it like a
普通に使えば技を変更
Oh, that changes whether it's AoE or a shield. That's crazy.
Hmm.
It kind of augments the different.
is it like a
actions
dark arts?
that
Yeah, it looks like it.
Dark arts, yeah.
Don't tell
Stage
me.
arts. Oh, I like how it changes that gauge animation too.
お分かり
You see?
What was that?
That's their AoE that heals. That when you damage, it heals.
Oh, that's cool.
Pew, pew.
Whoa.
Looks like it's
Sacred
yeah.
Soil.
AoE shield.
Yeah.
And the gauge, like the gauge goes up automatically.
Gap closer. Or dash. It's more of a dash, I guess.
That's
Yeah,
a
look.
45-second cooldown. Holy crap.
じゃあ使いこなしてもらえれば
They're not gonna. They're literally a freaking turret
で
game.
すけど
I think it might take a bit to master, but once you do get the hang of it, it is quite fun.
Wait, that has a counter on it.
ヒーラーをソロで説明するのは難しい。
Yeah.
非常に難しいです
Yeah, it looks
Does
tough
it
to
block the
explain
first
healers
5 instances of damage?
when you are solo.
Or mitigate first 5 instances?
Very true.
5 Sheltrons!
Yeah, basically.
コメントはですね、もうね、全然あれなんですよね。SE と
It's gonna be interesting to like
ガンダ
level
ムの
it.
話しかしないですよ、みんな。
I probably won't level it for a while, but like it'll be interesting to level it.
Comments are filled with.
I think I'm gonna
"Oh,
end
the
up leveling
sound effect,"
Astro
or,
first, healer
"It's
wise.
like Gundam.
Like, I'm probably gonna end up going Red Mage Warrior Astro.
Oh my god, it really is the new Gundam like flying animation.
Oh, it is. Yeah, yeah. They use you use the Nolus like engines, like rocket engines.
なんだろう、極めがいがあるというか、
うん
形になってますので、ぜひですね、我こそはと思う方はですね、今回、まあ、
I still don't know what melee I'm gonna level first. I might do Samurai.
BTS にリーパーが追加されるので、どっちも結構また新しいメカニクスを持った
I just I'm at, to me this is a step in the right direction because these are what I would call advanced jobs,
In any
right?
case,
Like
Yeah.
something that
Um,
is
the Sage
meant
is
to be
definitely a
difficult to learn
technical
but
that
pays
barrier
well,
healer.
right?
And I think there is a it's worth sort of mastering the
What?
skill set that the Sage brings to you. And then of course we have the Reaper joining the melee DPS, both having very unique mechanics and very characteristic, and it very unique. So we hope that people will enjoy this and try it out when it comes out.
はい、ありがとうございます。Thank you very much. そうします第1部、
うん
ジョブ関連調整パートはこの辺でという
そうですね。
ね
はい。
So this concludes the first part of today's letter
One.
live, the job adjustments.
Yes.
いやいやいやいや。ここまでで第1部
This
です
is
ね
Yoshi with the
Hey,
big
already
design.
3 hours and a half.
Barely done with the first part.
あと2部あんで。
あと2倍。
So we have 2 more parts.
What are all those other
This.
papers?
大
丈夫
大丈夫ですよ。
はい。
What is? What,
では第2部に行く前に、
うん
ここで一旦休憩にしましょう。
おやった
改めて
We're gonna take a
休
break.
憩を挟みたいと思います。で、
Yeah.
ここまでいろいろご説明しましたので、ここで改めて、休憩のお供にですね、
お
ジョブアクション動画を改めて流します。なので自動的に、休憩は20分休憩です。はい。なので今の情報を改めて頭の中で整理しながら、
はい。
改めてジョブアクションとか見ていただければと思います。
はい。
So before going to the second part, pattern adjustments, we want to take some break. And then for this break, we will replay the job action video again. So with the explanation for each job.
I think I'm
in
gonna go to
mind,
bed. I'm
please
fucking
check the job
passing
action
out at
video.
my
So
desk,
the,
dude.
Yeah, you can catch up the rest